Chat, it's time. Oh my gosh, why is Fortnite on this monitor, bro? Bro, Fortnite, get off this monitor, bro. Oh my gosh, what the heck? All right, there we go. It's on my big monitor. What the heck? It's time, chat. Bro, why is settings full bugged? It's time, chat. Chat, it's time, bro. What's good, Epic? Bro, I don't care that Epic Games launcher failed, bro. I'm in Fortnite, bro. I don't care about the launcher. What's up, Frederick? Chat, are we ready, chat? Are we ready, chat? Oh my goodness. Grand finals, and I'm playing with viewers. Let's go. You have the hollow 0 point? No, I don't got the hollow 0 point. What's up, Joe? We ready? Yes, sir, bro. And chat, we're also gonna watch Velocity's finals. We're gonna watch them in the finals too. In the middle of grand finals games, we're gonna be watching Velocity's finals. Guys, how much DMs do I need, bro? Yo, this is crazy. Oh yeah. Chat, can we believe that this guy qualled, bro? Qualled, chat. Oh my gosh. He qualified. The GOAT. Velocity. Chat, how much PR do we think we got him? How much PR do we think he got? Let's see how much PR if it's set up yet. How much PR if they got it? How much PR do you get? All right, he still gets. Wait, does he get no PR, or is it just not loaded in yet? Hopefully he gets a little bit. He'll get some from finals. I should elite today, bro. W, bro. Hopefully he gets some PR from finals. Chat, it's time, bro. It's time. Chat, we're gonna join up Legends Landing very soon, and y'all get to play Legends Landing with me while we watch FNCS chat. We're gonna all play some Legends Landing. So y'all can play with me while we do it. And chat, thank y'all for using my code, chat. Guys, guess what happened yesterday? Literally yesterday, all combined, people spent 22,000 V-Bucks just with my code, chat. 22,000 V-Bucks were spent just with my code yesterday. Chat, are you ready? Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? Yo, why is it so... It's not stable. What the heck? What's up, secret boy account? Good, Brayden. Chat, bro, I think my fantasy Fortnite team's gonna beat everybody in my league, by the way. I think my fantasy Fortnite team's gonna win. Bro, because my Fortnite fantasy team is stacked, chat. I should show y'all it. Tell y'all my Fortnite fantasy team. So I got Booga as one of my IGOs. I got Cooper as one of my IGOs. Then I have Falcon Polo. And I have it as my MVP, so I get almost 2 times the amount of points. I get 1.5x the amount of points because I have him as MVP. So however much points he gets, I get 1.5 times it. And then I have Clicks, Hockey, Nut, and Ulk. Like, bro, my team is stacked. Chat, Mr. Savage is top 10 on EU right now, by the way. Can y'all believe Mr. Savage got top 10? Alright, chat. Who wants to play Legends Landing? Who wants to play some Legends Landing, chat? Alright, chat. Let me get in and then I'll let y'all join. I'm gonna make a private one. How much people can even be in Legends Landing? Like 20? If it's 20, we won't have to. 16? Alright, yeah, we won't have to. Alright, I'll let y'all join once we're in.
Some heavy hitters again. They have a spot to the global championship. They have nothing else to prove. Right now, they're playing for either playing spoiler to prevent other duos from succeeding. Maybe they're looking to claim a POI and say, hey, look, whatever happens, don't come near us on land. We're gonna mess you up. Let's start things off with Reet and Cooper. Kelly Link, longtime Reet fan.
All right, chat. All right,
Also,
let me let you join.
Look at where their drop
Chat,
spots are as
grand
well. So
finals.
it's actually a nice little spread out here.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with these players
FORTNITE
being,
Grand
already
Finals, chat.
teams that have qualified to the global championships, it's pretty common for these teams to be uncontested because they have nothing to lose. These teams that haven't qualified yet do not want to go up against that challenge. And initially, it looked
Chat, what
like
does play
Reed
mode
and
do?
Cooper
Oh.
actually were going to be going up against the Yamzu and Josh. Essentially,
Twix
since
is
the start
live.
of the season, it really has just been a back and forth fighting for Wonky Land. And
Yeah,
during
let's
this
see how
time,
good
we
the
were
box
gonna
fight.
break down what we were expecting to see in this off spawn fight, what was going
Cause
to
I'll join
happen,
this.
but
I'll join
the,
box fights whenever.
kind of solved itself.
How do I
Obviously,
get
if
out
you
of this
guys
though? Can I
missed
jump
it,
over?
Please go
Yo,
watch
wait.
this incredible
Oh.
Reet versus Iamzo first to 10 off spawn battle for Wonky. It was
Yo,
so
I'm not in the
back and
box
forth.
side, bro.
You
Are you
could feel
serious?
the nerves from both teams, and it looked like at some moments Reet was going to run away with it, but then Iamzo would slowly start to climb back up, and it was
Guys,
so
I didn't
exciting
win.
to watch. But
Oh
ultimately,
wait, never mind. I did win.
it did come down to
Bro,
Reet
let
and
me
Cooper
play,
walking
bro. I
away,
want to play.
now having uncontested Wonky Land, and you do have to
They're
give
not
some
letting me
respect, or
play.
huge respect, obviously, to
Oh.
Iamzo and Josh for
There we go.
respecting the results. But Vivid, we can never be
Play
quite
now.
sure what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Whether or not Josh and Yamzu
Bro, I wish
kind
that
of
they.
pulled up
Bro, the
to
old
that
Legends Landing
theory
was so
there,
much
whether or not
better,
they
bro.
keep
Why
them
is it
kind
in
of
this, bro?
uncontested. It was
Old
one
Legends Landing was
that I
so much
initially
better.
was a little-
Like what? Old Legends Landing was so much better. Guys, we need to tell Fortnite to bring back old Legends Landing. Chat, am I right, bro? Old Legends Landing is so much better, bro. Old Legends Landing is a free for all. Old Legends Landing is so much better, bro. They need to bring the old one
There's
back.
even a solo clutch we're gonna be talking about and reliving because we have to.
We need
But
to
for
bring the
these
old
guys,
Legends
you know,
Landing
Kelly,
back,
once again,
chat.
the
Look.
context is they've already qualified. So here we are in a lobby and saying, hey, everybody, we already have a spot. You want to fight? You want to get in our way? You're gonna have a bad time.
You spoiled it a little bit. I wanted it to be a surprise that we were going to be showing off the Acorn solo because we just have to, everyone. We can see
Chat,
that
bro, they
Bolt
need
went
to- they
down
need
a
to bring
little
back
early
Old
here 'cause
Legends
he was just a
Landing.
few steps behind Acorn. But instead of going for the
Oh, and
res,
chat,
which
what
we've
skin
seen
should I
a few
wear?
players do when it comes to an end game like here, he actually drops his heals and gives it to Acorn. And you can see because of these extra heals, Acorn's able to stay in the back of zone, see where everyone's rotating, and gets this perfect rotate onto this natural hill, and actually blocks off the zip line that practically the rest
Yeah,
of the
it might have
lobby
just
is trying to use to get up there. But of course, he wasn't just playing Disruptor. No. He was here to get eliminations as well. And in the span of like 15 seconds, he gets 4 eliminations back to back to back. And it's due to just how perfect he was playing this little wall, this corner, to kind of surprise all these players going for the loot. But of course, it's not enough for Acorn to get eliminations. No, he also has to chop high ground, then steal high ground by himself. And then, of course, facing this final 1v1. And who could it be but Queasy, arguably the other best IGL in the world, for it to come down to Acorn and Queasy in this moment. I love it. That's what Fortnite's all about for me, Vivid, and I just had to relive this moment once more.
Super
Wow.
incredible performance out of Acorn. And
All
listen,
right,
it's
do I?
not just
Oh my
in
gosh,
heats,
I'm not
it's
even on my
actually
main account.
been
I don't even have anything to
FNCS
sit with,
after
bro. I don't even have a
FNCS. I'm
sitting
gonna go ahead
emote.
and break down the
I have to
amount of
stand up
times
this whole
our
time because I don't even have a
players actually
beanbag
gone ahead
emote.
and picked up a top 10 in their regional FNCS.
I don't even have a beanbag emote, bro. I can't even do this.
Acorn has now done it 14 times in a row. And you can kind of look at this leaderboard here. You can see kind of the prestige.
All right, chat,
that
let's
is
look at all these
actually up
stats.
here. And some of these players like Cold and
Acorn
Polio
with
able to pick up
top
10
10s regional
top 10s
FNCS.
in a
All right,
row
Cold
on
got
regional
10, Acorn
FNCSs,
got
but
14,
Acorn
Polo got
reigns
10,
supreme towards the
Hero
top
got
there,
9,
which is why
Aspect got
everybody kind of
9.
regards Acorn as one of the best IGLs, if not the best IGL in the world, because this guy, when it comes to FNCSs, he just constantly performs. Now, that being said, his teammate Bolts here is on a similar run as well. This is actually going to be a different stat here.
Yo,
right?
what
This
the
is still
heck?
going to be top 10s consecutively. But instead of regional FNCSs, this is actually going to be FNCSs including LAN performances. So if you take a look at
Bolts is
Acorn's
the
LAN
goat.
performances, unfortunately for him, you know, Globals hasn't necessarily worked out. He didn't get top 10 there. So that's why that his streak is kind of broken here on this specific stat.
I wish I had
But
that emote.
Bolts himself,
Maybe if I
9
just
top 10s in a row if you include
maybe if I just
LAN.
stand on
So
him.
not only is Bolts kind of performing online and in regional FNCSs, but he is also doing it on LAN. So right now, Acorn and Bolts, man, constantly finding themselves into the top 10, and that is why we kind of take a look at this duo to potentially go ahead and win this FNCS.
Disgusting.
Chat, let's
Disgusting.
go.
Thank you for that.
Now we're
David.
playing with
This
viewers
is-
after
again, when you look
FNCS
at
too.
it,
We're playing a
on
whole bunch
paper,
of
it's just
reload
like,
with viewers after FNCS.
This is one of the greatest duos of all time. That's crazy. From one greatest duos of all time to another, there was a name on there, that first graphic, Pollo, which takes me back because we got to talk about Peterbot and Pollo. I mean, you know, it's interesting, right? Like sometimes we go from Peterbot, Pollo basically winning everything from a year, over the course of a year, then suddenly kind of taking a step back and, you know, having like a middling performance, is us all kind of having question marks. But then we go to Summit and Pollo's like, and they
Peterbot.
watch this. And then suddenly it's back. They're back. We have prime Peterbot and Pollo, Kelly.
Are they back or have they never gone anywhere? Yes,
Oh,
I
I
know
don't
that
wanna
they
hold
did
my
not
pickaxe
have
out.
the major one performance, but that's
I
just
don't wanna hold my
Peterbot and
pickaxe out.
Pollo
Can I,
building
like-
up the script, building up the story, because obviously you can't
Like
just
hold
have
an
them
AR or
dominate
something?
again. We already saw that in
Bro, I
chapter
don't wanna
4.
hold up my
so
pickaxe.
Peterbot and Pollo, they had to make everyone
Is there-
question,
nah, I'm
are
watching
they here?
FNCS.
Are they going to be bringing their A game? And of course they have, not just at the Summit LAN, but to show up to the Reload Elite Series 4th qualifier, late, missing one game, and to still come
Wait,
out
when-
on top.
well, never mind, that's
It's
20 minutes.
absolutely insane.
We
There's
could
a
put-
reason that
we
there's
could
so
low-key
many
start a reload
compilation
game.
videos of other pros saying who the best player is, and it's always Peterbot, and Pollo also proving himself
Hold
as
on, leave
well.
real quick. We're gonna play a game of reload. Game of reload. And then we're getting right back in after. Bro, what's that? Ready up, ready up. Not doing ranked, bro. I tell you to change it. I didn't, bro. 4-3. Buff? No, you're in my party, so you just gotta listen to me. We're doing what I want. Literally, nobody has a problem with it. What's up, Jeremiah? How Velocity does. Artaz. Locked in, boys. Top 600. Yeah. Not playing, Brayden. Top 700. What's up, Scott? Can I join? Scott, you can join real quick, Scott. Scott, you can join real quick. We need to ready up as soon as you're in, though. No, we're gonna go into Legends Landing after this game. After this game, we're going into Legends Landing. We'll match with Scott. Matching. So bad at this game? Bro, I literally beat you in the first 1v1 that we had, bro. Ah, he's getting me ad revenue. W ad revenue. Bro, chat. I wish that opens gave you PR, bro. How did my friend who got top 800 not PR from it? I'll fight for finals, bro. What? Unmute. I'll unmute for you, Scott. Got you. Well, I'm muted. I'm Scott. Yo, Scott, what's good? Yo. Scott, you're in game. Alright.
Hi, Tom.
What's good, Scott? Scott, after this game, I'm turning my mic back off to watch FNCS, alright?
Like your mic is like it's silent.
What?
Your mic is quiet.
I don't know how to fix that. I'm back. Welcome back, Carson. But Scott, after this game, I'm going to remute so I can, and we're watching FNCS and Legends Landing. If you want to play Legends Landing with us. Ooh, Scott, that was tough right there. W, Scott, chat. W, Scott. Scott, bro, guess how much people spent yesterday in V-Bucks?
What?
Guess how much people used my credit code and spent how much V-Bucks? Guess how much V-Bucks they spent with my credit code?
How much?
22,000 V-Bucks were spent yesterday with my credit code.
Oh my god.
That's over $220 spent with my credit code.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
I know, bro.
How much money did you earn?
Oh, you only get 5%. So
Doesn't YouTube take away like
They're on me?
20% of what you earn?
you just got a mammoth.
It's called.
What?
It's called my can come.
That's all good. Yo, Scott, why are you all the way over there?
What?
Why are you all the way over there, Scott?
Tom?
Why are you all the way over there, Scott?
Tom?
Why are you all
Hello,
the way
Tom?
over there?
Tom?
What?
Oh. Like you lagged out when you said wait, Scott.
No,
And,
Scott, why are you
I
all the way
couldn't
over
hear
there?
you. I was trying to lead up to then if other people are over there, I
22
can go.
22,000 is crazy. I know, bro. That's over $220 that I spent, and I only get $11 out of it because I only get 5%.
So that's more than how much Brandon makes.
Yeah, I only get $11 out of. I only get 5%. What's up, Jackson? Breakthrough? Nah, they gotta make money, bro. They laid off the employees. They can take all the money, bro. As long as this game doesn't die. As long as this game doesn't die, I'm fine with taking up 5%. Because they low-key need the money.
Come.
Yep.
I have something for you. Here you go.
Oh, bet.
I already got a pump, so I got it. Ow!
Why do I
I'm
run like
trying
that?
to kill me. Ow!
Oh, we run so weird with this. What? Chat. Everybody's gonna be able to join after this game because we're playing Legends Landing, so there can be 16.
What about Brandon?
Oh no,
Can
Brandon's
he
not joining.
join? Okay. Cause I was gonna tell you.
He started crashing. I
no,
told him
it's
that we're not. He changed it to ranked, and I told him that we're not doing ranked, and then he started crashing. It's not that deep, bro. We're not doing ranked. You're in my party for a reason. When you play ranked, you gotta go with somebody else.
Mom, I'm pretty sure you got like top 10,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I guess I have to start playing tournaments again. Because low-key, I should be getting qualified to finals with Velocity low-key.
What about Fizzy? Because Fizzy's your duo.
God. Yo, who wants the purple combat SMG?
I'm good. What's this? I found this tomato secret.
Oh, yeah. Bro, if you use the tomatoes, bro, you get the fizz effect for so long, bro. It's crazy.
And you get chug splash.
I know, but it gives you chug effect for so long. Up here, Scott. Let's go.
Whee!
Got up here. We gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go help our teammate.
Whee! Hey! Help me! Wrong way!
Oh crap! He's getting jumped. I'm flying with my teammate.
Wrong way!
Scott, you are going on.
When I deployed the crash pad, it literally, when I landed on it, it took me the other way, guys. Where are they on the kill?
Bang! 200.
Get up there. There's kids up there.
Yep, we gotta go get him.
There's like a whole team right there.
Bang!
Nice. No!
Yo, Scott!
No, Tom! He's spraying!
No, Scott! Scott, you died to someone with the green SMG, bro. Scott, you gotta lock in. I stole that kill W.
They need help. The monthly rent person needs some help, Tom.
Bro, where is everybody? Chat, everybody's gonna be able to join after this. Everybody's gonna be able to join.
I barely, man, I don't even got any of those now. At least I still got 400 bomb. I
Right here, right
just found it in Italy. I'm not.
No!
Run! I'm one. He has trouble! He has trouble! Or double! Come! He has
Dead?
trouble or double on me!
I know, he stole it from my teammate. He stole it from our teammate. Stole it from our teammate, man. L, he stole it from our teammate.
Please come! Come!
gotta cross on me, throw.
No! The person who had double killed us.
Alright. Let's go.
I know this.
God, we might have to leave the game early depending on how long this takes. Early.
Come!
What?
Help me.
Oh, I'm all the way over here.
There's so much people over here, bro.
Why, Scott, why'd you land back over there?
Cause this is where I spawned in.
I'm not using the code. Giantos,
Let's go, we got a
that's
minute.
probably how we got 22k V-Bucks using my code, bro. I bet like 1 million people. Oh, it's because I advertised my code on YouTube. That's why. It's because I advertised my code on YouTube.
It's probably made an ad.
Yeah, no, like I made a YouTube short about the new bundle. Maybe that's what I gotta do every single time. I gotta make a short
Oh,
about all
yeah.
the bundles, and I'll get people using my code.
You did it for when you buy
Spider-Man.
the Spider-Man bundle. That's what you did it for, right?
Maybe I should just start doing that. Maybe I get 1 million people.
Come, I see a kid right here. Teammates are dead. And I have no match. Alright, so I need a functional match.
$200.
I'm so used to playing zero build, so that's why I probably have no match.
It's all good.
Cause all I play is zero build. Like I'm not like a build fan. Like not like build epic games. Fan. No! Come help! Nice
What's up,
one.
Ratman?
Hello, Ratman. Welcome to Palm Stream. If you guys ever buy something in Fortnite in the item shop, make sure to
Oh,
use code PalmFan.
Shot from Scott.
I have a shotgun.
So where did you get shot from?
I don't know, honestly. He's right here! At the house! At the house!
The house? Alright, I'm
He's
lurking.
at the window!
I'm lurking on him. Bro, he's so low! No! He's literally 2 HP.
Imagine that's Twizzy.
Bro, if
I
I
forgot that he's.
if I had
he's playing
if I had a
defending.
blue AR right there, bro, I'd have killed him, bro. He's oh.
What? He cut out.
Alright, if Clicks gets into a game, I'm watching his stream.
Hold on,
If
put them at the place where you
if he gets
died.
into a game, we're gonna have to like leave. If Clicks is in the game, we're leaving. Alright, Scott.
Okay. Tom, can I have that?
I'm using it. Help him, help him.
Where?
Okay, I don't even got anything.
Ah!
Got you down.
I'm not dead yet. Ah! You got here,
Yo,
Tom.
there's a full team.
Two.
Scott, bro, you gotta give calm, Scott. You can't tell me that there's. gotta give comms. Oh wait, Scott, we're not even gonna have to leave the game. Go. Scott, bro, you gotta give comms, alright? Alright, Scott, we're gonna go into Legends Landing.
Landing. But how did I just get a notification just now that something another? Dude, I always found that get.
Alright, Scott, I'm gonna keep my mic on until it starts. I'll let you stay in the party for the whole time that you're here though.
Okay. So while we wait for it to start, are you also gonna be down in the pit?
No, it's not the same anymore. I'm not fighting because it's bad.
How?
Because they made it different. So now it's bad.
Absolutely devastating. So I can only
Yep, the next game is
imagine
in
the teams that
50
are near him
minutes.
gonna try and do
I
whatever
mean,
they
50
can
seconds.
to make sure that that is not in his hand.
It's
'Cause obviously with
crazy.
Victor V being one of the prime
Alright, so
It's
joined by
Victor
Queasy, one of the
V.
best
you got
IGLs
people
in the
got
world,
50%
and
of people have
global
Peter about
champ.
winning.
This is just a recipe
Anybody
for
can join, by the way.
I have
What's
Peter
crazy though, right,
winning.
coming out of the heats,
Anybody can join, by the way, chat.
Ratios, Victor V was, of course, up top with a 4.0, and to be honest, Curve was
Victor
too far behind.
V
Of course,
was
Victor V up top there with a
exactly
4.0 damage
just
ratio.
his
The
pro
thing that was kind of
Angela.
crazy about this is sometimes we see these stats kind of inflated because heats, if you win the first game, if you played from higher ground,
I'm
you don't
gonna go
necessarily
team
take a lot of
one.
damage, so usually we see this number pretty high. But actually, Queasy and Victor V, they played all
Hello, get
5
out.
games in heats, and Victor V still managed to maintain that
Make
high
sure they have view
damage
mode.
ratio. So
You have view mode
again,
on
these
if you
guys
want
are
to
gonna
fight.
be looking pretty
View
scary
mode,
coming into the
okay.
weekend. I'm excited to see what they can do.
Alright, Scott, I'm gonna mute myself and you, alright?
That's it. Just 10.
Okay.
So stay in
Nice.
chat if you want to tell me anything.
Storylines all
Okay.
collided here in major number 2.
Chat,
Hope you are
FNCS
excited
is
about
now.
this, as we are. Remember, 6 games today, 6 games tomorrow. The competition is about
Let's
to kick
go.
off. So let's
What's
go
up,
say hi
Lion?
to your casters to get us started.
FNCS, let's go!
This is going to be a great day, Monster. Thank you
Let's
to
go,
Khalid,
FNCS.
Vivid, and Zeke for breaking it all down.
It is
What's at
time,
stake?
chat.
Storylines coming in, but
It's
12
me.
games start here with day 1.
I've done better without you, but it's all good.
We already know
You
that
can
there
be
are
here.
some teams that are uncontested.
FNCS
lingering
is
around
now,
the map,
chat.
and
Oh my
for
gosh.
the most part, these uncontested duos here don't have as much on the line. Most of them already have their global spot called through.
Yeah, so this is going to be a big moment here. Those 6 teams, like you said, already got their spot secured, which means in theory, there could be a chance that the qualification spots drop all the way down to top.
Alright, chat, I'll be
12.
back
That
in
may
like
not
2
be
seconds.
exact,
I
but
gotta
it
go
goes
get a
to show
package off the porch.
level of play here. The battle bus is ready, so are we, so let's jump right in.
All right, Jacob, we're here. Major 2 finals. All of these
Let's
weeks
go.
of competition is leading up to this. The drop map seems to be true. Veno and Agers are going for the triple contested latte landing. Talk about a strategy here today. All in all, I mean, this just means that we are in for quite an exciting weekend.
Yeah, coming into this one, you know, even Veno came into my chat while I was streaming. He said, I'm either landing latte or any new drop spot if it comes to an update. And I was thinking he was crazy. Why would Veno, probably one of the smarter players in the game, with Agers, who is proving to be one of the best players in the game as well, willingly put themselves into a triple contested fight? But you can see how it already is shaking down. Veno and Agers seemingly uncontested on one side of the map, while the other 2 duos go head-to-head on the other.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Madden at the last in-person event, and you know what? He was just surging with confidence as a new player,
chat.
finally
What's up,
getting
Slogo?
his reps in
I'll watch
against
it
the
too, yeah,
best
you
of the
can-
best in these major set lobbies. It just
Everybody
seems
can
like
join
he's
me.
kind of finding his footing. So Chance and Madden here finding a nice set of early eliminations. I don't
Oh
think
gosh.
anyone was
No.
expecting them to
Clicks
wrap
got
that
hit.
one up that fast, but it sets them up for success now.
Yep, but I think they got to know the timing there is definitely going to be crucial. You see Aoxy on the outside. There is some distance, so him and Jojo Fishy could potentially look
Oh,
over
gosh.
and get some third parties. And everybody was wondering, after losing the off-spawn battle against Reet and Cooper, I think it was 10-8, Kelly said, they gave up the drop spot, and they're actually contesting half of Shaken
FNCS
Sanctuary. So
is
everybody
now,
coming in
chat.
thinking,
Oh my
Chris
gosh.
Rapid uncontested. Maybe one team will surprise contest, as it looks, Monster. There's 2 teams with Zeke and Taki, Josh Niamzo, all landing
Josh
on the left side
Niamzo
of the
took
building.
Clix's
Yeah, I was
spot.
concerned
Oh
about
my
the
gosh,
rumors of
Josh Niamzo
possibly
took
landing on other
Clix's
teams, but
spot,
they
bro.
seem to
What?
stick this one through, and hey, it works out well. So Reed and Cooper also win their drop spot completely free to themselves. But give this a second. We have
Clicks
DCD
and
not taking
Rapid
the fight right
are
now. This is
negative
OG.
on
And up
Surge,
against the
chat.
wall, all teams here don't
Wait,
have
chat, this is my
shields,
person.
so this is a pretty
Win.
tough spot to be in.
He needs to
Both
win
teams
this. He
have
needs to
a little
win.
shield off there.
No.
This can go either which
Wait.
way still, but
Let's
nice
go.
that DCD ends up
That's 3
finding
points on my
stable
fantasy team right there. That's 3
just
points
like
on my
that, they
fantasy
get their
team.
2 eliminations, so nice little fast start for him. And I'm looking at the player feed there. 44 teams
That's three-
remaining,
that's 3
6
points on my
teams have
fantasy team.
already fallen. That drop map that gave us a little.
Who's not 14?
again, a little
Pro.
sample of
That
what
is
was
3
to come
points
was
on my
no
fantasy Fortnite team right there.
So many teams have already fallen.
Yeah, and judging
Let's
off that same
go.
drop map,
Let's
Queasy
freaking
Victor
go,
V,
dude.
uncontested, seemingly marked, but that's not necessarily the worry for these guys coming into this game. It was more so Higgs and Kerr. Maybe Josh and Eamso surprising contesting this side of the map, but now that it seems that the dust has settled,
It
they
is
are
locked.
looted up, they have relatively good full loadouts. They might try to scrap for extra loot somewhere else, but it does look like game one. They're gonna fly under the radar as of now.
That's 3 points for me.
Well, Benno and Ager
Easy
didn't
3.
get the drop exactly the way they probably
Oh wait,
thought it
it's
was
like
gonna
how's
go.
there 5?
Again,
Chat,
Vincent
if you want to
and
only
Benno
watch, click
finished
view
up their
mode.
elimination
If
super
you only
fast.
want to watch,
That means
click
Benno and
click
Ager
right here. It
have
needs to
to
be
fight
view
a
mode if you
pretty
only want to watch.
and well-positioned Madden and
If you
James
don't,
on the
it'll
other side.
teleport you to,
Meanwhile,
fight.
Workplace set up for FORTNITE and Moneymaker. Seems like they have
Okay, guys,
Felix,
this is
Jace in the
W
line
straight
of
line.
sight
W straight
here.
line. Actually,
So
crouching
guys,
is
be
better.
careful.
Actually, no. Wait.
Yeah, they kind of land
I'll
in terms
stay
of FORTNITE and
crouched.
Moneymaker south of where they're currently at. They take that kind of island, that
How long you
shoreline,
shooting for?
whatever
For a
you
while.
wanna call
I'm
it.
watching
They
this
work their
and then
way
I'm
up,
playing with
went from
viewers
being
after.
contested to uncontested, and already
That's gonna be a while.
they have some tricks up their sleeve. And I only see Jace as of now. Liam isn't too close by. The slurp truck
All three of
is
us are
still there,
matching,
so
yes,
Jace
sir.
does take some early damage. He could potentially try to heal up, but he's going towards
Ooh,
the
I don't have
garage,
Moneymaker on my
right
roster.
into Moneymaker.
Wait, I don't have
This
Jace on
one
my
is
roster, right?
definitely gonna be a wrap. That
Oh, let me
first
make
shot
sure.
is gonna hurt onto Jace. Eventually, he's going to drop.
I
So
cannot have
Moneymaker
Jace on my
for
roster, bro.
already with the
It's
sneak
not
plays
good if
here
I.
game one.
No, I don't have Jace. I don't have
Moneymaker
Jace.
for 9, both aim down sight with that shotgun. You saw he went from 200 HP down to about 30. That was just an ogre. There's not a chance he's going to survive that one, unfortunately. For Higgs, Curve on the other side, sticking to their true drop spot here. Now, what they do really well is obviously loot this up, and somehow, some way, they tend to find their way into battles here on the
Hey,
edges. But like we
hey,
said, Higgs
hey.
and Curve kind of throwing that conversation out
Oh,
there
let's
that
see
they
this.
might look to key
We're rooting
across
for
the river.
clicks.
Well,
We're
Victor
rooting for
and
clicks.
Queasy
That's
did
the
have
main
some words
person.
for them, as you saw in the video.
We're rooting for
Victor
clicks
posted. He
or
was talking
anybody on
about,
my
"Hey, come
fantasy
this
team.
way, and
We're
Queasy's
rooting for
gonna
Booga,
box you up, Higgs.
Polo,
Don't you try it."
Hockey,
Yeah, that's big
Ult,
words coming from Vic, though,
Cooper,
'cause
Clicks,
him
and
in
Nut.
some pressure situations always seems to pull up, but the fight does continue.
But
at
I'm
Dodge
mainly
landing with
I'm
Madden
mainly going for
down.
Clicks and
Chances
Polo.
still up, but he's in a
Clicks,
1v2.
Polo, Booga,
Venno
and
on
Cooper
one
are the
side,
main
trying
people
to
that I'm
take
cheering
over
for.
as many of those
But
pieces.
Clicks is the
Danger's
biggest
on
one
the
that I'm
other,
cheering.
making sure he cannot get away for free. So even though chances lurk and trying to
Clicks is
heal
the
up,
biggest
he's
one.
just trying to buy some time. Separate
Oh my gosh,
Venno and
Clicks
Ager
is about to go
in
in a
two
fight.
separate 1v1s, but it doesn't look like they really want to
Clicks
give
is
him
about
that
to go in a fight. Oh my
opportunity.
gosh.
Just spraying with the Spire rifle. And the
Clicks!
Spire
Oh
rifle
my
is one
gosh!
of the new
Clicks!
unvaulted weapons, replacing kind of the Stinger for the most part. And even
Come on,
though it
Clicks.
doesn't have that fast rate of fire, you could endlessly spray it past like 40, 50 ammo
Please don't
in
grief
the
yourself,
clip,
Clicks.
so that's just a lot of pressure you can put out.
Yeah, one thing I can tell by the way that this fight is going, looking and judging by the loadouts here, they haven't taken
Everybody,
much
please
damage.
don't
This should be
crouch there.
a
Please just
purely
be mindful,
net
guys.
positive
Mindful of
fight
the
for
viewing
them
party.
right
So
now.
crouch, please.
For Venno and Agers, it's
Everybody crouch,
perfect
please, because I
considering
can't.
that
I don't
they
have a
spent
sit-down
a lot
emote,
of
so everybody
time
just
here
crouch.
lurking about and waiting for Chance and Madden to initiate the
Because I can't. I don't have a sit-down emote, so it's hard for
Patience
people to see
might
the.
just be paying off here. All he just has to do is hit the shot. There it is.
You don't crouch.
They wrap this one up quickly, and there isn't a team in sight, judging by the map. So well played for them.
Which is
Our
kind of
W
surprising
damage
with
from Clicks.
Aoxy and Jojo Fishy landing on that mountain. Could have been a great opportunity, but there goes the first elimination from Venom. That's what really opened up this opportunity. And as you were saying, taking
Pat,
no
go in a straight line, bro. You're
damage.
literally
So
blocking
even
the
though
screen
we did
still.
see a couple scratches
Go in
there
a
at
straight
the
line,
end,
please.
You got to realize
Like
the
straight
elimination,
horizontal
the
line.
damage, like you said, is going to be a net
Straight
positive.
horizontal
So for
line
Venom
so
and
we can
Agers,
all get
they
a good
already
view.
have the zone pushing towards the north. They have the early game eliminations for points, so confidence has to be at an all-time high for them.
Yeah, as much as I love this Frosted Flats rotate for Peterborough and Boyo, they are finding themselves in between a multitude of teams.
Go, Scott.
Doesn't look like
Sit
they
down.
managed to entertain any fights just yet either. So this game could be the first.
All right, we need Polo. We need
We'll
Polo
set
and
them up
Peter.
for
I mean, we need Polo,
comeback
Clicks,
story if
and
they get collapsed on. Yep, I was gonna say there's
that's
probably
really
some
what
really
we
good
need.
teams set up there.
Everyone
It's
say, yep.
Acorn and
Everybody
Bolts
either do a sitting
nearby, no
emote or
easy pick
crouch.
by any means. We've seen
Like
the most
a
success
low,
out of
like a
Rough Boy
chair
and
sitting
Bigfoot.
emote.
Those
Like the
more
other ones,
underrated,
like the
newly
beanbag
formed
and the chair are the
duos, right?
only
Those
good
with a
sitting
little
emotes. Like
less experience
the
gonna
one that
come play.
Bamboo's doing right now with
Right
the
now,
popcorn. That one's
Beatbox
fine.
is being squished between some goats. On the other side, though, we have Ritual and Cold here at the Battlewood. Looking pretty decent.
Yeah, Scott, you're gonna have to
On
go
this
to the
duo
side if
here
you want to do
today.
that.
They need that
Because
global
it's still
spot.
blocking my screen.
I mean,
You have to
I
be to
feel
the
like one
sides
of
if
the
you want.
teams going to kind of look at everybody, the uncontested drops. They have to be in everybody's favorites to make the global championship.
Scott, did you not hear me, bro? You have to go to the side if you're gonna do an emote like that. If you're gonna do an emote, you have to be at the sides.
And it's just kind of building off of the chemistry. I think it was Vivid, Kelly talking about the placings that they had in trios with Peterbot on their roster, but you never lose that chemistry. It's almost like riding a bike. They have one of the best POIs, and I say one of the best because it's an argument going around the community which is the actual best one, and they got the whole south side
FNCS is
essentially
here.
all to themselves. So I gotta think they have to have some of the best chances here this weekend as Skittle and Kai and get that elimination there. Essentially kind of cone him off, poke the
There's
ball,
nobody
some would
cutting
say.
you off.
Yeah, nice little elimination.
What's up,
there.
Ezzy?
Meanwhile, we get a little update with Clicks here.
Bro, there's nobody
Sitting
conning him.
atop Surge base right now.
Bro,
Got
they
Rapid
did not con him.
playing
They just took
catch-up
the
here
building.
down inside of
Clicks
the
literally
actual
told them that they could have that building.
Curly, Tyler rotating
Because
around
like
the
Josh and
outskirts
Yamso
here.
aren't
No
staying there.
sights
That's
on
just
them
where they loot
yet.
up first.
Looking for
For
Clicks
Josh and
actually
Yamso loot up first, so they still get the
is
cube.
there
Crouch if you're gonna sit down, chat.
He has no idea
Louise.
just yet.
I can't see the. That driving emote by Dientos was really good for some reason. I don't know why. It
Probably
was really
right
good at
around
like
here shortly.
sitting down. It was really low.
Either way, Rapid and Clicks will somewhat of a favorable zone here, so they'll be able to rotate pretty quickly, pretty easily here shortly.
As long as you're to the side, guys. If
Scratching my head
if I
just a
can't
little
see you
bit.
or it doesn't block the
Obviously, I
screen
think
that much,
the
I don't care what
Josh
emote you do.
Seek Talkie taking
Can we do hide and
the
seek
left
later?
side,
No, I'm
kind
just
of
gonna
where
put you
Clicks
playing
is
with
above
viewers
now.
later.
That's where they were landing, kind of fighting it out. And typically, you do
I
see
did that
them
emote?
use
Aw,
that
man.
cube
I wish I had that
to
emote.
jump on other teams. But as we saw, Moneymaker and Fortnite and around
Bro,
the
I'm not doing it.
uncontested, they went for an elimination. Towards the left side, they're not going to be able to do it. So a lot
It
of those
happened-
opportunities
it
to
starts
surprise
before
the
FNC.
team and jump on them
I mean, it starts
due to
before
the
FNC.
competition around them may not necessarily be there, or at least here early on in game
I'll
one.
play NA
As we
West, I'm not
continue to
doing-
look around, we know Frosted Flats, Peterbot and Poyo are nearby. You see Oliver OG and Xpon in the
I'm not doing
distance.
an NA
But as
Central
you
rank
know,
cup, I'll do
Acorn
NA
and
Western.
Bolts, they're the ones that hold down Frosted
I gotta
Flats,
watch
and you gotta
FNCS.
notice in the minimap, they actually have one of those two legendary POIs.
Yeah, definitely.
Bro, yes, I'll play on
Nice
60
sight lines
FPS.
on everyone
or
around
30
them. The
FPS
zone's
because my
actually
PC
pulling
doesn't like
straight
my
this
second
way,
monitor
and
for
they
some
get a
reason.
little favoritism with the zone still
Yeah,
pulling over this
It's locked
mountain
at
here.
60
This is one of
FPS even
two
though it's connected to the GPU. It's
basically
like
high
every time I
points
put it to
that's
60
available
it,
kind of
I
in
have it
this
set
side
at
of the
60
map as
FPS, but every single time I do
Also
that, just after I
very
restart my PC,
interesting.
it brings it back down to 30. So I just
Turmoil
keep it
come
at
to
30.
endgame. Meanwhile, Shadow Virgo. Man, we saw so many conversations start to unravel here. Talk about putting Virgo on the
I'll see
fraud
you.
watch, right? Like, what's going on?
Alright.
What happened during heats? It should have been a shoe-in competition for them, but either way, they dominated their way through the LCL.
So let's see how my fantasy team.
And they did it in such a spectacular
One on spawn, so I should have
You
3.
saw how Virgo managed to clutch up his game, send himself straight through to the finals. And there's a lot of
one on
haters
spawn.
out there, right?
Oh,
You have
L,
like
bro,
Venom
don't
trying to
tag
bet
Clicks,
against
bro.
him, but in the end,
Who's search
NA
tagging
team
Clicks?
came out ahead.
So far, looking good in this game, just like DK, Causers, taking a quick tag there in the distance.
I have to.
By Flex.
I'm
But
gonna
you
find
gotta
out.
imagine with that elimination, they did get a decent amount of surge. They gotta start feeling confident here. Gotta be quick on the button though. Storm is doing a decent amount of damage, so gold is definitely gonna be relevant for them in this game. As we jump on board the eastern side of the map though, we haven't seen too much from
But we
these
got
shores.
a
Luga
Spider-Man
and
over here. We got a
Braids
Skull Trooper.
kinda
We got
making it out,
Little
contested
Whip.
or not, they seem to be fair.
Alright, we got someone doing a Sprite
100
thing.
damage above the threshold.
We got a
That's
Christmas
my
skin.
main
We got
concern.
three of
Isn't
we got
necessarily
3 of
the
us.
resources, the
Got
materials, anything of the sort. 'Cause
I don't
even
even
though
know
they're
what the name of that skin is,
123
but
above
yeah.
now, this is the first surge that we have in the game. So if they don't continue to accumulate those numbers, we could see a
Luga.
point in time where they fall below that threshold.
Yeah, this entire setup is, I was going to say, almost solely dependent on whether or not a team's going to rotate around.
Bro,
the
I
Valkyries
knew it was
for
called
that
Mogul
side.
Master. I
I'm
knew
not
it.
sure I love it. Underneath them, you saw
You watched?
Contract
Nah, Brayden,
and
you lost your
Darcy there,
privilege.
So the fight sort of broke out, didn't really have a meaningful ending. We'll keep tabs on it. On the other side, though, you have
Bro,
Jet
Clicks is only
here,
100
just
above.
at the latte landing. Again, so much contestation happening up here. Veno and Agers looking to stay deep in the storm right now, maximize their materials.
Don't care
And
really.
even that, even after finishing their fights the way you saw them do it. Look at this. Their loadouts are not that pretty, not on the material count at least, and we're getting closer and closer to the 2-tick.
Low key, did you
It's
see
not just the
EU?
material, you see
Savage is top 10
bandages
right
in
now.
the inventory. Obviously, you know he needs those. Doesn't want to use that chug unless he actually
in
has
essential
to. But you
or-
can kind of see because of a triple contested fight, even if you
That's a
win
hard
the
one.
fight, not a lot of resources
low-key
will
think-
remain when the dust settles. But they are going to go ahead and use the
They're
zone
up
to their
below.
advantage to try to get surge.
I low-key
Victor
think
V
they are.
and Queesia. A real peculiar situation, 18 below the damage threshold.
Oh, no.
Uncontested on
How are
the
they supposed to
day.
take height and
So
not
you gotta
die if
imagine
you're
how
dead?
long it took them to actually farm up and get their game going. They
Trying to
probably
act
haven't
like
had too
you on
many
top,
chances to
you have
get
big of
surge
an
at this
ego.
point in time.
Well, like,
Yeah, this
we're
is
in
actually
my
very,
party, and I
very
really
scary,
just
right?
didn't want
Only
to play
4
ranked and
above
started
here.
crashing
If it
whenever I
would've went
said that we're
any
changing it back.
differently,
So I don't know
it
what
would
the
have
fuck I'm at.
taxed them incredibly just with the surge being active here. But they're looking to stay inside the storm and play for some super key positions.
Oh my
right
gosh,
now.
bro.
Now that the storm surge is
Eclipse
actively
is 100
turning on
above.
here, it's going to start costing them. But look, there's duos all around them. They just got to start getting active here, finding the shots. I was going to say, Queasy, these are the tags you need to hit here. These are your game-determining,
Eclipse is live.
game-defining shots
I'm watching
right
this
now.
stream and click.
Yeah, you can get 100 damage with the body shot. We just need to be able to hit those shots. Those are crucial ones like you were talking about. That led to 3
Yo, stop emoting.
extra
Get down.
storm surge ticks, which was about 75 damage.
Why can I see
possibly
Little Whip's
even more,
name?
because now he's taking that time to
I can only
heal
see
up.
half of y'all's names.
We got to imagine Victor V also being very, very persistent to try to get them above the damage threshold. That's why they're going to find themselves 43. Again, it's not a feeling of comfortability. Now that they're
Brayden was
above
in
that
my
damage
party, and I
threshold,
told him,
but
let's
it's
play a
moment
game
for
of
them to
reload
breathe
before
and
FNCS
reassess the
starts.
situation.
And then he decided that he was the party leader, I guess, and changed it to ranked. And I tell him, nah, we're not going to play ranked because it's my party and I want to play just unranked. And he started crashing, bro. He's like, I'm not your little puppy. And he started crashing. He started crashing, bro, just because I didn't want to play ranked because he's in my party. It's literally optional to play with me, and he decided to play with me.
Again, no one wants to stay there. 2-tick, and then the 5 is going to start.
Joshing
picking apart
Yamzo.
Players that get greedy here. Yamzo, Josh on the other side, fighting for their surge. Fighting for their tournament life right now. Barely
Yamzo,
59
almost getting a
above.
kill.
There's a couple cheeky tags there.
Yamzo gets
Get
the kill.
kill.
Oh my
He's done.
gosh.
Nicely done for Yamzo.
W Siphon.
And honestly, coming
Six
in
is only
this
133
all
buff.
worried,
Oh my gosh,
not
they might be in a
necessarily
fight.
knowing where they're going to drop as Josh
getting
does
lobbied.
go down, but
I
they've
have
been
one
in this
team.
situation before at the Summit Land, having to change things up at the last second, but it gets even worse now with Josh going down. Iamzo left
Today's my
by
birthday.
himself.
How
The
much chance
blessing
is
is
that
they're at
that
least
I'm not
above the
gonna gift them, bro?
damage threshold. On the other side, no blessings coming
That
their
if
way.
we get
Victor V
another
down.
creator code
Queasy
payout,
still
I will
getting
give
struck by
3 of
Storm
y'all
Surge,
1,000
eventually gets
V-Bucks.
in the box before he gets sent right back to the lobby. And this is where you see game
It's
one
fine.
of
I don't even care. I didn't even
finals
crash. Bro, we
usually
literally have the
has
VOD, bro. You're
most
full
tricks
crashing.
going around.
Yeah. Storm surge
You're full
starting to
crashing,
take
bro. Why
its
do you?
toll.
Why are you trying to
Queasy
have a
Victor V are
nonchalant
now down
act?
and out.
He's
Yamzo
trying to act
and
nonchalant.
Josh not looking too great either as Josh gets taken out.
He's trying to act nonchalant.
basically barrel roll his way into the safe zone.
Bro,
It's
Yamzo
close,
got a
but
kill, bro. You should have.
too
Oh my
far.
gosh, no.
For Yamzo here, at least Josh's loot, he does get to secure it, right? So he gets a couple extra heals. He'll be able to go
And
the
also,
distance
Palm,
for
my
a
friend,
little
played
bit
in the
here.
Trio Global
It's not
Champion
too far off of
2025.
placement,
There's
especially
no way.
considering they pulled zone, but
There's no way. What was the name of your friend?
oh yeah, not
Talk about
too
yourself.
good.
All right,
This
I'm
is
the
a rough
goated.
spot to
I'm
be.
the best player in the
you kinda
world.
see him
Go on my friends
switch
list.
into
Make
that
Victory
different
Cash Cup
shotgun
finals.
instead of the striker. That's just because he probably wants to shoot off into the distance.
'Cause
It
I
does
helped them
land
practice.
damage farther than the striker actually would. So Yamzo
I
trying
helped
to
them
use
practice.
his
That's how they
brain.
qual.
Instead of preparing for a box-to-box fight that may never come, he's just trying to make
I'm-
sure he
I'm
gets
their coach.
above
I'm their mentor.
the damage
I helped them
threshold.
qual.
Luga down in the distance as well, currently positioned up above. And this is where you can see how chaotic this
An
lobby
FNCS, 'cause
is
I do.
actually getting because of Storm
Hey, you
Surge.
can get an
If you're not
FNCS.
proactive,
There's
if you're not
a
reacting in
like
real
little
time,
chance
and
that we
in a
all make
position
it, but
just like
you can
this,
still
see
be an
Braids on
FNCS.
the other side, Booga down, but he
Have a
is
good
really
day, bro.
making it
Yeah,
work.
Brayden,
A
why are you
couple
trying to
shots
act
gonna connect,
nonchalant,
he's
bro?
gonna get him
You
100
crash,
above.
and then you act nonchalant. You're like,
Clutch this one
yo,
out
let me
by
join,
himself.
and then
Yamzo
I tell
here
you no, and you're like,
looking
I
to
don't even
play
care,
solo
bro.
too.
Like,
Surge is
what?
now active.
We have the
Yamzo
chat
taking a
logs.
bunch of damage.
He
Meanwhile,
literally-
Braids is trying
I
to stay
literally kicked him
active,
from
so
the party, and he
doesn't
says,
slip behind, but
let me
Yamzo
watch,
still
and then I
has
told him
more to
no,
worry
and he
about.
says, I don't care, really.
Meanwhile, a team falls. He manages to catch a little bit of relief here.
Bro,
but
he's
for
so
how
nonchalant.
long
He's
will
so
that last?
nonchalant. Oh
Look
my
how
gosh.
close they are, actually. Yamzo and Braids hit to him as two of the only solos here on the backside of zone.
I was going to say, this zone could be a nightmare here in the next one, but it's not going to be a max pull for either one of our solos, Yamzo or Braids, but it's definitely going to be a ton of distance to overcome, especially for Yamzo. 42 below, active surge. He lands a shot, but it's going to be a trade, so not a net positive overall.
Vino's winning. Vino, I'm not like Vino's not winning, by the way.
Onto the back of X-Bomb. That's going to get him 141.
Bro, I have beef with Vino, bro. I got beef with Vino. I'm his aura, yes. This is funny. I know, bro. He's like, can I join? And then I say no, and he's like, I said no, sorry, and he says, I don't care, really. Like, you're so nonchalant, bro.
The Loggy waits.
So nonchalant.
Later he gets to rotate here. We'll see if that ends up playing to his benefit. Meanwhile, Reed and Cooper earning their drop, making the most out of it as well. 2 elims here and now.
So nonchalant.
Comfortable, but the material count a little worse for wear.
Tell this guy to turn off his emote.
Yeah, and you can kind of see
It is.
400 damage above.
Oh, Dientos, I think he wants your emote off. Wait, no, not Dientos. It's Little Whip, I think he wants your emote off. Little Whip. What skin should I quit? I don't even know what skins you got, bro.
Maybe pick up a pistol or something else as the game does continue, but you're seeing the update affecting a lot of the game plans. Even Clicks and Rapid here having a little bit of a struggle. Half their POI taken below the
Can I play? No, sorry. Oh, I don't really care.
It's at least a moment
I'm so nonchalant, bro. My name is Brayden, and I'm the most nonchalant person. Whenever stuff doesn't go my way, I start telling them that they have an ego, and I start becoming nonchalant.
That's the end game where placement points starts to get dished out here. Meanwhile, Acorn's down. Bolts is by himself.
I become nonchalant whenever stuff doesn't go my way.
A couple players just have to fall here for him to be safe, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. In any
Me
case,
puppies
being a solo
chat,
here
I
is
want
a
2
tough
wiener
spot
dogs.
to be in.
I want 2 wiener
Let's
dogs.
see what Bolts can do as far as clutches are concerned. We saw what
Bro, I have him on my
Acorn did
fantasy
over the
Fortnite team.
course of the
I have him on my
last
fantasy
weekend
Fortnite team.
as he found his way to a massive highlight. Meanwhile,
Bro,
looking at
nut
this from the
because
high
he was
ground,
the
you
cheap
have
fantasy
Eden
Fortnite
just
team,
kind
bro.
of holding things down, and
I had like
Callisto
20 points left to
Yonzo
grab 3
still
people because I
standing
spent
here.
it on
Finds
Peterbot.
another
I mean
elim
on
as well.
Polo.
This one out to Oliver OG. Very nice for them. That's 3 elims and more.
I think I'm a big streamer because I have 2K followers. Hey,
Hey,
bro, so Google costs about $0.
At this point in time, trying to keep himself going, he's in the meat of those placement points. Top 10 is where you get half of them. And as of now, Aiden and Clixie, though, up at the top, they have not been contested. We're going over some.
If you Google's free, by the way, Brayden, and averaging 14 viewers puts me in the top 1.5% of streamers.
Still early, so we know that can come.
This is so
Brayden, so if we
uncharacteristic
use
for
our
Google
common
for you.
sense and
They
you
have
use
pulled
Google,
some
which is
back
free,
zones
if I
here,
average
forcing them
14
into low
viewers,
ground.
which I
So
usually
much
average
material,
20,
but this is a dangerous
I am
place for
put
all
inside
the
of the
other
top
duos.
1% of
Talking
streamers,
about
by the way.
Boyle, the speed, the accuracy, their ability to perform is top tier. You're watching it go down. Meanwhile,
Duels
Venom
free,
Danger,
Brayden.
7 eliminations, dominating right now. My gosh, they are running away with things.
I stream on Facebook.
As well. Mythic Pistol, which leads me to leave Victor
I stream on Facebook Marketplace. I do auctions.
Or something close to it as Higgs gets an elimination. They immediately try to elevate themselves.
I
again.
stream on what's that called? What's that app called? That's like yellow and black. Like for the cards.
Underneath them, Higgs and Curves still firing off, getting eliminations. These are
I don't
all
know, bro.
teams
It was-
that know how to play
it was
towards
something-
the height. And here it
Oh my gosh,
goes.
Peterbot's
Venom
dead.
Angels are gonna be the first ones to challenge up above.
Oh my gosh, they're
Peterbot's
so
down.
low.
Angels has gonna fall.
Oh no, they got
Team
20th,
being
bro.
shattered
No.
and placed as solos.
Doesn't matter how good you are, Boyo
You can get
is
more stream-
dangerous.
No,
He
I have it on
wins
dual
this
stream.
one. Veno gets deleted on the way up, and he's forced to the ultimate
I
low
do
ground.
I
think
do a
other
dual
teams
stream, so if
actually
you're
got their
scrolling on
attention
YouTube Shorts, you can
to
find me
the
on
high
YouTube
ground,
Shorts,
Boyo
but only if you scroll on
still
YouTube Shorts,
sweat as he's trying
or
to
if
download
you're
what's
not on YouTube
happening
Shorts,
here all around him.
you will find me
Meanwhile,
just with a normal
you can see
stream.
Vert lurking. You can see Bolt still clutching as a solo as well. And take a look at this. Ritual finding himself by himself once again. Cole doing the smart thing here. Dropping him all the excess
sorry,
heals.
bro,
There
you
goes the
can't
material
join.
count.
Oh,
He
it's
has
okay,
to
I don't really
stay in the
care.
storm in order to pick up these extra mats here to try to go to distance now.
I'm so nonchalant, I don't care.
Crucial placement
So
points here.
nonchalant.
Risk-free placement points for the most part, bypassing everything that's going on here. And while
I'm so
Boyo's
nonchalant
at
that
a
I keep
solo
coming
up
back to
above,
the
Higgs
person
and
who I'm
Curve
hating
are
on
clearing
stream,
out the
give him
mid
more
and
ad
low
revenue.
layers.
I'm so
Anybody who's
nonchalant.
crossed their path has
Hey,
just been eliminated.
yeah,
And down
Little Whip,
below,
what do we
all
tell
the
you
way
about
in
Evo
the
with that
bottom,
Evo, bro?
Rise
You're
still
ruining
holding
the
strong.
people's
There's a 50
experience.
elimination here. It could be between
Oh,
these
Kim
three
K.
teams left as another one's gonna fall.
Good.
QK has just got eliminated.
NA is so
Hey, how we
excited.
doing?
We're watching these exceptional duos go toe-to-toe right now. Curve and Higgs trying to fight for the high ground here, but
Looks
Boyo's
is dead.
putting up a strong defense. Curve goes around for it. He
They got
wants
20th.
this high ground more than anything, as that'll set them up for the win. There it is.
I have pulled. Oh my gosh,
Higgs
Higgs might get game 1 win.
It's theirs to run away with. A little bit of fall damage, some extra shots here though. So
Bro, I'm fine with Higgs winning. I'm fine with Higgs
there's some
winning.
danger up top. Remember, that's Rise and Muzz who
I'm
are
fine with
running
Higgs
out
winning.
of material here. This is a big refresh for them. There it is. They managed to get the loot here, and now we're looking at the 2v2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that Mythic
Bro,
Warforged
Queasy
could
is
be
lying, bro.
different,
Queasy said that he
but
was
really no
King
chance
Curve
to
for
use
that
it.
Mystic
Muzz is
pistol
gonna
every single
go
game, bro.
down First. His teammate Rise is gonna fall to the zone, and Higgs and Curve end off heats with 18 eliminations and start grand finals with a win.
Had the pleasure to talk with Curve and see what he was capable of, and he is carrying that momentum right now. Game 1.
Bro,
the
L
Higgs
Queasy,
and
bro, L
Curve
liars.
jersey.
Because they
What
know
an
that
exciting start.
Victor V can't 1v2 them. Because Queasy's an L fighter.
Ew,
Baxty almost
what
beat him
am
in the
I
token, bro.
watching in game number 1? Oh my gosh.
Everybody have a good day. I don't
12
care about what you say, but then you start complaining whenever I tell you something. Yeah. I'm so nonchalant that I complain whenever they say something, but then whenever I get beaten, whenever I say stuff, I just start saying I'm nonchalant.
Maybe,
Oh, I
honestly,
don't care
Higgs and
that
Curve
Palm's the
played
best
that
streamer.
so
I
well.
don't
We
care.
got to watch so many different
But he's
perspectives
not the
there
best
where it
streamer.
looked
I
like
don't
there
care
was
that
just
he's the
so
best
much
streamer,
control
though.
on the low and high ground. But then here,
Fair.
Higgs and Curve kind of on the mid ground, but also making sure that they're grabbing these elims, grabbing these refreshes. And
Yo,
then, of
bro,
course,
this is-
they wait for the chaos on the
Bro,
high
I
ground.
swear
And it
Cold
was
spends more
Peter
time
and
with
Pollo
Frantic than he does on
versus
Fortnite,
Veno
bro.
and
Like,
AJ,
it's
and they
crazy.
just wait till everyone's eliminating each other to steal that hideaway for themselves.
Bro, Frantic
Yeah,
is
kind of
not
crazy
bad.
how high ground kind of played out here. I would
Not
have
bad,
came
bro.
into the NA finals here thinking that we would have had some established teams up there throughout, like Peter and Player, or maybe Queasy even in the mix. But yeah, a lot of teams kind of willing to go for it. But Curve and Higgs were the ones to kind of find the timing that was necessary.
Oh, dang, it is
Again,
National
we talk about it time
Girlfriend's
and
Day
time
today.
again.
That's why
Sometimes
Cold
taking the
posted
high
that.
ground is a little bit too early opens you up to just way too much damage. You can see it's 11 zone with just a 10-second timer left before it jumps over to 12
Right.
zone. So they go very, very late. And as a result of that, they only had to take out Pollo. And
Curve
after
look,
this
he
kill,
cooked
I
them
mean,
all.
they just went ahead and rained down on the rest of the lobby.
Oh, and
I
for
even
it
know
to
who
be
Darth
Curve
is.
and Higgs
Type
versus
in my
Muzz and
stream chat
Rise, I
whoever
swear
Darth is.
everyone
I
had a
low-key
mythic
forgot.
in their hand as well. What a
Yo, stop
great
doing party
show.
hips, Kim K.
What a great game
You're ruining the
one.
viewing experience. I'm getting distracted.
I mean, there's a reason that Curve went ahead and won. He's a, an FNCS champion, now looking to say, maybe we should hold that title. Maybe that title's worth hanging on to. Maybe I can go ahead and be the best in the world. Higgs, let's go ahead and get you a little W. That sounds pretty sick to me. That was just game number 1. That was insane.
But yeah, bro, I'm literally looking
chaotic.
at
So
them
many
doing
things to
like the
highlight after
little
game. What we're gonna do is
hand
go to break.
motion.
When we come
I'm trying to
back,
watch the
take a
stream.
look at the leaderboard.
I'm trying to watch the
Leaderboard,
Fortnite
this is
stream,
how it's
and
Saturday.
I have
We'll
to
take
look
a
at the hand
leaderboard,
motion.
See how things are. Don't laugh, Kelly. Production, take us a break. Don't laugh,
I'm looking at the
Kelly.
hands. Oh yeah, 3 minutes? That's pretty quick. Like 5 minutes in between games. Chat, wow, look how much people we have watching FNCS. Wow, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful, guys. And then we're all together, and then Essie's just out by himself. Alone again. Alone again. Bum ba-da-dum. Bum ba. Do fighting while we wait? No, y'all do that. Y'all can do that. Alone. Actually, yeah, chat. Everybody go into play mode. Starting in 20. It's starting in 20 seconds, guys. Everybody go into play mode. It's starting in 20 seconds. Brayden's already back, chat. Brayden's already back. Bye. I'll see y'all later. And then he's back, bro. Brayden, you're so nonchalant, bro. You're already back. Thank you for the ad rev. Why? Oh, out of bit of a brick. All right. Get on the mountain. Oh, high ground. All right. Go, go. Ah. Okay. I'm a little low. I think I should pop properly for that. Dead? Cracked? What the heck? Solo get front zone, Solo get front. Playing Legends Landing. It's literally what we were playing. Bro, I missed the old Legends landing, bro. The old Legends landing was so much better. No, not. No, the one where it's just free for all. Yeah, I miss free for all. Bro, why did you just use it or something? What are you using? Chat, going back into play mode, chat. Go back into view mode. If you don't want to play the next one, you gotta go back into view mode. I joined Yaglak. Ghost, what's your username? I'll let you join.
Welcome back, Fortnite fam. Sorry about that. Kelly laughed at me the whole 3 minutes. But we're back. We're back. Game number 1. Curve and Higgs. 12 elim. Victory Royale. This is a statement game if I've ever
Bro, why does she
seen
always
one.
sound
So
like
many duos in that lobby. They were following, like, watching going, oh my gosh, this is the most chaotic end game we've ever seen in our lives. Hope that they didn't find
At Dorsey, you gotta go a little bit more to the side if you're gonna do that emote because I low-key gotta see.
As we start to take a look at these standings,
Amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little
Can I be on your team next match?
for
Just whatever team I get on, bro.
Higgs and Curve break into the triple.
Yeah, we'll do.
digits
Well, every time that there's
immediately
another game, we'll
off
always do like
that.
one round.
But man, so many different duos performed so big in that last game. Let's talk about Agers and Venom.
Or I'll do another.
Showing up, obviously.
Leaving, and I don't know, bro,
poor
but he'll be
Venom,
back. He'll be back.
You know, they had that little spat on high ground, and then he decided, oh shoot, we gotta go ahead
see, he's
and
already
back
back,
out,
bro.
and then was left with 2 solo clutch, but still. They're going crazy. They have
He's already
so
back, bro.
many eliminations.
I'm leaving the stream. Have a good day. He said that 2 times, by the way, and he's already back. Said it 2 times, by the way, and he's back again. Third time's the charm, I mean. Third time's the charm.
They had what 5 eliminations early
All right,
on.
guys, third time's the charm.
4. So to see them being able to handle these situations early on is exactly what we needed to see from them to be able to have a successful end game, and that's exactly what we got to watch. Honestly, the height still didn't necessarily go the way that they were hoping to, and having it be up against Peterbot and Polio, there's only so much that you can do in that 2v2 situation.
Oh, bro,
So,
what place is
although it did
Clicks
come
in?
down to a little bit of a solo play from Veno in the end.
Bro,
there,
how does
not
Yamzo doing better
necessarily
than Clicks?
Exactly the end game that they wanted, but with the amount of eliminations
Alright, Clicks got it this
they were
game. Clicks
able
got it
to
this
grab
game.
in the early and mid game, it's able to kind of hold them up in our top 10 leaderboard now.
Yeah, great to see Veno and Agers kind of getting
Yeah, it
into
was
the
a dead
mix
game.
towards the end of the game. I will kind of give everybody at home a quick little peek into some of the stats behind the scenes. Veno actually did the most amount of damage that game. He had upwards of 1,400, and second place actually only had 1,100. So 300 damage, kind of ahead of Higgs, who was in second place there. So
I hope
the damage is being
I hope
dealt
that
by Veno, and
Velocity
the
actually
damage
did
was
a little bit,
actually dealt
did
up
pretty good.
towards
I
the
hope that he
high
did pretty
ground.
good.
We did see Veno and Agers try to make a little bit of a play onto Peterbot and Polio, who of course
Guys, gotta
were
crash if
holding
you're
the
gonna
high
stand
ground
right
up
there.
for just a short spell.
Bro, who turned on Go
That being
Goated?
said, that little bit of a fight that we saw go on up there was kind of actually on the back foot of Peterbot and Polio finding this elimination right there. If you got a quick glimpse of that, Peterbot was actually down to 9 builds, but that single elimination netted him upwards
Yeah, bro, it's
of
crazy that the next one,
120 builds.
the
After
next,
that, they were like,
whatchamacallit,
"Alright,
the
it's time to go ahead
next-
and take high ground."
the
Wait a
next,
minute. Hold up, why is Agers
Reload
up
Victory
here
Cup is like
shooting
2 days
me
before my
in
college
the
starts.
back? And yeah, so they were kind of caught off guard just a little bit, but of course Polio kind of stayed alive and was forced to go ahead and do exactly what we saw him do at Summit. Went ahead, stayed
I might
alive,
if I
has
wake
the
up.
solo to go ahead and secure a couple of more points. That being said, it wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't a 1v4 clutch win, but enough to go ahead and keep them towards the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, Pollo, once again, holding that solo, and to do it in the way that he did, where it wasn't necessarily like he was playing scared, he was kind of in the back end of the zone. No, he was playing that like he was a full duo, even dropping
Dang,
down
he
to
didn't
get
do that good.
refreshes on recently eliminated players while still controlling high.
He had a
But
good
obviously,
first
there's only
game,
so much you can
and
do
then
in
got
that
grief
moment,
by an exotic
especially when you
RPG, and
had
then the other games
full
apparently
duos
did bad
around you,
because
like
that
Higgs
3
and
games.
Curve, Muzz and
finals.
Rise on the low ground, but just lots of big teams in that end game there. But you know, we talked about him a little bit at the start of the show. Muzz and Rise, you asked me, Zeke, is this a team, a duo that can come out and break into the top 10? And I honestly couldn't
Yo,
give you
how
a
is
confident answer
Rise
at
is
the
actually
start. I don't
competing
wanna
crazy with
lie
Muzz,
to
like,
you.
what?
There was a bit of a question mark because they
Bro,
are
if
so
Clicks doesn't
newly
make the-
formed, and
if
we
Clicks
haven't
doesn't
really
make
been
land
able to
on
see
this
them
one
in these
too,
set
bro, oh
lobbies,
my.
but finally, when there's doubts casted, they like to make sure that
He's gonna have to somehow qual from the second chance round.
Second place in
Second
the game
chance
number
so hard.
1 is a great way to start their tournament.
I can't even play second chance. I'm not even top 200,000.
Second
Yeah.
place, 6 eliminations, and honestly had a pretty good chance to go ahead and win that game as well.
So
as
if
they
you're gonna
were
play
a
second
duo
chance, you
alive
gotta
kind
find
of
someone
on
else
this little
because
low
I
ground there.
can't even play that.
Unfortunately, couldn't make it happen, but they will
Because I don't
definitely
have, I'm not
be
top
happy with their
200,000
game
in
one performance
PR.
without a doubt.
You know, there's so many other things in that game. There's so many solo clutches.
No, I'm pretty sure
I
the
gotta
top-
think about that.
top
Ian was a
200,000
solo
because
clutch in
that
that
played
game.
EU too.
Again, we have 12 games we have to fight through, right? This isn't like a sprint. This is a marathon. So finding these situations where you can pick up these critical points, man, major props to Iamzo.
I mean, it was even before this moment when Josh first went down where he was trying to break into the edge of zone and he had two different teams kind of pinching him from either side.
Yeah,
and he was
you're
just using
in
so much max, so many of his heals
146,600.
just to stay alive. I thought, well, there's no way he's used up so many resources, but Iamzo grabs
Yeah,
this
top two.
clutch refresh elimination and the moment that he needed it most, just giving
heck?
him the mats that he needed
Why do I
to
have-
survive and
Why
make
do I
it
have
into
two
the
people on
end
my
game
friends
even
list? That's
further.
Aeronova
And so that's
YouTube
allowing
A
them
and
to be
Aeronova
currently
YouTube
in
B, bro. What?
16th place. And honestly, from how rough that kind of transition into the moving
1,000
zones
away,
were,
top two.
I think that that is an impressive result for him.
Yeah, I think when he actually entered that situation himself, I think they were on 8 points. So if he just went down, didn't
All right,
actually
let's
put
see
up
how
a
much PR I'm
performance
at.
like that, he'd be on
I'm
8
at,
points and a
14.
whole heck of a lot further down the leaderboard. So
Mm,
28
14
points,
points.
nothing
Evan,
too
you're
crazy,
at
but still kind of keeping them in the top
bare minimum.
20. And we were looking at that second
16
page right there. I did see
two,
another
a
team
little bit
that I'm
less
sure
than that.
everybody at home was kind of seeing as well.
So if we do
Equine
good in the
Bolts
rank cup, I might go up
15th
100.
place. Not necessarily a good game from those guys. Kind of expect them to do better, but that's why we love grand
No,
finals.
not-
2
it's not
days,
Fortnite checker,
12 games
Fortnite
total, so
PR.
11 more to go.
Yeah, this is just like the
It's
feeler
off-
game,
it's
right?
off the
This
floor.
is just the first of many to come, and that's
Yeah, and it
fine,
was
right?
super-
We probably don't want to have more games like that,
Yeah.
but this is Acorn Bolts. I have full faith. They'll come out swinging either this game or the game after, or they'll just win everything. Let's just let Acorn and Bolts win it all. All right, sorry about that. I saw the future there for a moment. Forgive me.
Actually,
But
never
that
mind.
being said,
We'll
it's
start
that
an
time
hour
that we're
late on
almost getting
the.
ready
Actually,
to
no. We'll
kick
start
off
an.
game
I'm only. We'll play the rank
number
up for an hour and a
two.
half
What have our
because
players
we'll
learned?
we'll
What are they
end
gonna
it.
do differently? How are they gonna take the fight?
We'll play
to
in
everyone
essential
on the
because
battle
we'll
bus
just
for those
start late.
championship spots. Whoa, sorry about that. Got
Because it
crazy
doesn't.
there.
It barely.
got
It
you.
takes one game to get top 1,000.
Zeke always keeping things interesting. For me, my takeaway here, Jacob, is the noticeable gap. 12 eliminations.
Top 1,000
in the
should
grand
get
final
me
setting.
like 2 PR.
You get more points, you are rewarded more. So Curve and Higgs are very far from some of that other competition right now.
Yeah, we've
We do a
also
custom
seen
tomorrow?
a few teams that you didn't necessarily expect
Yeah,
to be dealing with Storm Surge. were
I'm down for
actually
customs
really
tomorrow after
affected
FNCS
by
chat. I'm
that
down for
Storm
customs
Surge
tomorrow
mechanic.
after FNCS.
Inability to get enough positive damage ratio throughout the course of the game really hurt them in the
I
second
woke up
half
at 2
of those
today.
zones. But there's 11 games left, plenty of time to make adjustments. So let's just jump into game 2.
Here
Josh and Yamsa are
we
gone?
have a
What?
game number 2
They get
kicking
gone?
off, and of
What
course,
time? After
Luka
FNCS,
and
like I said.
Braids. We had this big question
Yeah, add my
mark
screen, Scott.
under contested drop. It seems like they've gotten themselves a little bit of distance from Contrap and Darcy. In the early game last time when we tuned in, the fight had already broken
Yeah, out of
out,
my
and they were
screen, bro.
almost forced into a stalemate here. I do wonder if it's just the terrain, right? It's really hard to navigate with all the trees and whatnot. If this drop spot is ever going to be completely
Yeah,
clear
oh,
for them,
Taki,
probably
that's who
not.
I
On the
have
other
on my
side here,
fantasy
you
Fortnite
have
team,
the
bro.
fight
That's
with
negative
Yamsa and Josh breaking out
3
already.
points, bro. Are we
They're coming
serious?
out way ahead.
Bro,
And
That's
already
negative
see a
3
little
points for me.
difference here in this fight versus kind of how we peaked
I'm in the
into
negatives.
action in that last game is unless they
I'm
got
literally-
big
wait,
pots
no, I
off
might
or
not
maybe
be.
a chug
Wait,
jug,
no, I'm
it
not in
doesn't
the
look like
negatives.
they
Never
took
mind.
a single hit of damage. So already
Luka got
changed
me
the way
0
things
points last
up,
game, bro.
but
Are you
this
serious?
one will not change. Triple
Bro,
contested as Agers actually
Luka,
gets 2 to jump on. They
Taki,
don't get
and
the
Oak are
uncontested
literally
Eastern
selling me, bro. They got
side
me
anymore,
0 points.
But he does scare him off, gets the first floor loot. Veno jumps in to take down Chimp, basically leaving 20 by himself on this side of the map.
So
Bro,
smart, too.
these
Look
guys
at
are
the-
selling me,
the
bro.
thought process coming out of
Are we
Veno
serious?
there, not to fully commit into the builds, knowing that the teammate was here, waits for Agers to come through, but 20
Bro, how is
gets the
Slogo beating me,
exchange
bro?
there.
I've been
In the
dead
end,
last
Veno
to-
was quick, but
bro,
here
what?
it is. Madden and Chance want revenge. They're coming in fast. Veno's gonna have to play this one smart.
Yeah, essentially 2v1. You've got ARC and Jojo Fishy in the distance as well that can potentially disrupt this. Agers fully eliminated out of this game. No chance for a revive. 68 points in that last game for Veno and
Bro,
Agers. They
why
made a
did
play
Quote
for
pick
the high
Webster as
ground,
one of their
and
fantasy
consistency
Fantasy
throughout
Fortnite
2 games really
fraggers, bro?
relies on this.
Scott, you have to
How
crouch,
he's
bro, if you're
going
gonna
to
watch, bro. You gotta
survive.
crouch,
He
Scott.
doesn't have any extra shields other
You'll
than
be
that
alright.
he just found thanks to Ritual going down, of course. So this is death.
Scott, bro, you gotta crouch or get out of my way.
This is perfect. Look, you have Magma now starting to look up as well, possibly
I know, bro, I'm
thinking
dead
about
fast.
jumping into this fight here, but Veno's lurk game is just the best.
Alright, Scott, I'll
we've
ban you,
ever
bro, if you don't
seen.
move,
Look,
bro.
he holds it
Scott, how
down
much time
so
do I gotta
long
tell you?
enough that Chance and Manor are still debating of whether or
On
not
Fashion
it's
tomorrow,
worth
yeah,
going
I'm down
inside the
for
builds
customs.
here.
I'm down.
Venno just watching. He could even sneak out if he really wanted to, but
Tomorrow.
might get caught in the process. He already has the card. It is, look, now they're going to leave them to second guess themselves, and Venno's probably going to get away scot-free.
Tomorrow after FNCS chat, we'll do
Yeah,
customs.
those third-party shots from
Tomorrow
the
after FNCS, we'll do.
distance kind of made Madden and Chance just kind of scurry away from that side, which means they can no longer lurk. But the
Oh my,
shot-
people are doing
God,
so
the
bad, bro. I
rapid
shouldn't have
fire
gone with the
SMG.
underdogs. I should have
Venno
got with the people that
strikes
everybody
down
glazes.
and brings it to him and Chance in
The
a
underdogs
1v1
were not worth it, bro. They're
scenario.
underdogs
Chance
for a
getting
reason.
that shockwave effect, being
I should
able
not
to
have
move a
chosen.
little bit faster could be the
Yo,
difference
Scott, get
maker
out of my
here.
screen,
He's
bro.
able to weave in and out of the box, but Venno still hitting haymaker after haymaker. Got him boxed up. Venno,
Oh, no.
what are we witnessing, monster?
Damn, a
But
good
now
body art.
Magma comes up. He sees what's going on here.
Oh my gosh, Bean is about to die.
Was not his. He does manage to take
Alright,
it just
Scott,
in
I'll
time.
actually
And now he's
ban you for a day, bro.
scrambling to try to
How much
stay
I'm trying to
up
tell you?
here. Two shots coming in from
Bino
both
just died off
sides.
spawn.
Venno falls with 4 eliminations. He did manage to pad the stats.
Yo.
But in the end, Void and Magma's timing was just too good. They waited patiently, but my gosh, what a clutch from
Cooper and
Venno.
Ree are on the outskirts.
Yeah,
What the
it
heck?
seems to me everybody was watching the feed. When you see Chimp go down,
Hey,
you're like,
Cooper,
"Actually,
bro, you got me,
two teams
Cooper?
are fighting." When you see
Come on,
Madden
Cooper, you
go
got
down
this.
to Venno
I
and
need these
Agers,
points.
You're seeing all 3 teams in that exchange. Magma and Void probably watched the feed along with Reed and
Scott,
Cooper.
I mean,
Perfectly
Cooper, I
timed.
need
At
this,
least
bro.
one elimination
Don't let
picking
Reed
that one up.
steal every
Getting
single
some
kill,
surge,
Cooper.
and this
On
where
my
you see
life,
Reed and
steal
Cooper
every
kinda
single
doing
kill,
the
bro.
same
Reed's not gonna
thing.
get
They
mad.
have the
My fantasy
luxury
Fortnite
to
team is
rotate
more important
around
than anybody with
because
Reed
of
on their
that
team.
crucial win against Josh Niamzo for the actual POI. So now they can easily go back to Wonky Land and continue on with the rest of their game.
Bro, Ryzen must have the best spot.
Just
Like,
an
what? This is the best
explosive
surge spot.
Start to game number 2.
Tomorrow,
And I
it
mean,
ends
I'm
at like
thinking to myself,
7:30
like, how
tomorrow.
do you hit the drawing board on that? What can you do better, right? Like when a team just decides they're gonna pull 50-50 you, and you manage to win that fight as fast as they did, but the other duos jump on you, and then you have a lurk outside of the POI. I mean, at this point, something's got to break here. Well, either way.
No! He don't.
Get to start touching base with the teams that are performing very, very well here. Muzz and Rise, of
Clicks,
course, have a nice
clicks,
little lead, nice little
clicks,
cushion being built
clicks,
here. Yeah,
clicks,
and Rapid
clicks.
coming off.
That's a
Gets
free
the
point.
cross.
Yeah,
We're
clicks
up
is
to
the goat.
17-4
Yeah, that's a
here.
free point. Yeah, clicks is the goat. Hey,
All 2 eliminations
Hey.
now for Rapid here as things start
clicks
wrapping up.
is the goat.
I already know what
Clicks
happened.
is
I
the
already know what
goat.
happened. We might see a replay soon. I don't know,
Clicks
but I
is
already
the
know what happened. They
goat.
used the cube yet again from Sanctuary, and that was one of
Yo,
the
get on
things
my
of
screens,
everybody
guys. Get on my
contested
screens.
around them, or you can jump on Moneymaker, or you can jump
about to
on
not let y'all
Visions
join it.
Threads. I think they just saw QK
I'm only letting the
Garrops
people
out of
who
position.
be
The
very
first
nice to
one
me
got
join.
surprise attacked, and then from there,
Yeah, everybody's being
2v1
very nice.
against Clicks and Rapid. Honestly, gonna be hard for anybody.
Good morning,
to
you fought him? Yeah,
overcome
26-0.
odds like
Every
that.
kill me
So they're gonna
times
go
and
ahead
I
and
got
start
it-
their
got him
game
0
off, and
times.
you
I
can
remember
really
that.
see a lot of the adjustments from not just one team, but
I remember
multiple
that
teams
Clicks
in
did
this
that to me,
lobby.
bro. I
One of
remember.
the things I kind of noted when we
I
started
remember.
this game is how some teams were kind of lacking with Storm Surge. It was the inevitable downfall. I think they're realizing from game 1 to game 2 that cannot be a thing.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Josh Niamzo, we know, had very little surge going into that second, zone 6 or so, right as we got to that moving zone. So things were looking a little worse for wears for them. Another team that we definitely want to touch on.
Running a jellyfish?
Obviously, King and Craze here, right?
I think I read that a
strong
little
duo.
late.
We didn't really see their journey nor follow it.
Oh, yeah,
game
you
one,
are-
but
you are
they
running
were
a
in
jellyfish.
fourth place with
Oh.
4 eliminations. They have just been
They'll be
playing
jellyfish.
exceptionally well over the last few weeks.
Hold on, I'm
They
gonna
have
I'm gonna make it a
slowly
little
and
louder.
surely earned their
Wait,
way
can I?
into the
Oh,
conversation
it doesn't
as
even
the
get
team that
louder.
can be a dark horse
I know
winner
it- I know
of
it.
this weekend's competition. Part of what's going on here is that there are so many teams contested.
Come on,
all
Polo,
around
steal
them.
the
So
kill.
a lot of favorable things kind of
Polo,
lining
steal the
up
kill.
for King and Craze.
Polo,
But
bro, you need it.
take a look at this fight created by Boyo. This is more about
Polo,
what
you
we
need it, bro.
see from them grains to grains, right? Picking and choosing their fights wisely.
Polo, I
Just
love
got to
you.
be careful here. They're a little bit further north than I would expect it at this point in time. But again, the zone pulling, probably forcing their hands. But they went from Sinister all the way to above Calamari King.
Polo, I love
Even
you.
though we probably don't see him yet, one of those two teams in the minimap could very well be King and Craze looking to third party it. Because we know when it comes to King and
Right
Craze,
round,
they don't
right
necessarily
round.
sit in one of those
Right round,
boxes
right
shooting
round.
off in the distance.
That's
to
the only
get
part of
their
that song
surge.
that I
They're
know,
a
Lion. That's the
fighting
only
team.
part.
They kind of remind you of like that early Peterbot and Poyo duos where even if they were below on Surge, you kind of see them fighting on the outskirts. The next time you see them, they're 500 above. That's the feeling I get from King and Craze.
Yeah, definitely a dynamic duo.
Yo, stop showing me your
Boyo,
candy,
Peterbot
bro.
right now.
Y'all know that I'm on alt account. I can't even eat anything while
Good if
watching
they
this because I'm
disengage
on
from
alt
the fight.
account.
They've got what they
Excuse
wanted.
me,
They
stop
got to
eating in
touch
front of me,
the
guys. Come on.
vending machine
Are
there.
so
Get a
rude.
couple trade and tags
Hey, share,
off
share,
there.
share, share.
See Acorn Bolt still watching nearby. Last time
Bro,
in game
hold
one,
on,
they
share
were
with
kind
me,
of
Scott.
positioned
Share
up
with me.
not
Yep,
too
yep,
far from
share
Peter
with
Boy and Frosted Flats. This time they have found themselves in
Scott.
the bush, also in the warpath of Peter Boy and Pollo.
So get away from me.
The strategies coming together fairly closely game to game, but also dynamic
And
from
L
game to
greedy
game,
people,
which you
they're
can definitely
greedy.
appreciate.
Oh, greedy
Yeah,
people.
I feel
They're
like
not sharing their candy
sometimes
with
good
me.
shots right there from Acorn, but when you're kind of boxed up, you know, teams don't necessarily peek unless they kind of see a window open, a half edit, so they're not necessarily looking in your direction. By utilizing
Scott,
bushes
he said
here,
that he doesn't
you
like
do
you.
leave yourself
Dixie said that
vulnerable.
he
How
doesn't
many
like you,
times have
Scott.
we seen teams rotate by and just kind of
Said-
blindly
he
shoot the
said
bushes to
stop.
make sure nobody's there?
Put him-
But what
God,
this is allowing them to
stop.
do is catch so many
said that he
teams
doesn't
off
like
guard,
you.
even the ones that are in their bases. And even though it might be one shot here, one shot there, those small numbers add up over the course of the game. So Acorn having his head on straight along
Alright,
with
let's see if my
Bolts,
class schedule
gonna
has
make
been
up
set
for a
out
couple
yet.
of the mistakes they made in that
Even my
last
schedule
game.
yet.
As we continue to look around, Boji, Alongo, Causers, DK, Vlex, and his duo there. Still
Imagine
on
how
the
de-
outskirts, still early on in the
Imagine how
game,
depressing
Monster, so
school's
I
gonna be
don't
whenever
think
it starts.
it's necessarily going to affect too many players.
I used to be
being
able to play
this loaded
Fortnite
as
whenever I want, and now I can't
Yeah,
even play it
definitely.
whenever I
mean,
want.
They're taking their time, but they're farming teams for surge damage here. But in the distance, that duo we just saw,
Right now, alright, bro. I'll
HQ
see you.
and VLEX hearing the shots, so now they have effectively
Bro,
all the
my
information.
schedule's not
of the
even out
two
yet either,
teams
bro. I
and
wanna
where
see
they're
what my
positioned
schedule's
inside the
gonna-
storm line there. Meanwhile, Curve and Higgs on the other side. I just find it so interesting that they somehow managed to piece together enough damage considering they played one of the most isolated
I'm
sections
sharing
of the
slogan,
map
slogan
here.
sharing with you. Oh,
They
that makes
just
sense.
get
That makes
to
sense.
it when it matters. They find their damage fast.
Yeah, I think part of that is not necessarily
bro.
that they're not finding
I think he's just
damage.
waiting for someone to
is
talk
they're
about
not
him.
taking damage
Yo,
either.
look at
You know what I
Cooper
mean?
Meat.
So it
Oh my
ends
gosh,
up
so
kind
cool.
of at 0 for most of the early game. One tag is going to put them above most of the teams, even taking no damage. You see the rotation coming out from Reed and Cooper, something that we saw in the heat stages for them to make it there.
Why are you
Reed's hub,
texting an
just going,
8-year-old,
showing
bro? You're
everybody how
weird.
it works. You kind of just either pickaxe or just take
Why
a
you
shot
texting
at one of those flotation devices, flies in the water.
Yo,
And
Solo,
the
share
key
with me,
for
bro.
this
You're literally
strategy,
wasting
though,
half
is
of them,
that
bro. I see it.
rapid
You're literally
fire
sharing them.
SMG. Every other weapon
You're
in the
literally
game
wasting
will
half of them,
simply
Slogo,
do
bro.
way
You gotta
too
turn my
much
way.
damage. The flotation
just
device will
missed
break,
you.
and you'll
You
end
just
up
missed
like
yourself,
the
bro.
skipper just stuck in the middle of nowhere. But they go ahead and
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Aim
allows
my
them
way. Do that
to,
and
in
aim
a
my way so I
matter
can eat it.
of 60
Do
seconds
that
to
emo and
maybe
aim my
a
way so I can eat
minute
it,
and a
Slogo.
half max. They rotate all the way from
I want the
Wonky Land
candy.
to the southern
Oh, wait,
portion of
thank
the
you,
map
Scott,
where they're
thank you.
looking ahead.
This is what makes them such a sleeper duo, right? Look at the preparation involved in setting themselves up here for the grand finals. You didn't see this come out of this particular team during the heat section. We did
Oh,
see this.
I missed that. I
strategy
missed
during
that. Hold
the
on.
heat section,
I'm opening-
but we
I'm opening
knew
up
there
my
was
mouth.
gonna be a team that would get to
Yum.
grands, and of course,
I'm gonna go right here.
It's Reed and Cooper now. Meanwhile, Virgo and Shadow, a very slow start to their game. One heat wave harbor, bringing
wait, hold
a
on,
lot
miss
of
it.
troubles here for teams nearby.
Yo,
Virgo
thank you,
watching
Scott.
things
Thank
off
you,
in the
Scott.
distance. It's a full-on fight breaking out right ahead of them. You have Webster
Like my skin?
here.
Oh, which one is you?
Along with
Are you
Encrypted
good, bro?
Webster. You know, part of that 313
Are you the
community
pickle?
with Bucky, Okus, who's also in this. I know
The pickle is
Brando's
looking kinda
kind of
good.
joining that as well. And when Webster qualified, the entire
What flavor
house
even is the yellow
of
pickle?
Dude with cheers.
Wait, that's like
that
that's like
is
the
type
sourdough
of
pickles with
friendship
that
you
weird
want
like
to have
sour mama.
supporting. And
It's
that
called-
comes
it's
from
like
Bucky
sour
not
mama.
making the actual finals. For him to still show that support is just absolutely insane. And so for Webster Encrypted, I feel like Webster's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. You know, being passed up by so many duos, finally getting somebody in Encrypted that he's confident with. And I think this is a moment to prove, like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
my
not
dog
just a
did it
content
again. Oh
creator.
my
I'm a
gosh,
threat
bro.
to your guys' lobbies.
All right, he's gonna start to separate himself.
Wow, guys, look at
From
this
the
tightly
narrative.
knit community.
Luga,
Wow,
Raids on the
such a
other
good
side,
community, and then
still
we
here.
got Ezzy.
Not too far off, but they've managed to find themselves
got
in
Ezzy, bro.
Frosted Flats, playing a Surge Tower deep in the storm. Very
Are you? I'm
interesting
doing good,
strategy
Preston. How
right
about you?
now. But you can see the population really starting to thin out. Meanwhile, look at this. Jacob, we have one of those indestructible
Oh,
kind of bases being built around the trees.
before
That
you
give them that
go.
extra fortification here. This is already looking pretty tough for them, though. 92 below, they're going to be forced to reposition here, find a team to fight.
That my free YouTube shirt is coming here Monday that I got
Say they
from
probably
being
feel
a
like
part
they
of the
see
meetings.
nobody
I
up
missed
there
every
on the
single.
mountain, but little do they know, Donnie and
I missed
Slexy
every
are
single
gonna
meeting
be
since the
above. They're
second week, by the way.
92 below. So even if they do end up running
No, I
into
missed
them and
every
taking the
single
fight,
one.
it's a fight I feel like they
The second
need
week-
here.
the second week
Building
was
in
the
a lot
last
of
one
wood,
that I've
that's
done
a
so
sign of
far.
weakness. They're quickly switching on over to Brick. but
I hope
is
I
it
don't
too
miss the
little,
one on
too
Monday,
late?
because that one's
Pollo
at 3,
ends
so I
up in
should be
the
able to make
box,
that one.
Gets the first drop on his Slepsy, but he takes a big shot himself, so they're still going to be below that
I
damage
should be able to
threshold.
make the one on
Peter
Monday,
Bot
but
finally
if
gets
I
in.
don't,
Good damage being
they're probably
dealt
gonna kick me
and
out. So I
just
should probably
in
actually
time
lock in
because
for it.
Poyo had fallen, and now he has to be the hero. No, the full fall damage.
I
Why Peter
hope.
Bot now has to worry in the
It's an
fifth
hour-long
zone
class, so
monster
it's
how
so
to get his
it's so
teammate back.
boring.
So
It's the
tough.
the
So
unks
many
keep
tried to
asking
try to
questions
build
like,
the floor to catch his teammate, but everything just came crashing down, and Peterbot went with it. Unfortunate amount of damage taken there
we have
in
to
the
play some
process.
Fortnite.
I mean, at this point, it does make sense for him to come back up, kind of reuse these builds here the best that he can since the
I don't
sun
wanna
comes
share.
here, but also probably take
Oh,
the fight here shortly.
Say Polo, I
What a
love
fight,
you.
though.
Polo, I love you.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what.
Polo, I
Oh,
love
the roll around from the
Polo
ramp
and Peter
to
Bot
the flat
dead!
grab. That's what it was.
No!
If it would have been just floor on
Wait.
floor, he would have been
Before
fine. But
you
from
go.
ramp to flat ground creates the
Wait, no,
roll.
only
He
Polo dead.
tumbles and
I
stumbles off
never
the edge, and now
wanna
you can kind
hear
of see
you
it. Instead of going for any bit of rebate or reboot miracle in the
riding
backside
my
of
car
zone,
right
he
now,
said, you know
W.
what, Poyo, you handled Summit Land, let me handle game 2.
But what was crazy too, like this is a full circle moment. You saw the graphic coming in about how like Peterbot had
Yeah,
no
why
clutch
did he drive?
points, right? Like earned as a solo. Well, seems like the universe is saying let's
Yo.
just even those numbers out a fair bit
Ken
here.
Beans, Ken
Just
Beans
have
is
to see
letting
what Peterbot
Moneymaker
can
and
do
his
for
duo
himself
live in his
here
house, bro.
now. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Victor V and Queasy 123 above. Small adjustments to the strategy seem to have
Yo, Moneymaker.
worked
Let's see
for
what
them
next
so
Moneymaker
far,
is.
but not by a large margin,
Hershey's,
but enough to give them some room to work with.
Hershey's and Chips Ahoy collab.
You just gotta be careful here.
More
'cause it's
Hershey's
not
and
just
a
Angel
little,
and Joe
you know,
there
old
that they
grandma
have to
like
worry about.
muffin.
Higgs and Curve on the backside
And
of that mountain
Doritos.
as well. So even though
Bro,
they
he
think
ate all of them
a little
before
under the
FNCS
radar,
even
that side
started,
of the
bro.
map, there's still a lot of contention here. Zonda and Okus.
And then his
was
duo
talking about
has honey
Webster,
buns
his
and
success.
toxic
Okus
brownie.
coming back after a little break and immediately
That's actually valid,
making
though.
the actual FNCS Grand Finals. And he
I'm
was
sure,
saying,
bro. I don't got nothing to
anywhere. He
share.
marked the whole drop map and said, if you're in first, I'm coming for you. Zonda, though, takes a
No,
storm surge
we
pick
missed.
before any of that fight happening, which means he's going to go down. Okus, though, being granted an opportunity here, able to clean up that elimination. Hopefully that can get him above the damage threshold because it cannot stop here. He still has to rotate to
Clicks
zone.
do good.
Yeah, and even if he gets rewarded with the elimination credit there, he's 8
Clicks
damage
do
below,
good,
so
bro.
he needs to
Clicks
tag
do
something
good.
here. And now you have a couple players
Clicks
loose
don't
off
die.
to the right side of him. There it is.
Okus. Okus
The
made it
damage
and
ends up
Bucky did it.
settling and balancing out. Okus now by himself here. Already have earned himself 12 points, 4 of which came from that last elimination.
Has anyone got a cop skin? I
Looking
don't
at
think
the
that
bigger
there's a
picture
cop
here,
skin.
though, Queasy, Victor V seem
Got
to have
those.
settled in comfortably, but take a
Oh,
look
never
at
mind, there
this.
is.
Trouble in Paradise for King and Craze, the team that, again, we've hyped
there
up
isn't.
their
Six is
situation.
170 above.
Arguably the most. They probably have one of the most favorite
Wait, hold on, I actually need to
kind of
see the schedule.
situations
What
falling in
days
place
are the
for them
meetings?
on their side of the map, but this time, Surge for the first
Promise
time,
the
I
next
feel like
clicks?
all
Yeah, guys.
season long they're having a problem with. Meanwhile, you have Peterbots here on the side. Craze likely to have to take this fight here shortly.
Yeah, you can kind of see him trying to cover as
Yeah, I'm gonna
much
start making
distance
long form
on
videos
ground.
now.
At first, realizing
Need to
teams
arrest
are
the
there,
Pickle
he's gonna
Skin?
have to shockwave
What
on
was he
out, but now
doing?
he only has one of them left.
Pickle
and in
Skin
fact, it's
isn't
going
even
to
with
be
us anymore.
0 before he inevitably gets eliminated by Havoc. Perfectly timed opportunity there for him. You got to imagine the
The
stress
Pickle
he was
Skin's
under,
sadly passed away
especially if
from,
he is a
accident.
solo. Muzz and Rise facing some stress
Somebody
themselves.
misunderstood him
Lobby
and
focus
accident.
for a short moment, and you know as well as I do, when you build in wood, you're getting focused.
Alright.
People tend
And
to think
the
you are weak.
meeting
They
on
continue
August
with
3rd
that
is
green
called
light.
Channel
Muzz is
Memberships
taking
Best
a
Practices.
beating here. Not sure where Rise is at. We saw him outside of the zone healing.
And then
but Muzz
August
needs help,
6th
and he
is
needs help
creating
fast.
custom badges
Yeah,
and
this is
emojis.
really rough right now. Look at
And then
the
August
map.
10th is maintaining and
Everyone
retaining
has found themselves
membership.
cuddled up on this bottom section,
Is there
just the
anything
way
after
this,
that?
you know,
Oh, gosh,
this
bro, I have to-
rotate
I have
kind
to
of
go.
played out here,
Right
and
after
that's why the lobby focus is so strong.
Bro, some
and
of
so
these are in
noticeable
the
here.
middle.
Everyone can kind of just get involved, consider how close you are. And yeah, the cliff here is not
Loki, I just
helping.
want to get
So
online school. I can play
what
Fortnite
a
however
way
long
for
I
this
want.
one to play out, but here you have it. Victor V set up on high ground. Queasy on the opposite
Pretty sure I
side. They've
can.
taken 2 solo singular towers
Yeah, I
up
crashed
top.
off the highway.
zone's
Oh.
gonna start playing, I believe, towards Queasy's side here. And this is what we expected of Victor V and Queasy. They said it themselves. Every game they will go for high ground if they are in the lobby.
Oh,
game one was tough,
Slow,
but
I think you need to
now
go with
they
Vine.
made it
Like,
past
I
the
think y'all are
difficult
supposed to have a chat.
Yeah, I mean, you see there, Queasy 35 victory royales in FNCS.
What
finals
was
that he's
what was
played in.
What was
And
Slick
this
doing?
could be
What
number
was Slick
36
doing?
here if him and Vic can continue to hold their presence on the high ground. But it is 7th
What?
zone. This is way earlier than most teams typically start to take it in the 8th and 9th. So hopefully they have enough materials. The key thing for them here, Monster, is find eliminations, drop down for that loot. Otherwise, if they're contested,
Yo,
they might
Slick
not
was
have any
whipping
materials
people.
to fight it off.
Listen, I've heard Victor B say it himself that high
Slick was
ground
whipping
is
people,
easy.
bro. What
You
the heck?
just gotta get up there, and there's
You know
a
what? You're a
misconception
bad
about taking
boy.
it
Actually,
early.
never mind.
Well,
Wait,
they're
yeah, you're a
looking to
bad boy,
show
Slogo.
us
Stay
just
still, Slogo.
why that is.
You're a bad
Meanwhile,
boy.
though,
You're a
Clicks
bad
and
boy,
Rapid
Slogo.
playing the mid-ground
Bad
lane
boy.
right now. There are so many teams here.
Alright,
Again, considering how
he's good now.
congested the way the zone is forcing
Don't worry, guys.
players,
I fixed him.
and it's moving right back and forth
I fixed him, guys.
over
Don't worry.
the same areas. These are not max pulls by any means, so it really is going to force
Why
players
did
to
he whip
basically
Scott?
stay alive for a little longer than
As
they
he would, bro.
otherwise
Oh my
normally
gosh,
would.
bro. I'm getting so much packet loss right now for some reason.
Which means Victor V and Queasy might not
Yeah,
have
why are
all
y'all-
the
why are
time
you
in the
whipping
world
a little
pressure
kid, guys?
because of those recycled builds, but Higgs and Curve.
As you're
winners
whipping a
of
little kid, by
game
the way.
number 1. First place so far in our leaderboard, 121 points. Less than 40 players, so Storm Surge, not necessarily a worry for the rest of the game. It's just making it from point A to point B consistency. And you can see him looking off to the side, seeing
Come on,
Angel,
Stubby,
spots
clicks.
him out as a solo, immediately
Clicks,
put
rotate.
down the pressure. And
Let's
you
go,
see the
Clicks.
Spire Rifles. I thought we would miss the Stinger with that being vaulted, but right now those Spire Rifles are putting down an immense amount of pressure.
Clicks, come on, Clicks.
V Queasy already reinforcing the builds up top. We keep
Clicks,
an
let's
eye on
go.
them. Acorn takes a lot of damage on that rotate, forces them to use a full chug here, and that's one down, one left to go. A singular shockwave for them here. This is the last of their rotates. No edit comes through though. They're just looking for the stamina boost. There they go. Meanwhile, you see Curve kind of eyeing up that second height. Pressure comes in from Queasy.
Gonna
They
do
force
power
their
hour,
way
no?
down,
What
and
time's
then you
power
have
hour?
Rapid and Clicks lurking on the mid layer.
Yeah, even below them, you have Cold,
we got
and
drinks behind
Ritual. Yamso, what seems to be buying
Yo!
himself another game, forced to clutch up. I think he
We're
got
not
about
supposed to be
18th
drinking
place in game
and
number
playing
1,
FORTNITE.
so already meeting that quota. As Rapid and Clicks, as you said, continuously looking up. Some damage
Vic's
is
not.
gonna
FNCS
connect. That's
is
gonna
during
give them the
that, so
confidence to shockwave their way on up and battle for it. In their eyes, this
Oh my gosh,
could
he's
be
on height, he's
the
on
reason
height.
why
Chris
they
is on
win the
height.
game, but Victor V is not able to be in the same box with Queasy. He's just trying to put pressure
Oh, never
down
mind.
to keep
They went off
Queasy
height.
alive.
They didn't.
This is where he has to shine, though. They actually give up the high ground.
Clicks.
Both sides have used all their material, but Rapid's the one who's super healthy here with the material count.
Bro,
so he
Queasy's
will
gonna
manage
try and
to
take
kind
height.
of remain control.
Queasy's
in
gonna try and take
control
height.
here.
Oh my gosh.
Meanwhile, Acorn loses bolts once again. Now Acorn has the clutch this one up by himself. We're in the top 14 here, though. Placement points are really starting to get dished out. Meanwhile, I see Queasy finds elimination. Acorn finds one too, and they're going back to back, tit for tat, and points are starting to add up now.
That feeling of deja vu of heat stages, Acorns, quad eliminations
gosh.
in the zone to keep himself alive. But as you jump on board, Cold and Ritual, you can see them going underneath the radar, only peeking when they have to. They know they
my
have
gosh.
to rotate.
I
to the
need
zone,
this,
but they're working
bro.
on any potential
I
players
need
that are in
this.
shambles towards the back before they start
Clicks, I
to
need
move
this, bro.
forward. They
Clicks,
realize
I
they
need
want
it.
to take the left
I need
side
it,
where it
Clicks.
continues to open up,
Please,
cut off
Clicks.
as many players as possible. Acorn doing it all by himself, so he has to
Please,
make that
Clicks.
sacrifice. You see him run into the zone, build some extra space, and then start his heals.
Key placement points potentially to be earned here as Higgs.
Clicks,
Curve
please.
find another elimination
Come on, Clicks.
here. This is
Guys, get out of the
almost
screen, get out of the
now
screen.
we're inside the top
Get out of the
10.
screen, guys.
That's
We
a
really
nice
need
little
to get out of the
repressor.
screen.
They
Get out of the
find
screen.
Curve or Cooper there with a big shot. Not too bad, but unfortunately couldn't quite close this one out. Now they're forced to slow down
Oh my
all
gosh,
the way.
W.
Cooper
on,
forces a
Clicks.
different layer. Victor and Queasy still going here. Their second elimination added up. They find Dozier, find Ishu, find another build there too.
Come on,
Queasy
come on, Clicks.
and Victor are cooking here on the low ground. From 0 elims straight to 3 now. All of a sudden, we're inside the top 10.
And a full chug
Clicks,
down
I need
by
this.
Queasy. We know those could be a difference maker if it comes down to the heal off. Curve gonna be by himself, 155 points, still a cushion.
Clicks, get back up.
Being built. Not sure how big it's continuing to foster, but Curve just lurking around. 2 builds left. He's trying to save
bro,
them
you
for
can't
the
die.
coldest moment here. Cole doing the same thing.
Clicks, stay
3
high.
builds, healing off to the back. No shockwave to cover that ground instantly. Acorn is finally going to fall. Dash is going to take him out. A lot of the solos here doing the heavy lifting.
This is where it
Clicks,
starts to
come
add
on,
up, though.
Clicks.
Top 5 now. Queasy.
They're shocking
Victor
up.
on the low ground. Solos nearby. The edit comes through though. Queasy has to double back here. Little bit of a pressure situation starting to unfold. Meanwhile, the high ground starting
Bro,
to
why are
be
you talking-
hot as well. with
why are you
their
talking about
material
Queasy
count.
gonna-
Rapid and
we all
Clicks
know
still
Queasy's not
holding
winning.
things down since we saw that big clash off the fight for height.
Come on,
Look at this.
Clicks.
You have Cold alive. You have Shadow alive as a solo as well. And the only other
Hey.
solo is out there. But look, Cold versus Shadow. Shadow
Come on,
gets
Clicks.
the best of him, but Rapid is the one that steals steals away the elimination
Oh,
credit
but they're going right.
Points, points, points. That's all they have in their mind as of now because they are on the high ground. You can see down below because of that pressure, nobody can really
Who is
contest
it?
it. I might have spoke too soon.
Oh, who even is it?
Noxy, backside of the zone. All or nothing for them.
No.
Top 3 is not good enough. With great shots landed on the Clicks and Rapid, though. They've overthrown.
Oh, El
Clicks and Rapid ready to
Griefers.
give it up
El
just yet.
Griefers.
This is a fight for the grand finals. Rapid, though, takes down Noxy. Clicks falls. The follow-up for Dash. And Victor and Queasy are
El
sitting back,
Griefers.
firing away here. And they will win the game. And the comeback story now is starting to begin.
El
Let's talk about
Griefers.
High ground. High ground's easy when you take it. Just look down. They lost high ground. They were forced to give it up, almost looking like they were in shambles, but they turned it around and took the game, Zeke.
Yes! Yes!
I'm
It's
so
all
hard.
easy
Ow.
when you're Queasy.
Ow.
Guys, is this just a story of the Young Bucks? Like, what the heck? This is now the second game. Game 1, we get Curve
present.
win.
Uh-oh.
Game 2, Victor V.
All right, chat, go into play mode. Play mode right now, chat. Play mode. Play mode.
I mean, listen, as soon as we saw Vicky V with that mythic
Play
pistol
mode, guys,
in his
play mode.
hand, we knew that that was meaning
Wait,
that he
you're not getting
got
in enough
taken
time.
away from Higgs, potentially. We don't actually know what happened in that off-spawn fight, but to see that
Play
pistol
mode,
in
guys,
his
let's
hand,
go.
we saw just how devastating he was in heat. So they were
Bro,
able to control that
Clicks,
so well
gotta do
on
better.
the low ground as well, Vivid. That is where
Clicks,
not
if you do that
necessarily
again,
see
Clicks, you're
Queasy
winning, by the way.
frequently, but
Clicks
a
does that
great
again, he's-
way to handle losing that early high ground take to kind of convert that high ground loss into a low ground dominance.
And absolutely, that's got to be the
Are we on your
biggest
team? No,
talking
I'm
point
letting it
for these
randomly
guys
happen.
right now. I mean, you take a look at how well they ended up playing the low ground, how
All right, move my way.
advantageous of a position.
Guys, why do I not have a gun? Oh, never mind, I do. Bro, why do y'all have a team? Give me money, obviously. Obviously me. Bro, I literally have 2 tiers. I do. I do. Yeah. I know, bro. El Griefers, bro. They literally griefed and then didn't even win. Like, El Griefers. Six got there, bro. How did I get second, bro? I literally won. I literally won, man. How did I get second? Alright, another one. Another round, chat. Another round. I'm going on team 1. Another round, chat. I'm going on team 1. Alright, let's go, Spider-Man. We got this, Spider. Bro, why does it pull up the whole entire thing, bro? What the heck? Bro, where's this thing even pull? Oh, let's go, teammate. Oh, we're busy. serious? Easy kill, easy kill. Alright, we can't do another round, chat. We can't do another round. Bro. Hey, if you're my teammate, bro, you gotta know how to edit a wall, right? Our teammate gotta edit a wall. Oh, you want in? Oh, you wanna watch FNCS with us? W. Bro, what? So it's probably someone actually glitched. If y'all can't get in, we'll requeue. Alright, yeah, y'all can't get in. Someone glitched it. Alright, everybody return. We're all gonna just ready up. I'll 2v1. Logan, you didn't 2v1 me. 2v1 is never. You weren't even close to 2v1 because you were. Bro, can you stop like. What's wrong with being named Little? I'm on ultimate, bro. I got nothing. Brokey. Pick me, alright. Everybody needs to ready up, chat. Everybody needs to ready up. If you're not ready to them, I'm kicking you right now. Everybody ready up, ready up. Alright, who's not ready up? Who's not ready up? Alright, we're good. Bro, I wish that it was the OG one where you could watch it while doing the PvP stuff, bro. You can't even watch it while doing the PvP, bro. Because it used to be a free-for-all where there was stuff that you could watch while doing it, bro. That was the best Legends Landing because it was to play with viewers.
Is kind of combined with the Flowberry back then, so now a lot of teams don't usually.
Bro,
do
why
it,
does it say Legends Landing match fan, bro? Like, how did we bug it this bad again, bro?
And rapid off guard. That being said, it was still a great game for them. You
Guess
can
we're
see
in.
they're now in 6th place. They went up the leaderboard 19
Twixie,
placements.
bro.
They weren't, of course, the only team to fly up the leaderboard, as we did see our game 2
Ready up,
winners,
Twixie.
and Victor V, fly up 45 placements up the leaderboard.
Just ready up,
the
bro.
cool
Just
thing
ready
here
up.
is that 2nd through 10th are only actually kind of dispersed by just 22 points, so everything is very, very close right now.
I'm looking at that those triple digits right now at the top.
L
there.
Twixie
Richmond,
chat. He literally
Cold.
bugged the whole lobby.
I mean, you're right though, Viv. Right? It's still very close, especially just after the
Yo,
first
Higgs might actually win
2
FNCS, bro.
games of the
Crazy.
competition. So many of these duos don't feel like.
How do you find Higgs?
Like, you know, if you
But then-
told me, hey, this was like the
but then
final game,
they'd
like,
say
if
that
this
it's
was game 12,
Quix's
like,
fault that
they're all
Higgs didn't win the
so
last
into
one.
this right now. You can tell, Kelly, they're really giving it everything they have. I mean, even at the beginning of this game,
Guess
right,
I'm
we had
second
that
place
crazy
now, let's
clutch out of
go.
Veno. Like, these games have not disappointed.
Bro, are you serious?
No,
You actually
watching
bugged
the
it again?
game and seeing it beat all the top competitors.
Bro,
that we've
Twixie,
seen
you bugged
time
it again. Alright, everybody return because Twixie decided to bug it again. Heck, bro. Yo, Taki got me -4 points, bro. How can I drop Taki, bro? I'm dropping him. This guy does nothing good for me. Dropping Taki. New guy has me 0 points too, bro. Are we serious? Like, Clicks and Polo are basically the same person. Bro, they have almost the same amount of points. They're almost the same skill level. That means that it's Clicks' teammate selling his MTS. Wow. Yo, island found, bro. How long is it gonna be? Alright, we're good. Twixie, I think it's just you, bro. Because I wasn't gonna make everybody leave for you.
Once
So
again, I'm so glad that we got to see his solo clutch at the start of this show, that we got to be just fortunate enough to witness for Heats, and Acorn once again proving that if it's down to him, he is going to be able to do whatever he can to make sure that his team is still able to garner just a few more points. So glad to see them break into the top 10. And although, Zeke, I don't know if we have necessarily a breakdown of them, but Yuz and Sharkman, second
Bro,
place,
why is this
currently kind of
possible?
showing some of our top teams up.
I know, it's crazy, right? Like, this has
they're gonna
been
play
an
PvP?
insane first 2 games. We've got 30 seconds before we jump back in the game. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts very quickly. Again, we have
I'm
to
not playing
remind
PvP
ourselves that
until
this is a
the next
12-game
game's over.
format. Though I kind of mentioned, like, hey, a lot of these teams are coming
Alright,
out
chat, I'm
swinging.
going down
We have to
Victory
remember,
Road.
they have to do this over the course of 12 games.
Bro, I wish that was
Right, like, if
PvP,
this
bro.
was
PvP
6
is
games,
so
hey,
good.
this is the pace we want to be at. But Kelly, with 12 games to go, we got to make
Bro,
sure we
no
save
one even
enough
knows about the
tank
World
for
Cup
tomorrow.
duos champions.
100%, and we've talked about historically how some players and duos
no
do
one even
better
knows about the
on
duo.
day 2, day
Aqua-
1. They were really good at bot reviewing,
Aqua and
kind of seeing what they
Nyrox.
can do to make some changes. And Vivid, I think that we're going to be seeing some of these teams as well make some changes for day 2.
Yep, of course, would not be surprised. That's what we kind of love about the 2-day formats. All of our teams can kind of have the opportunity to adapt. But for now,
Bro,
still
this is supposed to
in
be Clicks
day
and Lacey, by the way.
number 1, game 3, Zeke. I'm very, very excited to see how it pans out.
Well, Viv, it's ready. Let's find our seats on the battle bus for game number 3.
Already monsters.
No, because
looking
there's
like
literally
Hayes and
there's literally
Curve
pro-am
through
right
2
here, so the
games
pro-am-
are looking
oh, Clicks and
pretty
Lacey deserve a
consistent.
pro-am too.
Curve has the most eliminations and second most damage.
Yeah, you know,
Bro,
it's kind of crazy.
they
Curve
deserve
just
it.
finding his confidence
literally
this
is
year
FNCS.
past that FNCS
Literally says it on the
championship
trophy,
win
so.
with Veno. I'm thinking he took away so many key learnings
It
from
literally
that
says it on the
that
trophy,
he is really looking to start excelling himself
Literally
amongst
says
the
it on the
players. And hey, at the end of the day, Jacob, they're showing it.
Literally says it on the
Yeah, and I think on the other side of that coin, kind of Higgs the same thing. You know, going into the Summit land, Clicks and Higgs, they won a Division Cup. They were
Why would I
on
lie?
a high. They were like, we could actually win. And now he took that role here as the IGL, letting Curve frag out. We can see if that
Hold on,
continues
I need
because
to follow
game
the
3 is ready. So let's jump right into it.
FORTNITE never ceases to surprise us. You know, last game the
Bro,
biggest
can you stop
upset,
taking a
though,
video
was
of me, Squad
watching
Man? It's making
Agers
me really
and Veno
uncomfortable.
catch that massive clutch and then get third party by the teams that are lurking nearby. I am curious to see how this one's going to play out. What type of micro adjustments can we see out of Agers and Veno? Because when you start dropping games like that, you see how the leaderboard can begin
How do you
to
like
gap
FNCS, bro?
away from you. And
Pat, do
that's
any of
gonna
y'all
be a
know
major
even
problem
about
if you're
FNCS?
trying to qual to the land.
Just gotta have a little bit of frustration in it as well.
It's not
Veno
right.
Agers winning the actual off-spawn fight versus all of the teams that were actually there until eventually get third party. Just
So
Kai
drop
in,
the
a
gun.
little bit of a bad beat, hits the weapon spawn on the outskirts, which leaves his teammate to get 2v1 against Dozier and Ishu. But at least it's so early on in the game. There's a lot of splits. There's a lot of loot. He can get a ton of
All
gold.
right, everybody be
to try to
very
get his teammate
respectful
back
and
in the
sit down
game.
here.
But now I see it. We go back on over to Latte Landing. It seems like one team might not necessarily be in the POI, but still around the outskirts.
No, back up here.
Yeah, this is really interesting. You
I think
see
all the
what
way up here is the
happens
best.
when you start getting beat down like that at your drop. You start to second guess your chances to the LAN event, so you try to play or pivot to a different strategy.
Ah,
Well, for Veno Agers, the strat doesn't change much for them, but Veno is always looking to set up the lurk. That's the one thing about his playstyle that you can never really prepare for, is where is
All right,
he
all right,
hiding?
nice, I
What does
understand.
he have up his sleeve? He's one of the most, again, sneaky players we've seen as far as the way he has the ability to execute
see,
the
this is
game
a very
plan.
good viewing. You can see the whole screen without your face
Agers
viewing.
hiding nearby in the other building as well. And look, they just have Madden and Chance kind of spooked out here, right? They're just holding down the fort at this point.
Yeah, I feel like it's not only necessarily the players at the POI.
Well, why
it's
is this
the
guy always
result of what
recording me, bro?
happened in that last game. Hey, we could fight it. We could possibly win it, but there's no guarantee Void and Magma ain't gonna come crash this party, or Reet and Cooper for that matter. We saw them rotate on over from Wonky Land early.
Stop recording me, guys.
Back
It's
on
making
over
me.
to Moneymaker and FORTNITE, contested against Oliver, OG, and Xpon. Moneymaker, FORTNITE are essentially hoping that Xpon and all
you stop
OG
recording?
forget
How are you
they
steering with your
even
knees, bro? You're
exist,
so
that way
weird.
They rotate around toward this vending machine to farm. He could try to hit a cheeky little
Weirdo.
shot. Oliver OG just feels a little bit too
Yeah,
comfortable here.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. gosh, wait a second. Oliver, though, pops this big shield here. Maybe
Let's see
the
what
senses
Pokemon are
are
out.
starting to tingle just a little bit right now. But he comes out. Benign is there with a monster shot and then jumps into the box to wrap him up. And you know Oliver is like, what just happened?
I'm banning clicks.
It
I'm
all
banning clicks,
ended
chat. I'm
so
banning
fast,
clicks.
And now they look to collapse here. Benign and Moneymaker, man,
'Cause he's
talk
recording.
about surprise, surprise. They've done very good throughout the heat.
Did I give him
Playing this
permission to
very
record now?
passive endgame style, and you know what? It's showing up strongly here.
I'm
Had
gonna
they
kick you
not
from the game.
Actually, fallen short last game. They would be very much towards the top.
I'll just do it with Scott
possibly even
instead.
Second place on the leaderboard.
Yeah, and they're actually playing this
So
one
get out
pretty
on
well,
screen, guys.
rotating
How
up
much I'm
from
gonna
their
tell you?
actual drop.
I'm going
Kind
into
of
creative
lurk on
replays and
this.
banning
You
this.
can see by their
This one.
material
I'm
count,
doing
even
creative
before
replays,
Oliver
banning.
OG went down, they had little
I'm
to
just kidding.
nothing. So they're really kind of playing
I'm just
for
kidding,
this
guys. Don't
fight
worry.
here to be a source
Oh my gosh,
of all their
Moneymaker.
damage, their surge, and a good pile of their loot as X-Spawn being dropped down to
100?
100 actual HP.
Oh my
Tries to
gosh,
make a move
bro,
in
it's
the
because
box,
he's
but
eating
it's
honey-
Moneymaker and Fanayan who
It's
take
because
him
he's
down.
eating
And the
buns.
interesting thing is, Monster, I know it's only 2
No,
games. We're
Moneymaker's
getting into our
in
third.
Central
If the
right now.
tournament were to end now, Moneymaker and Fanayan would have locked
moved
up
to-
that
he
6th
moved
and
to, like,
final spot
Dallas.
on NA.
Yeah, they're jumping up. These Elam points are definitely rewarding at this point in time, and you saw just how much of the excellent use even of the scanner there in the end, worth just putting it all on the line to secure those quick Elams. Meanwhile, Curve and Higgs have continued to play consistent, the most overly consistent team clearly, as they are 60 points ahead of the rest of the pack here.
60 points, it's like a one bad game cushion. Maybe 2, depending on where the rest of the
I can
competition
get fast food.
lies if they do
I have
have
fast
that
food
bad
gar-
game,
less than
but they
zero
just need to
to go.
continue this consistency here. Not make any risky plays unless they have to.
Bro,
We've
Higgs
seen
and
the
Curve
other
are
side.
over
They played
60
hard,
points
but
over
stop
second place
for
right now.
Shadow and Virgo. They did get the mythic striker pump this time from that duck game, something they didn't have in the last one. They both ended up with 2
Bro,
gold
Moneymaker
pumps,
is
but
almost
the
tied
mythic is the one that gets the one shot off as Yamzo and Josh. And outside of the sanctuary this time around.
Ritual are third place.
Yeah, I like that. Gianzo,
So far,
young,
Clicks-
this is the dude
As long
right
as
here.
Clicks
Look
quals
out
the
for-
globals, I don't
They've
care
been
how
doing
bad he
pretty
does.
well, right? After they patched up their kind of early game
Wait, hold on.
surge,
I don't
though,
think there's any
it's about
globals quad team.
pushing it just
top
a little bit
six
further
right
now.
now.
A couple
And
little
top
small
6 is the
touches
qual.
that they placed out. We'll
Top 6
surely
is the
see
qual
them
for
fly up
globals,
this
and I don't
game.
think there's any globals quad
This
teams
right
yet.
here is already a bit
Top
of a
6.
different approach, right, to their general strategy, as they're just straight taking the fight against.
Oh my gosh,
Hobby.
he's on the edge of qualling because there's no other globals quad team.
I'm not gonna say they have
Clicks,
a ton
because
of familiar
there's
here in
only 6
terms
land spots
of
for this
Josh
one
Yamzo,
on
but
NA
they
Central,
did
and there's
attempt
no
to land
globals
here
quad
game
team,
1
so
of evals. They were contested. They
need
got
Acorn and
beat
Bolts
off with a
and
drop
Peterbot and
ended up
Polo to
going
be up there at
somewhere
East.
else, but it goes to show that maybe it's in the back of their minds. Just trying to disrupt the whole game plan and the pathing of a lot of these
But
teams.
Peterbot and
already.
Polo
How
are
many
in
minutes? The
13th,
next
and
one
Acorn and
their
Bolts are in
left sides,
10th.
we see
So they just
Peterbot
gotta
and
lock in.
Pollo. I wouldn't say they're contested
Josh
at
and Yamso
Sinister
are in
Strip, but a
20th.
whole other team of Acorn and Bolts are looking to get daring.
Yeah, what is it with Acorn and Bolts
Yeah.
just being so
If Vino
close
doesn't
to
qual, it'd be
Peterbot
so
and Pollo? It's
funny.
almost like they're asking for trouble every single game.
Bro, I don't know why I chose
This time
oh
around,
my 20s and
they
dead
get a
guys.
little close to the sun. You can feel the warmth coming from Peterbot and Pollo. Things kind of simmer
But
down.
I
Pollo's
really
got the
don't know
distance
why
here. He's
I
just putting shots
chose-
down at the moment. A lot of loot to fight
Why did I
here.
choose any underdogs on my team, bro?
Fight for here, I should say.
How's Webster
Pollo
beating some?
still not quite letting it up though, as he backs off towards Peterbot.
Webster is 4 points right now.
I wonder if this is some sort of Acorn strategy.
Golden Ozone,
Disrupt Peterbot and Pollo. Don't let them feel comfortable.
because
And
Ozone,
I know
he's
there's not a lot of
distracted.
time
Ozone is
between
distracted by
games, but if they can
Abalix
find a few seconds to go into replay mode, figure out what's going
Bro,
wrong for their competition.
Ozone
and
has
maybe
played
try
more
to make a
scrims with
play
Abalix
too
Selena than
exploited,
he
but
has
from
with his
Peterbot
actual
and Pollo,
duo.
Webster and Encrypted, Acorn and Bolts are just kind of hunkered down around the Sinister Strip mending machine, just seeing what comes their way and how they can utilize it as an advantage.
Well, whatever Acorn and Bolts are doing, it's working pretty
Argyle
well.
pointing your guns at me,
Got
bro.
in a 13th place and an 8th. All that separates
Abbott
them from the
Selena,
rest is a couple
like
more
ABG
eliminations.
X
They can pick
Lena.
that up just a bit in the end game. They'll be flying
ABG
up and coasting
X
towards that top two. Don't forget,
LINA.
if you look at the top 11 overall placement points, anyone in this 80-point
Whoa,
range,
what?
like you are as good as being in the conversation to win this tournament right now. So we have 11 teams that are playing very, very high level consistent Fortnite at the moment.
Dice
Okay,
about a
I
good
give
game.
them credit. These gamers, I know they're professionals, tier 1s, but we have observer, and I don't see the guy out there, and they're over here taking shots, getting their surge. Yemity in the distance, kind of stay back over towards Cluster Coast. You got Imagine visuals and threats already rotated
get away
on
from me,
out,
Bart.
so he's just trying to get whatever
Oh,
they got
no,
left
that-
behind. There is a vault there, so there could be plenty. Could be a good strategy for them. As you see in the feed, King
Oh.
taking down Cause. There's Rise getting some damage. Yuz and Sharkman though. And even though they're, I want to say like kind of
I
triple
wish that-
contested, double
Hey,
contested.
y'all should
it all
donate me
depends on how you
$14
actually
right
landed
now.
this drop.
I need
Yuz
$14
and
this stream.
Sharkman
I'm
have
gonna
been
get
beating
Twitch
almost
Turbo.
everybody in the
Come on, guys.
actual
I need it.
drop spot
I need it,
here.
bro.
They
I want
have
Twitch Turbo.
been
Come on.
progressively getting
Give me
better.
Twitch Turbo,
At one
chat.
point, we're first place in the overall heat. So this is a team I'm kind of looking at that I don't think anybody has on their radar yet, and they need to put them on their radar soon because they could be a
I
threat
want
for a global swap.
Turbo chat.
Yeah, just like King and Craze have
Turbo.
managed to find their way onto everyone's radar. You can see why for good reason. 2 eliminations here, fighting one of those few teams landing on the outskirts. Many and more to come here as the day continues to develop. Craze, King
Sorry,
taking
no.
very minimal punishment in that fight as well. Now look at this. You have Sleepsy and
Oh
Donnie
my
possibly
gosh, who's dead
looking
already?
towards this machine as
Skittles
well.
is dead.
This is just going to fall right into the hands of King and Craze.
Oliver OG is
where,
dead.
Again, these
Paper and
eliminations
Zin are dead, of
really
course.
do
Okus
start to separate
dead.
you from everyone else. Here's
Whoever that is dead.
Thinking about setting
Earth
up their
is
rotate
dead.
right now, but they spotted the team out there.
They have to, instead of just clearing the POI, you know,
Oh,
that's
I'm
one
at
thing
3.
you really don't think of in moments like this is like you almost got to clear
Six
the
is
water
at 88,
as
first
well.
place is
That
at
is the
160.
direction they are going to rotate to. Of course, they can go the whole opposite way. It
What
would
were you
just take
doing? Like, what were you
infinitely
doing? What did you
longer,
call?
And the chances of that side of the zone being kind of more stacked up is going to be very, very high.
Oh, do
So
you
they'll
need me
probably
to
just wait
spell
a
out
little
the
bit
name for you
longer, hit
again?
the mending machine one more time, grab an extra med kit, let that team rotate
All
on
right,
out so they can
AB,
continue with the game plan they have
X.
set forth.
Here's a much different strategy for Booga and Braids. They've rotated into the cluster
Please don't-
coast.
don't
now.
do anything weird though,
Actually
Twix.
get active here. Find a couple shots here onto visuals and threats. They're almost denying them just a free,
X.
clean pass here.
Lena. Like, no
Look at
spaces,
this,
just
the zone
X
is
Lena.
playing towards the south, so this is not exactly a max pool like Booga and Braids have had to kind of deal with the last 2 games. It's a bit closer. However, they
ABG
have
X
taken
Lena.
a lot of storm damage here. Let's jump in with Yuz and Sharkman though. They found themselves on the low ground, almost in a defensive hold against Nut and
Yep, it's there's literally no space. It's A
They
B
have some sort of a
X
card there
L
for a
I
vault. Not
N
sure
A.
exactly where it actually leads to, but that's an extra resource there. If they can somehow
L-I-N-A.
survive this fight, make their way on out. But CDZ
don't know
and
how
Nut
it's this
not
hard
ready to
for you,
give up. There's a mending machine down below. Possible damage if they can land it onto Sharkman and
Bro,
Yug.
what?
For Sharkman and Yug, it's almost the whole opposite. This vending machine here is a full.
Yo, how much times did I tell this guy to
Since
not
the
block
zone
my
isn't
stream?
that far away,
I'm
they
going to
probably
creative
don't
replays and
wanna
I'm actually
rotate
banning
too soon.
No,
Just
they
kidding,
have
but if
plenty
he
of
does it
deals
again,
as
I'll
well to
actually
take
do it.
their time. All these wolf builds are all theirs.
Well, that's how she gets her views. How else would she?
Go rotate out, shockwave their way
How
across.
else would she
now.
get Twitch views, bro?
Looking at their shockwaves, they only have 3 in the inventory there, so pretty
Alright, we're going into
critical
replays.
resource that they're using
No, I wasn't
early
talking to
here.
you, Line. I was talking to these
Meanwhile, Sleepsy and Donnie, we knew they were coming up.
these
I
little
was thinking
Scott
they would've
skins. I don't know which one
almost
is which, but
fallen
I'm going to
into the
creative
trap of
replays and I'm
Keeling
banning
and
them.
Craze, but they
They
seem
do
to
it.
have been
I'm
on
going to
high
creative
alert
replays banning
as
them.
they approach the base here.
They won't be able to play.
King Craze have so much loot to pick from here.
Yeah,
now.
duh.
They're just playing
Doing
the
the big
storm
guy
for good
emote, like,
measure.
big guy. Big guy. Scuba.
So far up above the damage threshold right now. More so compared to others.
you
You
feel
know, you
about
start to
scuba
shockwave
emote?
out early, you get tagged up on the way there, so they're just waiting for the last possible
Yeah, who
moment
actually spent
to
22k
combine those
V-Bucks yesterday?
shockwaves, cover distance, make their way on out. Peterbot and Poyo kind of been positioned in Sinister Strip all game long, find themselves 18 below the damage threshold. And it's only been 3 games, but this kind of has been the theme so far for Peterbot and Poyo in
Oh, yeah,
today's
W's.
tournament.
Yeah, speaking of which, them needing these critical tags. Reminds me of game 1 when we saw Queasy and Victor be below. This was like that critical moment that they needed to find a tag. So for Peterbot, this is going to be his game 3 defining moment. Meanwhile, Adrian.
Why are they using his cube to
below.
rotate?
Talk about damage
is-
being exchanged on all sides here. Adrian ends up taking the bigger punishment from the high ground team. But on the low ground, you have Jace down here already setting up. So it's a bit of a scrappy fight unfolding here.
Oh, what a daring play there for Veno. You called it
Veno,
scrappy.
Veno, you can't die, Veno.
That was a
Veno,
perfect
you're
way
below.
to
Oh,
kind
you're
of
above.
phrase that one. They're just willing to fight for
I can't move.
everything.
Well, that's
Kind of
definitely
flirting
skill
with
shoot.
that storm surge threshold above,
Yeah, Mr.
below.
Beast using
Don't
code. I
want to
know, bro. That's
activate.
over
Agers does
$220
find his
split,
way
by the way.
to get that elimination, but
Just
they
yesterday.
don't jump
And I only get
tremendously above the
$11.
threshold because Agers took so much damage. So that's just going to
I only
be a
get $11
small
though.
victory for Agers and Veno as of now. Something to propel them into the next step of their game.
Yeah, it's not too bad. They earn a couple points here, but again, a very sloppy
No.
fight for them. And then you have Ree and Cooper who are probably thinking about their damage as well. So we'll see who ends up kind of involving themselves here in a couple moments. But Threats recognizing danger, he's going to have to put it all on the line. This is actually the best case for, scenario for them. They actually don't take too much there in
No,
the
I don't do that.
exchange. And now Veno and Agers
See,
have
whenever I
at
wanna
least
do that, I
buy
usually put on
themselves
diapers and
a little
I
bit
do
more
that.
damage.
But I'm hoping I don't have to buy diapers again until I'm really old.
Immediately shockwaving off. While all that's going down between Veno, Agers, Visuals and
Bro,
Threats, Liam and
ain't
Jace
no
use
way
that
there's
as an
people commenting on my
opportunity.
videos
Just
day
kinda
one
sneak
of
their
knowing
way
my
on
channel
out.
do
They already
comment.
had some scratches on them. They're
The
going to put
graphics there.
band-aids as soon as they get to the zone and try to get themselves as close to 200 effective shield and HP. But again, these
Yo!
surge struggles going down.
L Griefer
all
from Clicks is
around the
dead!
lobby. Reed and Cooper, a whole different
40th place, bro.
rotation
Clicks
this
is not
game
falling.
than the two prior. And you can see
Globals,
how
bro.
it's
Oh my
effective.
gosh.
No Cooper in this game. Reed struggling to get out of the box. And even if he does, he has to return back 160
Wait, no, she doesn't.
below. And it looks like Storm Surge has activated as well. Big
what's
shot
about that?
on the
She
Boj.
didn't-
He's
no.
trying to climb his
I
way
should-
up that ladder, but still 130 below.
I don't know why Peterbot was asking,
All you
but
have to do is get the Siphon here, and he actually has a fighting chance right now. These are his builds with the Storm. And
Guys,
the
what?
Surge are going to turn on here, and now you have to either pop the chug or get the Siphon. You don't have a lot of time to work with. In the end, he misses the shot. Someone follows up behind him, but no, it's not going to be enough to stay alive. And what's crazy about that is as we called
Every
it
single
out,
Fortnite
Ray and
player, I
Cooper were
swear.
just rotating past Veno and Agers. They actually went
Except
to the
for me.
Storm, and Cooper fell to the hands of Booga, it seems, as he was flying to the safe zone. So,
Bro, quote, you know
super
him, the one that we
unfortunate.
2v2'd, bro?
Quick
He
turn
was
of events for
really
them.
obsessed.
That's gonna slow down
He's
their
really
momentum.
obsessed.
And remember, they were in
Yes.
fourth place here, basically tied
He's
with
obsessed
third
with
and
Vertic, bro.
second. So now they're surely gonna be set back.
And can you believe it all happened because a team is rotating in the water. They're not able to take their flotation device. They have to rotate on
Well,
land.
since Clicks is dead,
and
I'm
that
low-key gonna
is what
go.
puts
I'm
them
low-key
below
gonna
the
put
damage
myself in the fighting.
threshold. Just goes to show, hey, that
All right,
might
hold on.
be an
Trixie, come on,
important
we gotta-
part of
we
their
gotta be on
overall
the same.
strategy this weekend. But Peterbot, surprise attack coming from above. Poyo takes so much damage. They're above the threshold, but how far
On
can they keep it
play
that
mode,
way,
and then we're
especially
gonna
with
press it at the
Poyo
same time.
taking
All right, play
damage
mode.
and being
Go
forced
team
outside
3,
of
team
the
3.
zone. 5 tick per second towards the outside.
All right,
So
and you
he
can
is
choose. You
going
can
to
choose your
down
guns
the
over here if you
entire
wanna,
chug
if you
jug
wanna
here.
choose.
Yeah, definitely. He
Three
doesn't
guns
really have another option. Meanwhile, Peterbot's already gone through all his shockwaves, gets caught there, and then loses
box
the
fights, so
opportunity to
our
actually
guns
shock
aren't even gonna
himself
matter.
too. This is just a world of trouble.
Whoa, duh. Watch out, Spider-Man's on us. 100, nice. Go back up, go back. Nice. Go. You healing? Healing, I'm healing. I'm done. Oh, let's go. Alright, next one is Zone Wars.
Wants a material count, even a refresh on the shockwaves too. Taki solos to the
Yeah,
side.
mute.
Vert
Scott, I'm
solo
just gonna tell you, I'm
in
not
front of
muting
them
during
as well.
FNCS.
Taki is
Yeah,
going to get
I'm
found
doing
out
another
from
one.
the backside. Higgs and Curve, even though they have to rotate themselves, they're using those quick seconds to pressure everybody towards the outside, force them to use materials,
Absolutely.
resources, anything to simply just...
No way. Yo, take height, take height. Oh no, we're not in. Hold on. I'm shocking this. Shocking this. Oh crap! Oh my gosh! Ow! Come down! Come down! Did we get fighting? Oh, I didn't let him in, bro. We don't get siphoned, by the way. L. How did you get over here? Oh my gosh, enemy pool. Bro, why is it not auto-resing? Spider-Man down here, Tom Holland. Get in. Tom Holland's above me. Bro, we have 4 walls. Bro, he's literally using a gunner in a thing that's supposed to replicate in-game. I'm looking kind of low. I can't. Nonchalant life. Too easy.
Stay alive. Victor V and Curve, for that matter, will both be eliminated.
I'm back in
quick
V mode.
turn of events there, and I still see Josh working his way through the mid-ground. Seems like he might be solo, but Cold and Ritual are the team finding momentum as their train is off on the tracks here to the races, doing very, very well for themselves. 7 eliminations now. Duo next door. They jump back into their box, and it's actually Josh who's kind of lurking about here. But here it goes into Acorn's box. They find Acorn, try to finish bolts, but it's not going to be enough. It's all up to Ritual now.
Yeah, he scrambles around, making sure to complete the elimination on the Acorn for the Siphon. Josh going on the chase, getting the Siphon just in time to stay alive. Noxy doing the same thing. Everybody just laying it all on the line. No stone left unturned. And even have Noxy and Josh trying to make a heroic effort, return back. Muzz spots about for a second, but does not have ammo. He literally ran out at the last second, unable to get the elimination. But it's a moot point because Noxy still takes down Josh. 2v1 situation here for a win.
This is tough. Muzz doesn't have any ammo to work with. It's all up to Rise to put that high ground pressure down, and they're going to be forced into a shotgun battle. But Ozone and Golden, a team that have already qualified for the LAN event, they have nothing to lose. They're firing up. They're in the end game. Noxy's taking a fight with Muzz here. Muzz needs to secure this elimination, but Golden and Ozone are patient. They're waiting. Rise falls to the storm. Muzz finds one. goes up for the Siphon request, but no! Ozone and Golden slip away here. Ozone fighting for the Storm. Maz versus Ozone in a 1v1. Maz is one of the sharpest when it comes down to it, but he has to hit the shot here and now. Can he get it, Jacob? It's looking close, and of course, he can secure the win. And just like that, he gets it with 8.
It definitely would have been a little bit easier. He really ran out of medium ammo at the last possible second. Rise as well. But I hear a noise in the distance. Is that Zeke?
All right, go to T. Bro, what the heck?
Yeah.
You hear
Sorry,
Zeke?
I don't know if...
Bro, did you hear
Zeke?
Zeke?
Crazy sound. That wasn't me. There was no way that me,
Bro,
Muz's #1
He was
fan,
literally
that
just
wasn't me.
screaming,
Anyway,
bro. He was just going. I got these. I don't got no shockwaves. All right, we're using 7 sliders as rotate. Yep. I'm with. Look back. Look at Spider-Man. Look at Spider-Man. Bro, why are we going to height whenever like this is really a build that we can go to height with? Don't. Cracks. Dead. Teammates after this? I don't know. I might just watch it. Somebody right here. 100? Oh, bro. Spray him, bro. Bro, why are you still at height, bro? We're literally team. Bro! Are you... Bro? Dixie, what was that? That was the worst
And it was
performance
just
I
a
think I've
clutch
ever
from
seen in my
Muzz. I mean, he
life.
played this so well. You can see he's just kind of constantly resetting the
Bro, at
edits
least I
to
hit him
try
for
to
a
bait
crack,
out that
bro. You hit him
shot,
for 40.
Trying to make sure that he
And then
takes
you
no damage
and
in
then
the process
and then
of
you
cleaning
said
that one up.
and then
Sure
you
enough,
said
he didn't take any
who are you,
damage.
bro? It's the
Yeah,
same
cleaned
kid,
it
bro.
up well. So shout out to Muzz and Rise.
Okay,
Man,
what
listen,
team?
second place in game number 1. Game number 2 didn't go so well for them. They win in game number 3. They're gonna soar back up the leaderboard.
Bro, why didn't you go to green? Oh wow, Scott and Slow are on sync team. What a family reunion. RP final line. Are you doing customs? Doesn't look like it, bro. Alone. 200 dead. Dead. 200. 100 dead. Oh, good aim. What? No, he's not. Oh! Bro, why is Vientos on my team? How did he even get on there? Alright, team 6, team 6. Like it's like it. Alright, this is the last one, guys. This is the last one that I'm playing until the next game. It's over. I said that. Last one off. Bro, how did I say it? What? I have shockwaves. Yeah. Bro, why is it pulling to the high ground? Online, bro. We gotta take advantage of the high ground, man. Well, maybe you should try to rotate. Bro, you literally did not, bro. That's Scott. Go, bro. Bro, what the heck? Yo, I'm just trying to chill, bro. Chill. Like, bro, am I not allowed to readjust my back? Play so simple.
I'm not biased at all. Congratulations to them. Obviously now at the halfway point, 3 games left to go. We wanted to take a moment here to check out the players in Focus, powered by Milk. You guys gotta check.
This is literally creative, bro. I'm not playing cringy.
Oh. Yeah, Curve's going crazy.
I don't even know how you're dying, bro. Do you not know to box up?
Yeah, 14 eliminations right now. Most damn.
Yeah, we'll play one more. It'll only take like 30 seconds. Not a lot of build with it. Eh? Getting refreshed. I'm getting refreshed. W practice. W practice. Oh. 100 dead. They're on a wall. On a wall. On a wall right here. On a wall. Yeah, Scott's 0 ping, by the way. Yo. How did I body block you? How did I body block you?
And man,
You made a wide edit.
Swinging. Obviously, Curve has been in this situation before, leading the pack.
No, you were
Venom.
trying to break their stuff
And
with a
now you just
wide
have
edit.
Higgs, who
You
is
should be breaking their
also
stuff with a window at a
shining
right
right
angle.
now. Like, can anyone stop
Bro,
this
how do you
duo
run
kill?
out of ammo, bro? No,
Oh
you
gosh,
you
doing
definitely had
1-2
ammo, bro.
right
You got
now
200
just
bullets.
seeing how they're able to get some crazy
You get 200
damage. And
bullets, bro.
honestly,
You
yes,
definitely
know
had
that Curve,
ammo.
he has the 3 eliminations.
Bro, you get 200 bullets. You wasted all your ammo on who? Yeah, okay, I got you. Watch out, they're gonna shotgun us. 20. They definitely took fall damage. Grief him. Yep, we got up. What the heck? What is Lion doing? 50. I got you. Cracked. On us. Cracked on the one. Dead. Booga.
It's crazy. And Kelly, even in this last game, 8
Wait, when's the next game?
eliminations.
Oh, 2 minutes?
So
Alright,
those
I can
from
do one more.
eliminations are Crucial. And I feel like these guys are now currently alive and firing on all cylinders.
This is what they do so well every single time that we watch
Booga.
them, whether that was in Heats or
Booger.
the Div Cup, where they aren't able to get a victory royale. In fact, for both
Us.
of those tournaments, their best placements
Oh
was
no,
third.
Muzzin
But
Rise
for-
one last game. Muzzin. Honest. That 200. Yo, Slogo, stop team blaming Scott, bro. Scott's together. Scott just read at us. Bro, you know that Scott can do a double edit with his simple edit, bro? Nice. Pokemon, please. Hey, you need to become not a solo. In my box, in my box. 100. Dead. Wanna make way, make way, for kind.
Good. If they can kind of continue to figure things out and keep playing as they are, they
Alright,
might potentially
view mode.
qualify to globals.
Next
or
game is
place
soon,
even
I
higher
think.
up the leaderboard than they currently are out of this crazy awesome situation that they have.
Yeah,
I hope next
seeing
game is soon.
where
Why is
they
the timer
are on
not
the
there anymore?
leaderboard and considering how
Why is
game
the timer
number
not
2
there?
looked for them, where they grabbed 4 eliminations right off the start, and then having a second, third party come in to finally take them down.
Why is the
I thought
timer
that
not there
there was
anymore?
just no
Well,
way they were going to be
they've been
able
in
to
queue for
stick in that
13 minutes
situation
because
or be able to
they
kind
died
of
for
hold
you.
themselves up in the leaderboard. But sure enough, we see them do this crazy rotate
can't
all the
believe
way
you did
over
that
to
to me, bro.
Sunken Shores
I
at the
hope for
start
you.
of game number 3, going up against threats and visuals, and it coming out their way. And I was so certain for, like, I was telling Vivid, I was like, there's just no way they can recover
Bro,
from
Higgs
this.
is
They
literally
spent
winning
way too much time in
FNCS,
Storm and
bro.
fighting, and Vivid was like, nah, just wait, just wait. And
Higgs
sure
is literally
enough,
in
they proved
14th.
themselves again.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we gotta figure
Top
out this
6?
off
Wait,
squad
is there any
situation.
land
Is it
qual
time
team?
to move? Is it time? I don't know. We'll
There's
see.
no
I mean,
land
it's
qual team.
working
Wait, no,
for
yes,
now.
there is. Top
We
7
definitely
is
need
quad
more
to
placement points. With that
quad to
being
land
said,
right
though,
now.
game
Top
number
7 is
4
quad to land
ready
right
for
now.
us. For now, casters.
How much points are they off top 7? They're at
Yeah, I'm just thinking to
92
pick
and
up on
top
that
7 is
thought.
at
Maybe it's an
134. Oh
8-2
my gosh, bro,
situation
they got
from
to lock
other
him.
teams, right? Veno and Agers are clearly showing us, Jacob, this drop is theirs right now.
Yeah, they've already kind
Oh,
of got
crouch, bud,
20
you're in my way.
end chip
Crouch.
out of their hair, but that was just in that last game. Things can return back to normal, but Veno and Agers, kind of the team when it comes to the north side of the map that you really have to watch out for, and I feel like we're going to be watching it in this game as well. The battle
Yeah, I'm
bus
playing
is
with
ready,
viewers. Actually,
so
never
let's
mind. I
jump
forgot
right
that we
into
got the
game
tournament.
4.
What time does the tournament end? What time does the innocent
Well, here we
tournament
have it. We're
end?
getting into the championship rounds
Innocent
here. The back half of day 1 is officially at play now.
Innocent Troll.
And I mean, Jacob, talk about an explosive grand final so far, right? You know, it's always coming into it. You're never really knowing what you're going to expect, but NA just doesn't let us down.
Oh wait, no, it's 9 for me
Quite
because
the
you're on
tournament
different time.
here,
remember?
and our standings are looking so.
All right, chat. We're playing with
crazy.
viewers.
I'd
I'll
be
play with
excited
viewers
to
after the
crown
tournament
someone new
tonight.
for an FNCS champion this time around.
So if you're here at
This could be the year for
so that
first.
means that
I
I'm
know
playing with
last
viewers
major I was
in,
talking about could be the year for the underdogs, but
3 hours. That
still
means I'm
think
playing with viewers in
anything can still happen. A 60-point lead has been dropped to 40.
What rank
Still
are you in
a lead,
Reload?
But it goes to show that you can cut it down. Latte
What rank are you in
landing, though,
Reload?
still having multiple teams
Huh?
over in this direction. The 2
I
directly
think
there,
I'm like
and then you
Diamond
still got
2.
20 in chip around the outskirts.
I'm gonna have to
just
switch to my
touch on
main
that
account
lead a
for it
little
though.
bit. You know what's crazy? Like a bad game for them was 8th place, and that closed the gap.
Yeah, we're gonna
tremendously.
queue.
Just shows you that anyone inside the top 10 popping monster.
Well, the game
dubs
doesn't
are gonna
at
throw
7.
you way up.
The last
But
last
Veno,
game start
Majors
like the
here
last
still
game
fighting for their life
starts
right
at like
now against
17.
Chance and Matt, who are actually
like
putting up a
7:37.
really good fight here. But Agers doesn't have any shield. Veno doesn't either. So.
And then
everyone
we have
calls to
to.
back off.
I'll
I
get
wouldn't be
logged into my
surprised
main
if
account.
everyone just disengages at this point, right? You don't have to finish these fights by any means, especially.
And then
when
after
the
that,
teams
I'll
have
log
been
back into
quite
this account and
winning
I'm
them.
playing with viewers. Like an hour.
It's just a tough situation because, like, how do you get out if you're unscathed? You had Void, Magma, Aoxy, Jojo on your left side mountain, 20 in chip, leaving the actual POI, but still on the outskirts, holding down one side. Reed and Cooper
Okay,
lurking
power hour,
around, and
'cause
then
it's just
obviously
RBC.
2 teams directly in Latte. We'll see how that one ends up when this one's over. As Ishu goes down, they're finally trading this one off. Dozier and Ishu were able to get the first elimination last game, but Kyan and Skittles make up for it this game.
Wild, very
Oh, my
rarely
team's
you
doing
tune in
horrible.
with two teams that have kind of won to drop on either side, but both
Horrible, bro.
teams have really pushed and gone the distance. They have 90 points,
Bro, L
but
Nut.
so did Ishu
Nut
and
is the worst
Dozier
person of all
before
time.
falling there pretty much, so they are neck and neck right now for the tournament. In any case, it's a
I mean,
major
L-
setback for them.
L
Golden
Taki,
Bridge
bro.
just
Taki
sleeping
almost gave me
duo
negative
as
points.
far as the performance here. Keeping a low profile, springing out when it matters most in endgame, doing what they do. Overall, extremely consistency.
Bro, I'm in like 5,000th
consistently
place, bro.
here.
What the
They
heck?
have a 6th
The
and
big
a
one.
6th place. They are all but due for a win at this point.
And Cold even
Bro, in
having
the big league,
second
I'm
most damage in the
in the big
lobby
league, I'm
as of now,
5,700
and this is
first,
just a
bro.
surprising turn of events.
That's
'cause typically,
200 off last place, by the way.
Battlewood is contested of even Veer on one side, Ritual and Cold on the other. It usually ends up in a split. It's a big POI, a lot of buildings, a lot of nooks and crannies to kind of hide behind, so it is risky. So it's also interesting to see it play out the way it is as of now. Not sure who started the fight. It doesn't look like either one is having a good time here. Materials just kind of being burned through. It almost makes you wonder. I do believe they might be underneath the bridge as well, where there's one way in and one way out on each one of their sides.
Yeah, the difference about this drop at least is that it's dead center, so they will have time to bounce back and get situated.
Dog did
See
it
what they're
again.
fighting for. They're saving
is
the
in a fight.
dog, getting the Baba Yaga Mythic, which we know in the
Against
hands of either
randoms, don't
Cold
die.
or Ritual could definitely provide a ton of damage. Just clicks and rapid. This is the same thing that we saw last time from the cube, from Sanctuary. They use it to lift
bro, you're
off
one
and to jump
tap.
on QK and Mirops. They're able to end this fight rather quickly.
Clicks
in
your
that
one
last
tap,
game.
bro.
This time it's taking a little bit more time.
Yeah, it looks like Miros was a little more prepared here alongside QK. I'm surprised they even went for this back-to-back as opposed to trying to be a little bit more dynamic, right? Saving this one for a little surprise play later on in the tournament, but because they've kind of shown their hand, it's definitely making a difference. Looking at the feed though, F9, the most lurkiest of lurks. Looks like Cold and Ritual fall to the hands of F9 and Moneymaker. They just tend to set it up well, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did it again.
Which is crazy because Moneymaker and Fernan, in terms of the drop map, they had that whole south side kind of uncontested. Maybe that's where Seek and Taki did eventually end up, which is why we're seeing Moneymaker Fernan last game.
just
center
once you
map,
spawn
they
in, there's
snuck onto
a
Olive
button
Roach
that's
and
view
Carillion.
mode or play
This
mode.
time, the Battlewood's taking down Ritual and Cold. Yeah, it seems like they're taking the old teeny strat from years past and incorporating it into their game plan here.
What's crazy about that though is that it becomes a major disruption for people that are inside the top 10. Look at this. Cole just gets completely ambushed here, taken down. Ritual tries to sneak his way in, but it's just too late. This is an actual solid
Yo, there's a
duo
mobile
right
Zero
now.
Build Cup tomorrow. I might play it.
And that just pushes them even closer to the top of the standings, effectively jumping them into roughly 6th or 5th place. They are very much in the race here. Meanwhile, we get that update with Victor V and Queasy playing the
Zero Build
Surge Tower
solos,
here at
so
the
it's
drop,
probably
actually
better
pulling
out.
zone right
And I
now.
could play it while
We
watching
actually don't
FNCS.
see anyone
Wow.
nearby, so we could see the early ramblings of something like Game 1,
Mhm.
right, where they didn't get that much damage.
Yeah, this is almost like a blessing.
Oh, there's
and
a Reload
curse,
Chess
as
Cup
you're
on
kind of
Sunday
alluding
too.
to.
At 6
You're
p.m.
not
through
taking damage,
8:30.
which means you're not falling below the damage threshold, but you're not
know.
progressing your
It's a
position
Reload
either.
Chess Cup
As
even
Poyo,
for.
Peterbot lurk around, they found Webster out by himself, going on the chase for Encrypted. And again, this could be a part of a bigger picture for Peterbot and Poyo for a couple of these games. Honestly, more times than not, we see them struggling to actually deal with their overall Storm Surge. Not something you necessarily see every day for
But
a team
the-
like this, but it
the
just goes to show
stream-
as
the
each game
Twitch
progresses,
stream is,
they're doing what they can
The Twitch
to
stream
fix
is
their
oh,
mistakes. As
copyright.
you
It has
turn Venom
copyright
trying to
music.
make a lurk onto Jojo Fishy, but Eoxy has a lurk onto him.
Oh my gosh, the lurker is about to get lurked on. Venom's thinking to himself, oh, Eoxy has no idea I'm here. But his teammates watching him. Jojo just knows.
Alright, we can. Yes.
This
But
is
the
crazy.
Victory Cup
Well,
goes into that.
Luckily,
Yeah, I'll probably
teammate
finish the Victory
actually
Cup before it,
fires
so it'll be
off.
alright.
Aegis kind of initiates, because had they not, it would have just been trouble for Venom
Because
here.
it ends at 6:30 though, so
I'm
I
more
might
surprised
not.
they don't just 2v1
Oh.
jump him at this point, realizing that Aegis was far back, but Venom can count his lucky stars here.
Oh,
Let's
Big
Qual. I'm gonna
text.
see what Qual was.
yeah, so gotta wonder what their Surge is gonna be like as the game progresses. It's a huge question mark. Surge is like currency, allows you to freely rotate around the map, stick to your game plan, because once you reach a certain level below that damage threshold, you almost have no choice
when
on
was the
what
last
to do.
one?
You have to fight the first team you see more times than not. But as you jump into King and Craze, they already at least got one elimination
Billion.
here. Seeing them just trying to reset.
one.
Clicks and Rapid on the other hand, just continuing that fight that we saw early on
Brandon,
against
look at
Maraps
Tree.
and QK.
Well, this is really interesting. This game has the most amount of teams alive as we get into the third zone, so there is going to be some surge issues coming up. Meanwhile, King and Craze with a very excellent ambush onto Liam here, find him completely off guard. Craze looks to cut off Jace, but he slips away. Just like that, another set of eliminations, and further up they go. now putting themselves in a conversation of the top 10 for King and Craze. All they were missing was not dudding out game number 2, where they were alive for 15 minutes and fell before the placement point. So really deep into the round and likely having issues with damage.
At least for now, Jace is going to be able to get out alive. Jump aboard King. Seeing how he was able to pick up that first elim, it was on to Zen.
Why not?
So you have to know that's paper on the other side of that wall. He doesn't get a chance to actually break in the box. He's just simply, I hope, trying to stay alive to get Zen back in the game. We're still relatively early, the 3rd zone. So a lot of the teams on the outskirts being pushed closer and closer together. Which is why you see Acorn and Bolts kind of positioned not too far away from the battle woods, north of their actual POI on those mountain ranges. They have a little bit of distance here, so they can cover as much ground as possible.
Got Acorn and Bolts playing the mountain once again. It's looking pretty good. You got Muzz kind of there, lurking far off in the distance.
Yo, can my main account please stop get? Can my main account please get away from me?
Meanwhile, Cooper and Reed
My main account please get away from me. Main account. Please, main account,
Venom.
get away from me.
They've moved their way up towards the Wonky Land, playing the outer coast, looking for a battle, considering that the zone's playing up this way. And that just means they were caught, right? They were likely caught trying to lurk here, trying to see what they can find over at the Wonky. I don't imagine.
Guys,
that
why
they
are we
wanted to
following my
take
main
a
account?
clean
Why are we
2v2 battle.
Stop following on me.
Gotta imagine they're after 2 things, being this deep in the zone right now. They're after the mending machine for the heals, and after damage for Surge. You saw 2 different instances for Veno, around 100 damage each of those instances as he was lurking around, kind of getting scraped off, not necessarily taking the same off-spawn battle as they have in games prior. So that's gotta be a
Get away
real
from you guys,
struggle
get
for
away.
them. And in the back of their minds as well,
Help me.
Veno, probably one of the smartest players in the game that we have right now, probably calculating down to the exact number of what they need to come back from. And that's why I think they're just kind of floating around here, grabbing scraps. They know their actual latte had probably looted down to nothing, so they need something.
Now we get to jump in with Higgs and Curve. Saw the stat numbers showing Curve's capability so far. Very much a dangerous player here when it comes down to it. Really representing right now the new leader of the controller scene, who's definitely slept on up until he gets that win, and I think now he's just continuing to prove himself that it wasn't by luck, it wasn't by chance. It surely was the hands of his own skill. What do we have here though? Neurops and QK, they just can't catch a break. Another duo sitting on them now.
Yeah, probably having to run through all the material, gold, resources, surviving the clicks and rapid push. And now they run into Curly and Tyler here on the other side. And they're 300 or so below for QK and Marops. Tyler and Curly, they're actually pretty well off. They just don't need this fight. 400 below for Marops and QK. They essentially need both of these eliminations without taking much, if not any damage at all.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
See the shockwave play here from Neurops.
Ow.
He's going in for it. Venom's fight is a surge battle, by the way. 80 below. This is really tough. Actually, yeah, look, he's even used all of his material as well. Jacob, things are starting to turn for the worst here.
And usually, you know, you can have a couple of mistakes, you can have a couple bad games, but even with those 4 eliminations, we saw them trying to get wiped off the spawn relatively soon. And you can kind of see the 2 sides of this coin. QK and Marops, 400 damage below, and you can see them disengaging here. I think one of them may need to play hero here and try to go for some damage, but 500, they fall even further. On the other side, Veno and Agers barely on that line. 80 below the damage threshold for the most part. They're not getting desperate, just trying to push into boxes and put themselves into a bad spot. They're just consistently trying to put down pressure against 20 and Chimp.
Yeah, I like this little side angle here, kind of breaking his way out of the building, but now he's getting shot from other teams in the distance. So this is definitely a bit of a scrappy fight, and unless they can get a big tag here and now to buy him some time, it's only going to get harder from here. Nice little knock onto 20. They have to quickly get the siphon. There it is. And oh my gosh, plenty of heals come spilling out as well. So just like that, their tournament goes from what was almost bad
Crazy,
to
crazy,
now
crazy.
not so shabby.
Yeah, just put them in a spot here where they're not in the best position. I know you said not too shabby,
Huh?
and I gotta agree with that. But it's just they know their fighting is not over just
Why?
yet. They got enough to keep them in the game, but now they need another elimination to put them into prime form. Clicks and Rapid, on the other hand, you see them 900 above the damage threshold, still finding elimination onto X-Pawn. Oliver OG, I feel like he's overstaying his welcome here against Clicks and Rapid, especially with how little HP he actually has.
You just did that, or
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what can you do? They get full on fired away on. Meanwhile, Rise and Mud
What?
gets to get a nice little
Why?
update with them.
What
A
is
couple
this?
hundred above the damage threshold.
Ezzy,
They've
bro,
managed to
why
really
is he
maintain
smiling, bro?
a
Ezzy.
low-key presence here. You can
Ezzy,
see
bro, what
just
is that skin and why is
judging
it
by how
smiling
much
at me, bro?
heals and material count they have.
Why does it look like
They
it
have
just
had a nice
whatchamacallit?
ride
I can't say
through
it.
to the mid-game
Why
here
does it
so
look
far.
like it just
Meanwhile,
did something, though?
Boyo seems like they're still getting active themselves with a nice
why
little
is it
elimination starting
smiling?
to fall through.
Bro,
But this game is heating up now for Veno, for Agers. We already knew that they had just a couple of hundred builds to work with.
it's wrinkly and smiling.
Not much has changed since then. However, a fight here and now. Aiden doesn't close
He-
the
why are you
wall,
laughing like that,
and
too?
Veno punishes him with a monster shot now. There goes the finish. There goes the refresh he was looking for. And just like that, Jacob, you might have talked it into existence. They are back.
Yeah, I'm just glad to know I'm not a curse. Usually there's that caster curse going around, and I'm glad for
today.
today. For this moment, it's not me. Hopefully, Venom and Angels complete the
copying
game, and it
this.
can be true, but there it is, just one foot in front of the
It
other.
is so
It's
big,
not
bro.
all
What the-
about these massive victories, taking on
You guys are
first
so
place, winning
disrespectful.
games.
You
Sometimes
guys are so
enough
disrespectful.
of those small battles being won could put you in a big position. Venom and Angels fought their way from below the damage threshold. Now Queasy and Victor V need to do the same thing. 143 points. You can kind of see them there
My
on the
phone
leaderboard,
died, bro.
perfectly timed, top
That's
5
very sad.
position so far. They're one of the
Uh-oh.
teams to qualify for globals if this were to end now.
Really tough spot to be in, and then you have Higgs and Curve on your heels here. This can go either which way. Higgs, Curve, they don't have much pressure the way Victor and Queasy do. They also don't have the mats, but it's Victor V who's putting the tags in from behind. Meanwhile, he lands right next to, of course, his opponent there, but Queasy, look at this, pull the zone. They go straight for high ground, and now they're positioned up, still eyeing the team below them, but they still have,
This is a
of
really
course, the
small
danger
kid,
of Higgs and
Curve.
Curves rotate here. Material count,
It was this
check.
really small kid, like he
Heals,
was super duper
decent.
small.
Victor does have
He
a
was really
chug
annoying
splat,
though, so I'm
but
glad that it
Victor
happened to
is
him.
the only one holding
But
it
he
right
was
now.
so small.
Queasy will likely need to
The
use
biggest
it
kid at our school, the biggest
even
kid
though
at our
they're
school, like
positioned
body
high up
slammed
right
him, and
now,
it's
it's
one of the
very,
teachers'
very
cars.
important for them to get an elimination sooner rather than later. So that
Into the
way,
car, bro.
if it does max pull, they have the shockwaves, they have the builds, they can continue to try and hold it. Otherwise, that'll be the moment they have to give it up. You see Aviv and Veer in the
Clicks,
distance,
let's go,
barely
Clicks.
surviving. Higgs and Curve here, but also Noxy and Dash. 152 points, over 200 above the damage threshold. That's not necessarily the worry for this team. It's only the zone, a max pull for them and everybody else on this edge.
Yo,
Confidence
what
enough
is
in
Ezzy
Dash
doing,
for
bro?
fourth place
What
after
is
getting
this,
a
bro?
second and third back-to-back, and it just
What
shows
the
you
heck,
can make a
Ezzy?
mistake in one round and still
Oh, you
be
hear
in
the
the
police
race
cars?
right now. That's how close the competition has been
Bro,
so
Ezzy,
far.
what is your person doing, bro?
But right now, the biggest
Bro,
targets
what
are on
the
the
heck,
backs of
Ezzy?
Higgs and Curve, who of course have a 40-point cushion here. They're the only
Oh, I can
team
hear him too, I
that
can hear
hasn't
him.
made a mistake in today's tournament so far.
I could hear the sirens.
Take a look at the bigger picture, though. Peterbot, Boyo, pulled a zone. They're the first to
Bro, why do you
solidify their
keep
way
looking
to
up,
the high
Ezzy, bro?
ground.
Stop looking at me.
But I'm hearing that surge kind of more in the lobby here and now. So I'm curious who is
Come on,
below
Peterbot. We need
10
you in the top
players.
6,
Jacob still
Peterbot.
have the
Peterbot,
ball
top
here.
6 right now.
Everything's gonna
Peterbot,
simmer
top 6.
down.
Come on.
Yeah, for Peterbot and
I need you in
Boyo,
the top 6,
damage
Peterbot.
is the
Come on.
last thing in their mind. They're just trying to whittle everybody down into scraps. Higgs is down. Curve's still alive. We seen
67
him
below.
last game with a solo clutch performance to keep them with that 40-point lead and placement points monster. We're only in top 24. They had barely started
Oh,
to set
Suki,
in.
you're gonna get
So
invited for questioning.
everybody in the lobby, if anybody at home wants an entertaining tournament, you gotta hope Curve goes down here. But I know mom and pops are probably screaming right loud in the house. Curve, you can do it. You can do it again, just like you did last game.
I can't believe Curve
Yeah,
and Higgs
listen,
are gonna
dude,
win.
Curve is definitely showing up and showing out right now for the entire community. making all the controller players
Yo!
proud. Meanwhile, Agers, Veno, and 5
there we are.
eliminations coming and fighting their way out of what was almost an early grave. They were getting deep into the, of course, negative territory, but back, they have fought their way. Meanwhile, Shadow Virgo trying to fight for high ground. That's a desperate play showing us that they need a long way to fight their way into, of course, a winning position. Meanwhile, Victor and Queasy go from nothing to a fresh elimination. That's a nice way to earn some points here.
Yeah, desperately needed as well, because you saw them looking at high ground. They just had nothing to hold on to it. That could be the key for their success and longevity in this game. Curve still surviving. Veno and Agers just going through every single emotion throughout the course of this game. Happiness, sadness. They just need to go ahead and top it off with a victory royale. Put the cherry on top, but they're just waiting for the zone to catch up, getting the most out of the shockwave effect. They don't want to blast themselves from point A to point B. They just simply want the effect to try to run down anybody in their path. That one isn't going to find any success, but it just goes to show what Veno and Agers have in their mind.
Who is
Little do
push
they know
dog?
that other player only had 10 HP. It could have gone either way, but at the end, they still have to fight their way through. Peterbot Boyo still have ultimate high ground over the lobby. What's the material count looking like?
Peterbot
'Cause we know
Polo.
that they're firing
Polo,
away with
I
those
love you.
pistols here. Just a couple to work with. Definitely plenty to go ahead and go the distance. They're so high up, though, that no one can shockwave towards them, right? That's, I believe, what matters. But they recognize it's costing them a little bit too much. They have to go down. Clicks, rapid. 4 eliminations now. Finding one on the rotate here. This is going to set them up for a top 15 now.
Just need to continue to stay consistent.
on,
130
Clicks.
points.
Come on,
Like
Clicks.
you said,
Come on.
4 eliminations, but the bare minimum when it
Clicks,
comes to the actual heals, they cannot overstay
Please.
their welcome in the zone.
Casual,
But
yeah.
Peterbot and Poyo have not
And
looked
again, I didn't
back
know who
yet.
you were, so,
Agers
yeah, you
and
can do it.
Veno are hunting. You gotta wonder what's the Chug Jug situation like, but there's no actual shockwave. There's no chance for them to go for high ground, or at least not
Rapid's
point in time.
dead.
Clicks gets another elimination onto Craze, getting that extra little bit of materials
That's the
for
solo
Rapid
clutch
to
like
keep
always,
themselves
bro.
looking strong.
Look at this. Veno already eyed up high. He saw that they were building on singular cones there, and now they're going to heal up and likely target high ground. Peterbot Boy, you have something coming for them. Meanwhile, Clicks solo clutching here by himself, already earning his way to the top 10.
Oh my
Venom
gosh.
and Agers now fully healthy, looking for a refresh.
Oh, bro.
The potential is there, but the builds are open. It was Clicks who puts a monster shot in, giving them a little something to think about.
Yeah, but they're still chasing him down. 180 onto Cynics, perfectly timed, but it's not
Bro,
the
I
perfect
want-
scenario.
I want
Or at
metal,
least
bro.
not for
Metal.
him as
Clip that, bro.
Moneymaker for
Metal, clip
Nyan.
it.
Drop him into the palm of their hands, and they grab that elimination. I'm looking at the mini-map right now. Poyo has Shockwave outside of the zone. Peterbot is on high ground by himself. He's trying to make his way back, but what damage has it done for him? Moneymaker
Metal, clip
has
that.
fallen for Nyan. Now stuck with his back up against the wall. No builds by himself.
But he took down Peterbot. That's one of the equation already out. Bolts is going to fall. Agers is going to fall as well. I think we're looking at all solos remaining here, Jacob. This is a tough spot to be in. Everyone's in shambles, but it's all going to come down to who targets who. Boyo looking to low
Below
ground,
dead.
gets targeted from someone up top. It's Kai Ixon out of nowhere with his teammate. He actually has Skittles.
Buzzin'
They're
Rise
the only
overtook
duo
Higgs
standing.
and Curve, bro.
Yep, 2v1v1
There is no way Rise is winning an
situation.
FNCS
Chug
before
trying to get
Clicks.
Skittles up to perfect shield and HP, but for 9,
There is no way.
Skittles able to get the down.
There's no way Rise
gonna
is winning an
fall, but
FNCS.
at least brings it down to a 1v1. It was a long shot, but for 9 had a chance.
Clicks is in
Kai and
12th,
Skittles
bro.
are going to end that game off with a victory royale by taking down top team after top team.
And they got 10 eliminations along the way too.
Dixie, you're
So
good. Are you getting
talk
questioning
about
right
a
now?
big game to put them inside a potential top 5 there, Zeke.
Oh man, that was a brutal zone and a chaotic game. And for Skittles and Cayenne, they
Oh, Clicks is
decide,
about to-
look, you know, we just got to do everything we can. Just stay alive,
Oh,
stay together,
Clicksy.
everything will be okay. And then
Don't
it
cry.
comes down to solos,
cry,
Kelly. At
Clicksy.
that
Cry.
point,
Don't cry,
your
Clicksy.
duo is looking poised to walk away with a victory royale 10 elimination game. And in game number 4. Obviously,
Don't
we
cry,
maybe
please.
wish that it happened a little sooner, right? But still, to happen at all, this is big, right? This is momentum.
Yeah, I'm
I need
excited
to
to watch
fuck
these
low.
highlights of Skittles
need
and
Clicks to
Cayenne
fuck.
because there was just
Get
so
out of my
much
face.
going on with so many big names
Yeah,
that we
stop
really
trying to
weren't
copy
able to
Ezzy,
watch
bro.
too
Ezzy-
much of what was
Ezzy's
going
for a
on.
reason.
But when you have a lot of our leaderboard, top 10 leaderboard, kind of going down to solos and everything, and especially with Agers and Veno doing
Why
so
is it looking
well,
at me
and then
like that?
Peter Von Poyo holding height, obviously you can only have so many cameras and so many observers. But
Look, bro, how much time's
regardless,
gotta tell you to get on my
Skittles and
screen?
Cayenne finally proving themselves against the lobby right now, and to see them, yeah, Zone 11 is when they had hype, but to
Clicks
see
isn't
how
doing
they
that pretty good
it
right now,
would've been
chat.
great.
Guys, send your hopes.
What a
Send your hopes to clicks, chat. Send your hopes to clicks. Say good luck, clicks in the chat.
I don't even think we made it into the 12th
Clicks needs it, bro.
zone
Say
here,
good
so
luck to clicks
this
in the
one
chat.
ended
Say good luck,
very,
clicks.
very quickly, which is why we didn't see a lot of that action, right? Even we kind of missed it. Peterbot and player
Say
were
good
kind
luck,
of
clicks
sitting
in
up
chat.
on the high
Say
ground. It
good
looked
luck,
like they were
clicks.
going to be steadfast for the win here, or at least be able to be competitive in that regard. But Blink, and you might have missed it, Skittles and Cayenne just kind of
luck,
end
clicks.
up
Good
on the
luck,
higher
clicks.
ground. And yeah, sure enough, we kind of end game number 4 pretty early. And that is going to be sending
Ow.
Skittles up the leaderboard without a doubt, because 10 eliminations and a win there, 100+ point win. So excited to kind of see where that lands him on the leaderboard.
Yeah, they started in 16th place going into that game with only 84 points. So we'll have to see how things go for them after that. But for now, a break. When we return, 2 games left to go before we wrap up day 1 of
Dixie,
the
are you here, bro?
Major 2 final. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you in just a moment.
Dixie, bro. Are you? Why does clicks talk like an AI, bro? Is that? But that is frustrating. Ooh. Frustrating. Yeah, I know. Sounds like ChatGPT, like agreeing with everything. Hey. Bro, are you getting questioned by them? Bro, I told you not to get in. Bro, why are you? Yeah, bro, you should. I know, bro. Why are they both looking at us? Like they're on some. There's no way that they're not. There's no way that they're not. Bro, guess what? Luke's got top 8. I don't know, but Muzz is in first place now. Muzz is in first place with Rise. Higgs and... Bro, why are they both looking into the sky, bro?
Welcome back, FORTNITE fam, to the FNCS. This is day number 1 of Major number 2. The last game, game number 4, went over to Skittles and Cayenne with a massive 10 elimination victory royale.
Bro, I
Now,
can't.
it did
Six
say
is
they did
outplaced by
end
money.
in, they went into the game rather in 16th place. And this is just to reiterate how a single game can suddenly shift the entire leaderboard. As we get ready to take a look, after just that one game, remember 10 elim victory royale, we went from 84 points all the way up, and now we're suddenly 6th place, 189 for Skittles and Cayenne. Now, this is, again, just want to emphasize, this is off a single game. So with that context, why don't we continue talking about all the duels we're seeing? Peterbot and Poyo, guys, we've done it. We've done it. They're
I see you're about to be-
they're in the top 10. we finally had a game. We're also placed in the top 10, you know, after a few, not what I would say standout games, only 2 games out of the 4 where we've had a top 5, Kelly. So, you know, Pete Pollo, I feel like this happens a lot, right, Kelly? Like, they're kind of, you know, it kind of feels a little all over the place. And then suddenly, after a single game, they shift gears, and then they kind of start to just rise up the leaderboard.
They have historically been a day 2 team. They like to build the tension, the suspense for day 1, let people think that they've fallen off. And you know, obviously with the Summit LAN, they didn't have 2 days, so they split it into half and half instead. But for whatever reason, this duo prefers to kind of take it a little, I don't want to take it easy in day number 1, but they kind of pull back a little bit, and it's really not until day 2 that we see this ultra aggression or these kind of new strategies coming out. So the fact that they're in top 10 right now and we still have 2 more games to go today, let alone tomorrow, I am not concerned whatsoever. But
I'm not concerned
Vivid,
whatsoever.
what I am concerned about, out of our top 7, so 14 players, 4 of them are from EU.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's getting a little scary up here.
I'm back. All right.
You're kind of talking about those EU players. Obviously, one of them who's doing very, very well today so far. Veno alongside Ages. I mean, take a look at that eliminations column. They have not only entered the 20 elimination threshold, they're almost on
it's all good.
30. They've got 28 total eliminations, and I feel like it is now very, very clear what these guys and their objective is going to be for the rest of this FNCS, and it's just going to be continuously fight. And they're kind of forced to, because of this whole all-spawn situation. Whenever they leave, they're just kind of shambles. They can't really ever get a solid foothold under them. So basically what they do is they just go ahead, they W key a team, they want to fight a team to hopefully kind of get something rolling. But when you fight a team, you're kind of delayed on your rotation, and then you have to use so many mats to make that rotation. So then you're kind of forced to fight again and again and again. But they are fighting time and time again, and it is actually working for these guys. I mean, being triple contested at a POI, making it off spawn, and being in 4th place right now is a feat that is very, very hard to describe.
And they're making it look so easy, right? I don't know, man. If we want to keep this like going, I feel like eventually they're just going to overtake, right? Because their plan, it's been the same, and they've pulled it off every single game now. 2 games left to go, but Kelly, you know, I was looking at the old leaderboard here, and I was like, oh yeah, 10th, Peter Pollo, and I was working my way up the leadboard, right? And I saw, what is it? Xset Muzz. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, and Rise is up there, and 2. First place, yeah, totally unbiased, not a Muzz's #1 fan over here. Crazy
Guys,
stuff.
if we get a $14 dono, I won't play the
stats.
tournament.
We've only had kind of one quote-unquote bad game, right? A 30th place with no elims, right?
Yo, the
Everything
vid from
else,
yesterday got
second
6K
place,
views
6
right now. W.
eliminations. First place, the VR with 8, and then a 3rd place with 2 eliminations. If we remove that bad game, Kelly, just that one bad game, these stats are pretty insane.
I love Vivid.
Yeah, make sure that we're using my code
Who
before not
Zeke is
that.
going to talk about just by
That we're
his
using my
cadence
code.
and his tone of voice. But yeah, when you're talking about Muzz and Rise, obviously we all get excited. It's Muzz and Rise. Obviously, them being in first place. I don't know if that was on anyone's bingo boards. But
How
I am
are Muzz
so
and Rise in
excited
first
to
place?
see it, and for them to be consistently in the top of our leaderboard. And it is through their own consistency. They're not necessarily going for these early aggressions like Veno and Agers. They're not necessarily going for these crazy height plays like Clicks or Peter Pollo. No, they're just playing standard Fortnite. And when it comes down to these grand finals, more and more times that we see in our top 10, it is, yes, some pop-off games, but also just people playing standard Fortnite. And I think that is what Muzz and Rise do best.
Yeah, I mean, listen, our top 5 right now
stop blocking my screen,
separated
guys.
by only 35.
Wait, never mind. Y'all are fine. Y'all aren't even blocking my screen.
Not only the top 5,
Never mind. Y'all aren't even
top
blocking the
3.
screen.
I feel
Never mind.
like
I take
a
it back.
duo that has kind of been a little bit quiet. Not only
That,
in
for the
this
month
grand
of July,
finals,
we
but
have
just
so much
across this
supporters.
entire season.
telling y'all,
Moneymaker
though.
and F9.
But for the month of August, it hasn't been recorded yet because it's not August 2nd yet. So, make sure if you leave the game, make sure that you make sure that my code is in, because if you leave the game, we're gonna see how much people have the code on right now. Yes, Master. Please don't refer to me as Master. They might interpret that the wrong way.
Maybe I'm not going to be saying try at the end of this FNCS because sitting in
Once they
third
leave this
place
game, make
right
sure they have
now
my code in.
is
So whenever I look at it at
super
3
interesting.
a.m.
I
tonight,
believe they're actually supposed to be contested.
Whenever I look at it
kind of
at
coming
3
into
a.m.
the
tonight,
weekend, right? They've been uncontested over these first 4 games, so hopefully
make
they
sure that
can
you have it
keep
in
the
because we're gonna
ball
see how much
rolling.
people we can get at
Yeah, I
once to
think
have
they
my
were
code in.
initially going to be
Like at the very
contested
first.
by Seek and Taki, but by how these games have been going, it doesn't seem like they're dealing
Hey,
with any
hold on, I need to look at
situations
terms of
off
service.
spawn, and if they are
Whenever they
handling
paid me
it
out.
quite quickly. So, listen, I love all of our players. I
was-
love all of our teams to show up, but come on, NA, come on.
Did
Yeah.
it-
I just feel like I can envision.
Yeah, how do I
looking in
figure out
my
where
head,
they,
you know, he's just rubbing his
pay
hands
us out?
good, just-
Oh, he's so happy.
All right, man. I'm gonna.
Yeah, when do they
well,
pay us
you know,
out?
Look, it's fine. We have 2 more.
Yeah, I think it's probably at
games
the end of the month, right?
left to go. We'll see how things go. But for now, we jump back.
Does it
into
mean
the
I?
action.
Does that mean I gotta
Captures
wait
over to you.
forever?
Thank you, Zeke. Yeah, look, Jacob, I was looking at the points too. I gotta say, round of a golf.
Yeah, does
clap
that mean
for
I gotta
Angers
wait,
and Venom.
like, forever,
Fourth
bro?
Place, man.
Like, I'm gonna have to wait
Supercon,
31
all the
days?
upsets that have happened so far. It's just impressive.
For
Yeah,
the
honestly, coming
credit
into
code
this
payout.
weekend,
Wait,
seeing that triple cause, he
am I
has
not
to
having a
have
birthday party
trick
this year, bro?
underneath his
My
sleeve.
birthday's
There
in
is no
30
way
days.
Venno willingly
Nobody's
puts
asked me what I want
himself
for my
in a
birthday.
triple contested fight.
I want my birthday party for. Actually, never mind. That's not. My birthday party before. Wait.
And utter
My
domination over the POI, over the
Oh, I'm pretty sure
surrounding
we are
lands.
having my
This is
birthday
almost
party
giving me
before
deja
birthday.
vu of his day 2 run on way to winning major one.
I'm so confused.
Yeah,
They're-
definitely.
They
Well,
didn't
what's
ask me for
carrying
what I
everyone
want.
here, at least on the standings, is
And
who is getting those eliminations.
they don't love me.
Clearly, that is the difference maker here and now. But
Oh wait, I
Maz
should
and Rise
actually
have
start making a
completely
birthday
different
list though. I
story
only
on
I only know that I
win
want
really
a
separates them
keyboard
from
that
this
has holo effects so I
competition.
can get
Jacob
0.1
is getting
actuation. I don't know
closer and
anything else.
closer now. We only have a couple more games in front of us, so let's go ahead and do it one more time.
Yeah, 50-90, yeah, really good.
Again, huge props to Muzz and Rise. A
Oh, a
team that
mansion,
formed
ooh,
kind
I
of
wanna do that
last
one, that one's
second,
sick.
didn't have a good day 1 for play-ins,
I'm down.
but somehow making it work. I had questions about FORTNITE and Moneymaker.
All right, chat. Let's start
It
thinking
almost
of a
seems like
birthday
they're
list.
landing
I'm gonna make a
everywhere
birthday
on the
list
map
while on
to
stream.
take advantage of whoever's at the top side of the leaderboard.
All right, chat. Let's get
taking
Amazon
a
and
page
Google
out
Docs
of Venno
open.
and Queasy, Peter Button Poyo's playbook, and
Connect
really
to
putting
master.
it to use before
Wait, which
it's
one's
too
your
late.
master?
Yeah,
Is
you
it
did a
Slogo
good
or
job
Ezzy?
calling out Moneymaker
Which is
for
outdoor.
9. Guys,
Hey.
if y'all didn't know,
All right,
Jacob's like,
stop.
by the way, I think they have something
And
up their sleeve.
Amazon.
We gotta see what
All
they're
right, chat.
up to
What should we
in
look
the
for?
early
I
game,
think.
and they do it
Chat,
once
does Best Buy
again.
have
They've
actual gaming
already
chairs? Because I need a new chair.
successfully
I'm
learned- I believe it
in an
was
office
Ritual
chair
and
right now.
Cold last game, and now look at this.
Oh, they
They're
do?
scuffing
All right,
their
we might go
fire
IRO
skills
to
here. Nice little knock on Takai.
IRO stream
This
getting
is
that.
not looking good. Every single time they've gotten the knock, they've managed to finish.
Let's go
these fights
IRO,
up
guys.
really quick.
And I gotta give a huge thank you to Moneymaker and FORTNITE. I had one wish
Once we
coming
get Streamlab, I'll
into
start
today.
doing IRO
One
streams
wish,
around my
and it was
pond,
just
I
to
guess.
make sure
The
that
neighborhood
game
pond.
12 mattered in terms of the actual championship. Moneymaker and FORTNITE are doing their darndest to make sure that they have a chance going into game 12, or maybe even a lead here. And these are all from
Oh, you're
them
so
being
funny.
uncontested at the south side of the map, hunting team after team, and right now
As season
each
master,
one
I was
goes
just making
to
sure.
meet the same fate.
All right,
There
so
is
attack,
no way, Monster,
start,
that in
keyboard.
back-to-back majors, we have somebody from EU coming over and taking down
Alright, so
NA.
the attack shark
I
keyboard
gotta
with
say,
a
I have a
really cool LED. It's
huge problem with this,
$57.
guys.
Ooh.
FORTNITE and Moneymaker are showing up and doing
That's
things we
low-key kind
haven't
of
seen
expensive.
done on the NAC region in quite some time. This level of dynamic play and execution
I don't
is
even count.
one
I don't
to
even
be
care if this stuff
studied.
sounds bad.
So far,
It's holo effects.
so good for them.
Not that
Their
bad.
early game, chef's kiss.
All right, yeah. Well, let me
Now we
copy
get to
and
check
paste.
out another
Copy
one of
with
our
it.
entertaining early games.
Put it in the Google
latte
Doc.
landing again. Only 2 teams actually in the POI, and I don't see as
Make sure
much
the link works real quick.
kind of surrounding focus.
Oh, yeah, that's
I don't
actually
see
amazing.
Magma
That's
and
amazing, I
Void.
think.
I don't see 20
Yeah, what else should I
and
get for my
Chimp,
birthday?
so it does seem like, you know, instead of waiting till day 2 to switch things
Well,
up,
I
they're
guess you can go
switching it
look
up
at Best Buy
here
Gaming.
in the second half of day 1. Yuz and Sharkman consistently contested here towards the backside of the actual map. A little bit of a split drop. But it just goes to show 104 points.
Aren't gaming
still.
chairs
They
really
really
expensive?
haven't been able
I'm
to
not supposed
stay
to get
on
these,
track
bro.
after their first 2 big games.
Because
Yeah, those first
my new
games
phone
started
came
off
out
so strong.
came is like half
Last two.
paid for by my birthday
I mean,
because my
being one of the first
old
to
phone didn't
fall
trade in for that
the
much.
lobby is definitely a tough one to deal with.
Bro,
In the end, though, they just have to
if,
find
if there's
their
no
footing,
padding on it,
see
I'm
if
not
they can
getting
get
it, bro.
the Car back at the tracks here.
Bro, this
mean,
office chair has no
race.
padding, bro. It needs to be good.
Looking at things on the other side,
I need
though, are current
A mesh,
point game leaders that
office chair that does like doesn't
course,
need padding, but it's
Rise
suspended in
and
the air is
was
good.
here. Last
I
game,
like
they
that.
pulled a
Like if
third
it's
place
suspended in
and
the air, it
second
doesn't have. If it doesn't
for
have
a
padding, but it's like
animations
suspended
there.
air. It's a good
Very well played for them.
'cause that's
right
what
after the
type of one that
now
clicks.
before that, So just all in
Yeah,
all,
this
pretty
one,
consistent
I low-key don't think
so
it's
far
bad enough.
here. And that's with dropping game number 2,
Yeah.
actually. You see that. They got a 30th place. So it's not like they're playing
I'm
perfect.
gonna have back
just
problems. I'm
playing
not gonna
better
be able to
than
walk
everyone
whenever I'm
else.
like 60.
You've seen things heat
But
up.
I
At
have
different
my
points in the map,
posture.
Shadow and Virgo probably not where they want to be on the overall leaderboard.
Oh yeah, let's.
leaving
Oh, I
Heatwave
should get a
Harbor
massage
early
gaming
to try
chair.
to get some damage and eliminations here again. Storm Surge has been ailing them as Virgo gets that
Massage chair,
elimination. He does
ooh.
take some damage, but not as much as you would think. They do wipe off Causers and DK out of this game. And now to keep the show rolling, you can see them return back to
I don't
Heatwave
want. I don't
Harbor
want
where
the
they
heavy
do have
duty.
that
If it has a leg
legendary
rest,
POI.
it's even better.
Yeah, this is
The leg
really
rest makes it better
interesting
because if I'm watching FNCS, I
performance
can
so
just
far from
lay
Shadow
down.
and
I guess.
Virgo, because it's not that they've been playing great, because they're not playing terrible either.
I don't think my desk
They've
is-
been alive.
I got an
18
Amazon
minutes,
desk.
21 minutes, 18 minutes, 19 minutes. It's like something
I
is
flipped
going
to it.
wrong.
My monitor.
so
Oh my
late
gosh!
in the
Wait, is my
tournament
monitor
that
actually?
they are
Wait.
missing
I think I
tons
undid
and
my
tons
monitor
of
somehow.
placement points. If they can just
Feels like
close
that's
that up,
screwed in.
I mean, surely they'll be able to break away. But
fate.
for now, their performances is landing them kind of in that 15th place range.
All right, let me
So
look.
they're
Let me
still
look.
very much in the competition.
All right, I don't think I
but
can get anything that's
overall
that
tough. So what do
expensive
you
though
think about
because
this
I
look
think
happening
half
here?
my phone
Venom
costed from.
always has something
that expensive.
cooking. This time though, it's Victor V and Queasy who are kind
All right,
of lost
I just needed a
right
new
now.
chair that's
They
not
don't-
like
they
this.
don't have a single
A little
clue.
bit better.
I'm not necessarily too surprised because if you
See,
take
this chair, it
a
looks
little
like
bit
it
of
has.
trip down memory lane, Heat
bit of padding
3,
moves.
after they were essentially
And it has a
qualified in
footrest.
points after landing Heatwave Harbor, they did contest.
Why'd they get
the
a bottle
top
delay
side
inside of their
the
chair
map
for?
Here, they're just constantly keeping teams guessing, and because
Got a
Latte
they got
landing
4
is
different models
contested
delay
as
inside of their
well,
chair
they're
so I
just
can
going elsewhere
see.
for the loot, catches one off
I have
guard,
4
takes a
different
big
models.
shot himself, but 200 damage just like that on Queasy, leaving Victor V by
Oh
himself.
my gosh, they
And
made a
he has
music video.
decision to make
They
here. You
literally
could
made a
sit in your
montage about the
search tower,
chair.
You have some extra heals, or you're gonna disengage.
They made a
and he knows
montage
he
about it.
needs to create distance fast because Venom and Aegis, one of the few teams that would
don't
certainly
know.
chase him down.
Yeah, what's tough about that too is how much loot they actually have secured here. So
They made a
Aegis and
montage
Venom
about their
can
chair.
Also, just steal the drop if they want. They can
This
totally
company.
stay here if they felt like. If a Victor kind of hastily looking to catch a low profile.
Bro,
here,
they
so
hired 6 different
he's
actors.
off to the tunnel. That's a tough spot to be in.
The QK and Marab just kind of forced underneath.
Bro, why are they
again,
trying?
and
I hate whenever
for QK
gaming
and
chairs
Marab,
have pillows, bro. It's
literally
gonna hurt my
been
neck.
game
Even.
after game after game. I think
I know,
game
but,
one
like, I
might have been
just
the only one that we saw Clicks and Rapid not jump on them and try to take the fight. So now I feel like for them, planning for Clicks and Rapid is a must in their game plan. Always having to look at the sky to make sure they're not getting dropped off because the audio visuals aren't necessarily there.
Wait,
when
but
you
it
get
is.
jumped
But
on
this
from
one
that
is
cube,
only.
so
Wait,
gotta make
hold
sure
on.
you
How
have
much?
eyes in the front, back,
I feel like
and
I could
sides
definitely
of your
guarantee I
head
get this.
when it comes
The
to Clicks
install.
and Rap. As Peterbot and Pollo, we saw them in that last game
ins-
stay very
Because
long.
it's
over
80
towards
I don't know if
Sinister
it's
Strip.
that
This
good, it's
time around, just like in
$80
some of the earlier games, they're making it a focus to rotate out.
Yeah, Reed and Cooper getting
So it's
into a
gotta be-
pretty
it's gotta be
scrappy
good
fight here on the coast as well.
But what color can it? Is there
This
different
one
colors?
Already kicked
Oh my, it's
off
just a
by
blue one.
themselves here. Looking pretty good, but you can tell that
Oh,
all
the
sides are a
material
little
on the
withered
blue one
down,
looks
but
bad,
Cooper
bro.
Kind of winning
The gray one looks
trade
way better.
there.
Looks like
Nicely
better
done. He's
material.
gonna catch 20 there.
Bro, this material does
Just
not
like
look
that,
like.
they
oh,
already
these ones.
have somewhat of a lead, but Calixi and Aiden are listening nearby, watching from the top down. They
I
recognize
think I
this
need a-
fight's not over yet.
Bro, I'm gonna get off. I'm still
One
watching the stream though. All right,
mistake,
thank you, bro.
and it's gonna cost them.
Wait, chat. Do we think black and white or gray will look better?
Calixi and Aiden might even jump in a little early here to try to secure the elimination. We'll see.
Yeah, if I'm watching the feed and I'm clicking Aiden, if I see Reed or
Oh,
Cooper
Gray
get
would get
knocked,
stained even more.
that's a green light to go. They know at least one player here is a solo.
Assembly
And
is
they try to
fairly
really
quick.
take advantage of the
Main
information being
downside
given.
for me
That's
is
Chimp
that the
on the other
footrest
side,
doesn't
just
extend far
trying to
enough for my
stay
face.
alive until
Great.
unfortunately he
He
does
definitely
get
can't
cut
be
short.
rough
But
with the
Cooper
footrest.
did actually go
I'm not gonna use
down.
the footrest,
But we
so that
also have
doesn't matter.
Booga and Braids.
Oh,
Aiden and
some
Clixie
people- 4
did use
stars,
that as a
there's
green
no
light to go, but
con-
there's a
there's
whole
no
other team here in
construction-
all this action.
constructions,
Reed
I guess.
ends up in a 1v1 against Clixie and mows him down. Reed standing 10 toes firm, holding his position.
Oh
might.
my gosh, the siphon comes through. He's got plenty of time to work with now. Cooper does get full finish.
doesn't-
Meanwhile,
it
Booga and
doesn't
Braids
look that
jump
bad
in
of a
the
chair.
conversation here. They're kind of lurking nearby. They haven't quite let their presence be known. First is going to be onto Aiden, but Aiden puts
I
down the
didn't-
counter shot.
I'm not even reading chat.
Reed
Hold on, guys, my bad.
downloads all that, by the way. Now he definitely knows there's a whole different team here. So all he has to do is get the reboot card and skate out. Look at this.
All right.
Braids, again, hungry, young, accurate, does exactly what he
All
needs to do.
right.
secures
Wait,
the
hold on. I don't
UM
even know what I
lead.
should be looking for.
Just trying to hide out
All right.
now,
Is this
but
in in-store though? If it's in-store, I'm down.
Probably know still here.
This thing's not even in-store.
Yeah, I was reading
It
the
knows
kind
where I
of
live and it's
background.
not giving me in-store
Those
stuff. I want it
ones.
to be in-store.
Good information. Reet has a decent amount of heals. It's just the 2v1 and the timing that's going to be crucial. You see Braids being persistent to try to put down pressure. And it's not necessarily
what is
only
this,
to land
bro?
damage, but to stop Reet from healing. But they lose track of him literally for 1 second.
I want it to
and that's going to be the second that he needs to start to heal
Well,
up.
now
Putting him
in-store,
in
guys.
fighting
In-store.
shape, but he is
Sort
officially
by,
on a
sort
clock.
by.
Only 30
Alright,
left in
this
the second.
thing is so laggy, bro. That's why I get it.
Down with the storm, 1 tick per. He finally peaks, lands the first shot on the Braids, but 2v1. Booga and Braids have
Ownership
just taken
by
down Reet and Cooper.
Yeah, a bit of a
Pick
bad
up. Oh
edit
wait.
at the end there to try
So
to
I think it
just
is
go
there
all
since
in
it's
for
ready
the
for pickup
fight,
in
but
1 hour. I
it
think that
is
means
what
that's
it
there. I
is.
guess.
Booga and Braids, just the well-timed
Now I'm gonna go pick it up.
entry into the battle. Meanwhile, Josh Yamsep finds their way to 2 eliminations. And then another as they find Victor V. It's the insta-elim. Queasy and Victor V
I don't
now
know.
down and out.
All right.
All because of the lurk from Veno to really set this one up and
Gaming.
kind of push that ball down the hill.
All right. Chat. What other stuff should
the
I
idea
get?
of Victor V going
Should I
down
get
here to
V-Bucks?
try to hide. You typically can run into one team.
I could get a
Maybe
Razor Death Adder.
two on the other side of the porta potty, but both of them hunkered down underneath, leaving really no direction to go. Is just something that's going to be near impossible to survive. Josh Yamso happy with what they got. Just kind of still holding their position. They heard how many teams were actually there inside of these tunnels, so they're just waiting for them to make a mistake.
Oh yeah, I should get the
Make a little bit too
G502.
much noise,
Yeah, G502.
As you can
so
see, it's just
good.
way too much time ticking down the HP. They have no choice but to use the chug jugs. But with that shockwave from Liam and Jace in the distance, they hear it and they know somebody else is still around.
Yeah, this can go either way. As they kind of sit that one out.
Yeah, how we
if an
thinking
ambush
about
ends up taking place
it
meanwhile.
so far? How are we thinking?
Oxy and Dash, a team that's very much in the conversation. As we jumped away,
Oh my gosh, bro! Should I get the
Elon
gaming
pop
chair,
up in the
ergonomic
air.
swivel, RGB LED for racing, sports,
But
and home
Noxy,
office comfort?
Dash here.
Should I get the Scorpion chair that holds the
Waiting
monitors?
in
Should
the
I get the
storm.
Scorpion?
When the
It's
safe
30K.
zone is right there and there's nowhere in sight. I'm thinking that they might have thought someone might have been nearby. Maybe there was a bit of a standoff here. They're trying to bait for some extra.
Should I get the
Damage
30?
there.
Should I get the $32,000
Either way,
gaming,
They don't know
the
that
Scorpion
coast is
gaming
very
chair?
much clear.
I wish that it came in
Just don't wanna
blue.
Take too many risks. The zone being
Yellow.
close is good and all, but they don't know how many other players are lurking around. Sit on the mending machine's gonna be the
Does it come
strategy
with
for
5
Noxy
monitors,
and
bro? Why is
Dash.
it
Let's see
$32,000?
if it works out with them as this game does continue, but as it stands, they're 9th place.
All right, let's see
in
what
the
their views look like.
overall leaderboard.
Yo,
and there's only
there's-
one team with a global championship spot
At
secured.
32K, it's
only in
not
theory,
worth
if
it.
ended now, roll down
Someone
to
bought
a
it,
top
bro.
7 situation. Luckily for everybody here, we still got
Oh,
this
and
game
then
and one more
this
today.
is the best thing I've ever
6 more
purchased.
fresh
There's no way that
games
these people are
tomorrow
real.
before we not only crown a major to champion, but see which 6 teams go to the globals.
Tough spot to be in too.
Yeah, bro,
for
what can I
Victor
even get,
Queasy now
bro?
that I'm looking at it because the zone is actually
Yeah,
for
kid.
the
How much-
first
how
time
much is the
coming
cheapest,
all
like,
the way up towards the lifting
Hand
logs.
cam?
You can see Curb
Like-
and Higgs are going to be the main benefactors
What?
here. Very, very much.
Yeah, what's the
inside this
oldest
huge base.
gen?
I am
What's
wondering if because of the way
What's
it's
the
playing
oldest
out,
gen
have
GoPro that's
they
cheap?
managed to
Or any
find
cheap
enough
GoPro?
damage from this positioning?
I can.
And obviously, you can see
I don't know,
down
you use that as a
toward
hand
where Veno
cam?
and crew would have rotated shortly after finding Queasy there. Holds Acorn on the other side. Not too different from.
Well, there's
what we
an
normally
off-brand
see of them,
GoPro.
Kind of in the early game here.
There's an off-brand GoPro.
Wow.
Bro, why are they giving me
20 top
assembly
10s in
tips, bro? It's literally
FNCS
camera. You don't
finals,
need to
joint
assemble it.
with most in the world with Kanata,
The heck?
whose streak sadly ended.
Gosh, this
in
camera's
both the
so
heats
small. I
and
don't know
the
if I want
LCQ,
this.
so somebody else has a chance to try to take that mantle. I'm not sure what that streak currently is now, but it's definitely going to be a new player. As Bolts, in terms of overall top 10s, got to be the most in the world in terms of regionals and LAN events. He's an FNCS champion. He's won a solo LAN, and honestly, him pairing with Acorn is like the perfect mix. It's like peanut butter and jelly. It's like spaghetti and
Maybe they're-
meatballs.
maybe
You
they're
got
gonna be
probably
negative on
one of
search.
the best up-and-comers out of the NA West region with one of the best IGLs in the world.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get up on Surge.
But look at this exciting team here for 9 and Moneymaker. 3 eliminations.
Yeah, because
and a
Rapid
clean
isn't live.
rotate right now with not a lot of pressure as teams haven't quite realized that.
Or maybe
already
it's
on
for a
the
storm
move.
signal.
You think with the way they've set up their fights that
Maybe-
they have
maybe
a
they're
little
trying to
more
reset
damage,
Rapid Storm.
but in the end, they're still pretty comfortable.
Might be trying to
right
reset
now.
that. And then my dog, and you know what my dog did? Yeah, we know what your dog did. You know what? Guys, what are y'all doing
I
to
was
me?
about to say, I saw Rapid in the feed, and there was no knock. There
Are we
wasn't
serious
a
right now, guys?
storm, and it looks like
I'm a
Rapid
person too. I'm a person
eliminated
too. Please don't do that
himself.
to
So
me.
you know what I'm thinking is going on right here? You see the
I
extra
think
loot
making
down
my
below?
birthday
They are
list
trying to
that I do
reset the
later.
surge a little bit. Would be my best guess. Try to ease up on the pressure and the pain just a little bit. 252 above that damage threshold as they make their way back over towards Wonky Land. You could see a huge hole in their arsenal. 3 total missing item slots. They do have some gold to replenish some, but you can see it's not going to max them out.
Bro, I don't know why people got rage baited so much for me saying. Oh, Lars, people get rage baited so much for me saying you had 200 IQ play. I said 200 IQ play on the easiest play, and they're getting rage baited so hard.
What was looking like a nice little cruise down the highway here turned into a devastating situation for them. This is
Oh, and
pretty
he got
rough.
storm sickness warning.
264 below,
You got storm
already
sick-
lost his
Uh-oh.
teammate, and even with the extra heals, Noxie and Dash have to
Rapid,
force
bro, we
this fight
cannot
'cause they're also below the surge. Now this could still go either which way.
Yeah, they're
but
dead.
in the end,
No
a little bit of damage
clicks.
for Noxie.
Clicks,
Although they get a
no.
couple of
Alright, clicks better be
seconds, the
grinding
surge
tonight.
lands right before the damage can swing their way. And now
Let's
they're
just fully
out.
close out FORTNITE.
Remember, Jacob, they were very much in the race right now, inside the top 10 there.
Jeez, bro, he's not calling globals. Jeez.
They've essentially moved 1
Jeez, bro.
point behind Higgs and Curve in the overall leaderboard. Skittles and Cayenne, 6th place to start this game, have just gone down. So you can see a lot of our teams in the top 10 not only just having struggles, but actually being eliminated out of our
Bro,
fifth
what are y'all
game
doing to me?
of the day, just kind of making it harder for teams to kind of remain consistent.
We're good.
Muzzrise,
Get away
Higgs,
from me, guys.
Curve, Cold and Ritual here starting this game. 8th place.
Get
so
away
far,
from me, bro. What are y'all
172
doing to me?
points. You can see not too far away from
Oh
the
my
actual
gosh.
drop spot of the
Get
battle
away from me.
woods. And so you got to be able, if you're a Cold Ritual, or anybody else for that
Hold
matter,
on,
that gets
chat.
the zone,
Hold on,
get your
chat.
actual POI. These are the
What's
games
good,
you have to
Pingu?
make count more than any other.
Ritual, Cold though, 619 damage above. Every time we've jumped in with them in the mid game too, they've kind of had this nice position.
Hold on,
Just
guys.
looking to tag players on the rotate. They've
Hold on,
had
guys,
this very
hold on.
smooth game, minus the one time that they were ambushed on. Meanwhile, this is how Clicks and
FORTNITE
Rapid fall.
competitive.
Sad way to go out there in the storm, unfortunately. But hey, Clicks did what he could to try and save Rapid.
Bro, why are they showing it on stream, bro? Stop.
Yeah, just I take
Stop
it right.
showing
They
it on
weren't
stream, man.
resetting serve. They were just having troubles getting back to the
It's
game.
so
No
weird.
extra
They
med
would
kits.
not.
You saw they really had no gold whatsoever.
let me
for the
add a
most
source,
part.
bro.
Just trying to make their way out
Why
of
am I not
Wonky
allowed to
Land.
add a source?
Those are the one
Let me
mistakes
add a browser.
you realize, hey, maybe we overstayed our welcome. Because you saw Clicks at the last second taking Storm Sickness ticks. Not Storm Surge, Sickness.
Browser.
That means he took over
Bro, this is
600
browser.
damage in the zone
Got a
up until
browser.
that point. As we continue on with King and
Bro,
Rage, you can see them
where
flying
is
below
the
the damage
browser?
threshold. They're a team that's confident, especially with a
Oh, I
rotation
am.
coming around this corner. They know they can get the damage.
Get Peter brought a Boyo on the outside too. Just kind of lurking up, getting that high ground. Aoxy, Jojo, Fishy. Gonna give up this positioning. High ground. Aoxy, Jojo, Fishy. Gonna give up this positioning. So Peterbot Boyer are likely gonna be shockwaving off of this here shortly. Meanwhile, Yamzo and Josh is the best we've seen them. Kind of the strongest.
Outside of that last game,
All right, chat. I'm logging into my main account, and we're gonna play Fortnite while watching FNCS chat. We're gonna be playing Fortnite while watching F.
and now this could be the month.
We're gonna be watching FNCS while I log into my main account. All right, guys. We're gonna be doing this. I play no. Yeah, we'll should I play with him? Chat, should I play with Twixie for the tournament? It's a duos tournament. Alright, hold on, guys. Y'all can't see it because I'm not leaking, y'all. I'm not leaking. Y'all will be able to join after the tournament. I'm playing with viewers after the tournament, chat. So if you stay here until after the tournament, I'm giving priority who are in the stream. Hold on. Find this. And on Monday, we're guaranteed doing customs, I think, chat. Alright, I'm about to get into it. Play because I'm doing a tournament. Hold on, chat. Let me look at the leaderboard real quick. I'm already warmed up, man. I'm the GOAT. They know me as the GOAT. Oh my gosh, Faxity is doing. I forgot Faxity has FNCS. Wait, Qual is 8th place right now. Qual is 8th. So Kingley and Craze are quad right now. Top 8 right now is over 60 love click. How we play? You're gonna have to wait until the tournament's over. It's a duos tournament. At least he didn't. Oh, bro. Go, bro. This is not our region. Wait, yeah, this time. I was on 100 ping at the. I was on 100 ping at the start, but now I'm back down. 200. Bro, they should put it in the EWC. I want to play tournament. You just gotta go to the tab and see. I can't believe Muzz and Rise might win an FNCS. Like, Rise winning an FNCS, bro. I know, bro. Rise. Like, Rise was literally about to quit earlier. Like, this year. He was about to quit. Let's do our Mongrel drop. Alright, let's do our Mongrel Skin Cup drop spot. After this game, we're doing our Mongrel Skin Cup drop spot and going into the caves after. Run. Come back. Bro. Why are you landing on him? Oh, what? Cracked? I cracked the furry. If I didn't, I was third partying. How I get onto, I couldn't care. I mean, I couldn't hear. So to get on, you go into the compete tab. Tab with the trophy, you know, and then you just click on it, and there's a play now button. Bro. Oh, wait, I could third party this. You're getting farmed. Won't let me play, then you must not be eligible. Click on the thing that says locked and you'll be able to see. Oh yeah. I stay here until I die? Wait, Loki, you don't die and I'm just gonna stay here. What are requirements? It will tell you what you're missing. I don't know the exact requirements, but it'll tell you what you're missing. If you click on the thing that says locked. Like the thing that has the lock emoji, click on that and it'll tell you what you're missing. You're dead? Your buns. I think you can land back with me. I think you can get some loot. But we don't need this. Bro, why do you have auto pickup on anything? Oh, there's a super over here. You hear what they're saying? Yeah, I haven't muted because they got copyright music going on. Alright. Go around left. So we don't want to go next to them. And there's a team looking out there. Oh, and there's a team. Not getting visuals, alright. Yeah, 5 shotguns. Oh yeah, I have a shotgun. Yeah. Watch out. I'll be on that hill. Alright. I'm gonna do a grappler. Oh yeah. Do you have any shotgun ammo? I can have. I'm running 2 things or actually no, not that grappler. I'm running 2 things of rotation. I got 5 shocks and a 10 grappler. Let's just stay here then. I got full face. Bum bum bum. Yeah, I got. Or you can check my stream, bro. I literally just opened it up. I got 0. Why would I even need a live, bro? I don't even have a. I don't even have a mammoth in my inventory. Oh. Alright. Actually, bro. Globals is gonna be so boring without clicks, bro. Well, at least Fix was there to be able to play, bro. He couldn't even play. He can't even play. He can't even play at Globals anymore. He's probably not even gonna go Globals. He's quitting. I can shock this. I got 5 shots. Are we going? Are we going middle? Why? We don't need to. We don't need to go right now. First Cold has the best damage. He can damage to a lot of people. Doesn't have to be in Fortnite. The kid, there's a kid up here. Go up here, like on this building. All right. Okay. Oh, there's still one inside of the building. They're inside of the building. Literally one. One here, white. Alright, retard to save him. Huh? Let's start to save him. I'm here. Sorry if it's very late. I'll get out. Just a minute. Careful. Boom. If we use shock effect, does it give us more? Like, make us go higher? Alright, so we're gonna shock and then fizz and then hit. Alright. Huh? I can do that after. 5 minutes. Alright. wall right there. What the heck? Yo, look at me. Yo, come get me, come get me. I think you forgot to build a floor right there. Alright, I'll be back. It's like 30 seconds. I'll do a little bit more time. You gotta play this in placement. Go. Top 4. Had to break your wrap. Alright, let's see this. Let me refresh. You got infinite mats. You got infinite mats. Who's dead? Alright, you can like shock it. Yeah. Cover yourself. Cover yourself. Cover yourself. 20. Nice, bro. 11 points from that game. Let's freaking go. 11 points. Let's go. Why did you just walk? Why did the body just come to you though? Let's see. Yeah, I got food too. No, I can't ready up. Not ready. I'm not ready. I'm Loki just gonna get off. Yeah, but I gotta eat my pork chops. Pork chops.